In my opinion, both these girls should be given a shot. I think, Jason, you should do some pictures and send them over to our connections at Playboy. I really do.
Well, so then you're overruling the judges no matter what.
Absolutely.
Does Lou know anyone who could give these women a shot?
Can you touch your...
this fat slob, I'll tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
Lou, I'm doing my job, man. I'm doing my... I love your wife. We all love your wife. Stop it.
Enough is enough.
All right. You know what, Howard? I'll stop.
Thank you.
Because I like Lou, and me and Lou are the same type of guy. Just, we all...
Yeah, but lay off the wife.
All right, I'll lay off the wife.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, she did,
No, that's all he does every time I listen to his fat mouth, mouth it off.
Well, now you're attacking my weight.
I'll attack you.
I say one thing about your wife shooting a woman, and you got to attack my weight.
Can you get past that motherfucker?
I'm sorry.
That's a lot to get
I'm
past.
sorry.
I could go off on you all day, fatty.
I know you're brilliantly funny. That's why you're an ex-cop with no work now.
You're a riot, too. You're a regular riot.
You're a regular riot.
I'm trying to do an evaluation.
I know, but
I'm trying to do my job, and
that's not a joke.
Look, Lou, listen,
scared.
Listen, Lou. I know you could kick my ass. I'd have to make a phone call.
I don't want to kick your ass.
All right, Artie, we get it, and Lou, we get it, and now we're going to stop that. And
I just think of Mary Jo has to talk like Sammy Davis Jr. for the rest of her life.
All right, but that's got nothing to do with Lou right now. He's judging these women.
That gets me aggravated. I love Lou, but I'm an American.
All right.
Yeah, an American.
All right. Lou, let's concentrate on
and the other
girls.
broad's an African American.
And Ralph and Ham Hands, you've made your point about the girls. You judges have done exactly what I asked. You were honest. Let's go to Dave. Dave, you're on the air. Hi.
Good morning, Mike King.
Hi, Dave.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to tell Lou that he did a real nice job standing up to gay Artie.
Thank you.
And Lou, watch out. Artie likes to throw things at weaker men.
What did he say?
Artie likes to throw things at weaker men.
So Lou's weaker than me.
Who's he going to be throwing it at?
So Lou's weaker than me. Thanks, buddy.
Who's he going to be throwing it at?
Look at the guys he picks on. He picks on Teddy. He picks on...
well, did you ever see Lou?
Mike.
Did you ever see Lou?
No.
He ain't weaker than me. He ain't weak.
Kick your ass.
He ain't... I'm sorry, so you're pro Amy Fisher?
Why not? Why not? What's the matter with Amy Fisher?
Nothing.
Amy Fisher is fantastic.
It's the guy's wife. He's here to judge.
I know.
If
Lee Harvey Oswald's wife was here,
you wish you could have Amy Fisher. Let me tell you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, right, whatever.
Take a look at you and my...
I really wish I could have Amy Fisher so my girlfriend could get shot.
Your girlfriend. Let me see your girlfriend. Bring your fucking girlfriend.
I want my girlfriend.
Let me see your girlfriend.
I'll bring her in. Robin, tell him what my girlfriend looks like.
Can you imagine him having sex with anybody? Jesus Christ.
I'll bring in the broads I had sex with.
I can imagine him having sex with that guy who won that Miss California contest.
Listen, I'm a...
Listen, the 17-year-old
Listen, Lou, listen.
That's what we
listen, Lou, I'm a fat... ugly cokehead, like Amy's first boyfriend, Joey Buttafuoco.
Okay, yeah, but she was 16 at the time.
Well, yeah, well, she's a wonderful girl.
She is a wonderful girl. She's a phenomenal person.
That's not what I'm here
for. We're not here to argue.
You keep going back 19 years ago, and then you're getting off on that. I think it's stale.
Well, you're going back 19 years ago when I was fat.
It's stale, buddy.
All right.
I know, it hurts.
It doesn't hurt.
You
just look like a jerk off.
No, I don't look like a jerk off. You know what's still hurt by 19 years ago? Mary Jo Buttafuoco. She's still hurt. No, Mary Jo's still hurt. She's got a bullet in her.
What do you want to do? She paid the price already. She went to prison. She got out. She's been leading a very good life.
That's good. And Joey's kids are doing great.
You're telling everybody in this country, the United States of America, if you make a mistake, you're going to be damned for the rest of your fucking life.
No. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm sure you have, and I got forgiven for them.
She's been doing very well despite you.
Lou, let me tell you something. It's not despite me. She don't fucking know me.
I know, but I know
she don't fucking know me, Lou.
I know you. And you're an obnoxious motherfucker.
And you're not, jerk off, with those cowboy pants.
Come on.
Fuck you fat slob.
Yeah, okay, I'm always fat.
Howard, how did you even
fat
get
with a PH, brother.
How did this hard-on even get a job on your show?
Because I'm funny and you're not.
You're funny. Ooh, I'm laughing.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You're hysterical.
There's truck drivers pulled over right now laughing at me fucking with your ass white.
When the truck drivers hear you, they pull over and they take a fucking piss or a shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what they do.
Guys, I want to thank you.
We're
wrapping it up.
Fucking asshole.
Lou, thank you for coming.
Come on, Lou, let's be friends.
Artie.
Come on, Lou.
I got Adolf Hitler I'm going to be friends with first.
Well, Hitler never shot a chick.
Artie, take a seat and relax. Ham Hands Bill, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Lou, thank you for coming in here and judging the girls.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you for coming.
Lou is funny. He is funny.
Well, sit down because Lou and you are going to end up knowing each other real well soon.
Look, Lou can kick my ass, but Ronnie will save me.
I don't want to kick your ass. I just want you to be respectful.
Okay, it's your wife. We shouldn't talk about broads. I get it. It's your wife.
That's
right. Not even my wife. You don't even know her.
I thought it's your wife. You're married to Amy, right?
You don't know anything about her.
I met her once for 3. She did a great 3-second interview here.
18 years ago. You don't know anything about her.
I'm shutting up, Howard. Out of respect for you and Lou,
you.
I'm shutting up.
Thank you. All right, sit
I'm
down.
sorry to you and your wife.
I accept the apology.
Okay, thank you.
And now sit and relax.
I'm going to sit and shut up.
Good.
Thank you. Are my pancakes here?
Thank you for inviting me.
Lisa G is here. She's here with headlines.
A very interesting page 69 from Will and Jason. This past Super Bowl Sunday, while most Americans were taking in football, high-pitched Mike found himself at the movies with Richard Christie's girlfriend watching the movie 27 Dresses. Jason and Will revealed that not only did Mike attend the chick flick, but that he also cried during the movie.
This is now a party.
All right, fine. You know what? That doesn't even deserve anything. Nothing has to be said.
You, that's really odd behavior.
Wow. I have another name for it.
Well, I don't know about that.
Right.
I mean,
right. It would be absurd to think he's gay.
Yeah, why would you make that leap?
I know. Listen, that's very nice. I'm sure Richard's girlfriend needed company.
And the most insulting part, Richard not even worried.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Richard too. It's like I think Richard should have been worried that his girlfriend could steal Mike from him.
But obviously, Richard's girlfriend thinking about marriage, 28 Dresses.
What is that? What is it? I don't even know what the fuck it is.
It's some stupid movie about weddings.
Oh, it is? Oh, my God.
Hey, Mike, honestly, high-pitch Mike, I got to tell you something. I've never bought into this whole rap of Artie, like you're gay and all this stuff. No. You have an affliction where your voice is high. Big deal.
And I'm the only one who thinks that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something. Even when you were at Disney World with the red shirt and all that.
First of all, I'm going to correct you on that because he says it once on the wrap-up show.
Right.
And it automatically becomes fact.
No one thinks that, Mike.
By the way, I swear to you, I would never, ever think that you exhibit any kind of gay behavior.
I don't care what anybody thinks about me.
Right.
I come in here to tell you what happened, the truth. I go to see the movie with Richard's girlfriend.
Enough said.
I tell her, as we leave, I say, when we get to your place, because we're going to see the Super Bowl, I said, tell Richard I cried. I thought it'd be a funny joke. He gets to the Super Bowl party, tells everybody, and now it's automatically fact.
Well, it's a funny joke. It is funny. We're laughing.
So
great writing.
You didn't miss the Super Bowl. You
kind of like Beer League.
Yeah. No,
400,000.
It's way funnier than Beer League.
Wait a second. So the point you're making is you did watch the Super Bowl.
I did watch the Super Bowl and I saw the movie. No big,
Okay, fine.
Well, they treated me to breakfast that morning. I wasn't going to argue about what movie we saw. I had already seen Cloverfield. Whatever.
What kind of? Why
and I hardly know his girlfriend. I said, let me hang out with her. She's a nice girl.
Yeah,
Mike's full of shit. He's come up with this story.
You weren't in the movie with us. Get her on the phone and you'll see the truth.
No, she would not lie to me. Like, he cried, and now he's trying to deflect it by saying, oh, we had this plan to make it all up.
Did he miss the Super Bowl to go watch a chick flick?
No, we watched the movie, then the Super Bowl.
All right,
I didn't want to see this movie. It's a chick. I went to see Cloverfield while they saw it.
And as long as, you guys don't believe me if I correct that truth, but can I correct one truth that he said a few weeks ago?
Well, you didn't want to see the Giants beat the Boston Patriots?
At the beginning of the year, I told myself, you know what? Forget Artie. I'm not going to argue with him anymore. I don't care.
Please do.
A couple days into the new year, he comes in here and tells you a story at the Christmas party that I came up to him and I said, oh, I'm sorry. Everything I say on air is fake. I'm just doing it for airtime bullshit.
You said, did you not come up to me and say?
At the Christmas party, I was drunk. Will knows for a fact I was drunk.
Right.
You came over to our table. Yeah. I put my hand on your shoulder and I said, Artie, I love you, man. Happy holidays.
Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. No, but there was more to it than that. But the general thing was you extended a hand to me and said...
And you called me pompous and arrogant.
When did I say that? At the Christmas party? I was creeped out that you were touching me.
Do you want to know what pompous is? You walking into your 40th birthday and coming up to a table of Lisa, me, JD, and Sal,
right,
and telling us, oh, I just saw Gary Delabate's check. Who do you think makes more money, me or Gary? All right.
Let's not get
this
into
from the guy. No, yeah, let's not get into
Let's
it.
not
Why
get
not?
into that subject because it's a dead subject. I never saw Gary.
You shouldn't be talking about people's salaries, number one.
I
And
didn't
two,
talk about anybody's salary.
the people that hardly make any money as it is. We don't care who makes more money. You don't need to brag about how much money you make.
I'm not bragging about it.
What is going on around
Nothing.
here?
He's talking about something that
Yeah,
never
he doesn't
happened.
want to bring it up because he did something unethical. You shouldn't. talk about coworkers' salaries.
No. It wasn't. It was totally different than how you're putting it.
Oh, so, how was it?
Well, it was just different. And secondly, don't try to extend your arm to me in any way at the Christmas party.
I'm not trying to extend it. I was
Don't
drunk. I was
extend
kidding with
your
you.
faggot drunk arm to me. That was probably just on a cock. Because I don't want cock on my back. And cock is all over your hand and face and lips and mouth.
You know
and
what?
the inner
You want
part
to end
of
the
your
faggot
fucking
shit?
cocky
You want to end the
throat.
faggot shit? Get your sister in here and I'll fuck her right on this couch, asshole.
All right, listen, let me tell you something. That's fine if you made more money.
You're saying you would fuck Artie's sister on the
Right
show
here.
to prove.
Dude, you can never,
Why
never
not?
get hard for
Everybody
a
else
girl.
has.
You can never get hard for a girl.
Oh, now I won't take that. Stacey Lange is a friend of mine.
He's reaching.
I do not believe.
But
if
will
for
he
one-
fuck a girl in front of us?
I don't think he could get hard. He couldn't get hard for any girl we brought in here.
Artie,
Would he do that?
Artie's saying this to upset you. This guy's 100% heterosexual.
He can prove it.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
he
prove
is.
it.
He's not gay.
When's the last girl you fucked?
I appreciate what
When's
you're
the
doing,
last girl you
but
fucked? No, jerk off, because you just fucking
I've said
took
it
off
on the air
gloves.
years ago,
And people
asshole.
came to me in this organization and said, don't call him gay anymore because we think he's gay. And you're hitting a fucking spot. And I said, okay, fine. But I don't give a fuck anymore.
Why are we saying he's gay? Because he has a high voice?
Because he's a cocksucking
Because
homo.
I put his
When's
movie
the
down
last-
repeatedly.
No.
And
A lot of straight people. A lot of straight people hate my movie.
He spent 4 years working on the piece of shit movie. You know, it comes out, it flops. He's embarrassed by it, and I pointed out I'm the only one who doesn't kiss his ass around here. And I point out that the movie sucked, and all of a sudden I'm the fag.
Listen,
Artie,
no.
why are you
You're
so
the
in other
fag
words-
because you have sex with guys.
You criticized his movie, so therefore he's calling you a fag.
Basically.
No.
I mean, I guess that makes.
Calling you a fag because you're
I
a
guess that
fag.
makes a lot of the movie reviewers in this country fags too. Then.
Richard Roper's a fag. Thumbs up. Have you seen that?
Let me
Available on
ask
DVD
you,
widescreen,
Artie,
by the way, Beer
what
League.
is your animosity toward Mike?
I don't have any. He starts it. He came in here and started with me.
But why do you have to
did a
call him gay?
Lisa did a story
Criticize
about him
his
going
work.
to see 27 Dresses, right?
Yes.
Did I say anything? He comes in here and he goes, let me straighten something out with Artie. He started it. Play the fucking tape. So the little faggot's going to get it back.
Yeah, because anything you say on here, it becomes fact.
No, it doesn't. No, I wish it did, because people would believe you're a fucking flaming homo. And you are a flaming homo, and I hope you get AIDS
I don't
soon.
believe that.
You want to talk about
I hope
fucking
you
facts?
get AIDS
You wanna
soon.
talk
I hope
about-
your lover takes the rubber off tonight and fucks you in his ass with his AIDS-ridden cock. And you come in here tomorrow with fucking sores on your face.
Why are you getting
40
so angry?
fucking pounds.
What is going on?
You know what,
Artie?
Howard?
Artie, what's going on?
Howard, what's going on? Fuck you. Why don't you say
Howard.
something to him?
No, I mean, what's going on? Why are you so mad?
Let me
Why are you
leave before I
talking
get a
about-
CD
what
thrown
are
in
you
my face.
talking about?
Why are you
Let me
both
leave
so
before I
mad?
get a CD thrown in my face.
It ain't gonna be a CD. It's gonna be my fucking fist in your
All
face.
right, get
Wait,
out of here,
exactly.
Mike.
I'm not
Because I'm a gay basher. I'm a gay basher, and I'll bash your gay head.
What is going
Go
on
catch
here?
AIDS.
What happened? I missed
How did
it.
he go?
Howard always misses it.
I did.
Yeah,
I
what
missed
happened?
it. I really did.
I
What
didn't
just happened?
see it. I just knew Artie was like really venomous.
Oh, he wasn't venomous, Robin. Fuck you, you fucking skinny bitch.
What is this? What has just happened here?
Oh my God!
You know what happens?
What?
Is
Howard, you're going to be forced to open your eyes one day and fire me.
Mike tries to get in his face and keep up with him, which, number one, is a big mistake.
Was it the Dana stuff?
It
Oh
was-
no,
the
the
sister.
Stacey stuff.
I know. Nothing was venomous that he
Well,
said.
no, he
No, no,
definitely
no,
went
no,
over
no,
the
no,
line,
no.
But he also, like, Mike acts like he has no fear towards Artie, and I don't know how smart a strategy that is.
But wait a second.
I always
Let
consider
Howard talk.
Mike
He's right all the time.
throwing blanks.
I'm not defending. I just don't know how.
Why are
that
you so mean
escalated.
to Benji?
I'm not mean to Benji. I'm teaching Benji.
Bet you're gonna
Are
get,
you teaching?
Are you going to honor me with your time now?
I think so. I think I'm going to have to start teaching you.
I just wondered if he was
Then
teaching
tell Lisa,
Mike.
then start running this organization better and tell Lisa not to do a story about Mike when I'm in the fucking room. So Mike's going to come in here, he takes the bait, comes in, says something to me, totally starts with me, and then I'm supposed to sit here like a jerk.
No. You were laughing at Mike calling him gay because he went to the movies.
Right.
To see
As
a
we
movie.
all were. Why would Lisa do that story? Because none of us find it funny?
No, but you started it by calling the guy gay. You're making him feel
No,
if he's
Howard,
not,
I swear to you, please listen to the tape. I did not.
You did not? What did you say?
I think Mike did take the first shot, but I don't remember what it was.
I did not. I didn't say anything.
You guys really hate each other.
Well, he hates me for some reason.
But then you really shoot back at him. You level.
Robin, what do you want me to do? Sit here and take it from him?
No.
Well, Artie does have a point. Mike started criticizing
the beer league. Yes,
beer league.
yes.
Really
all that,
running-
what he said, first of all, what he said about my sister is totally vicious, and it's something that a coward would say. And you know what? I honestly, am
Well,
not
you
going to sit
both
here
were
and
throwing it around pretty heavy.
Okay, fine.
You both were throwing it around heavy. You got to admit.
Well, I think what I'm saying is based in truth. That's the difference. That's why it hurts me.
I don't think you believe that. I really don't.
Yeah. All right.
I really don't think you believe
You don't
that.
think I believe he's gay?
Yeah. I don't. I think you're trying to
A lot of
hurt
people
the
I think
guy.
are gay that you probably fucking think of.
What's going on over here?
Just think about it, Howard.
This is a crazy show.
Let the caller talk.
have
I'm
to
sure he'll
admit.
fix it.
If Mike says that beer league sucked, and all the producers in Hollywood hear that, they're not going to want to hire Artie for another
They don't want to hire me anyway, dude. First of all, everybody in here is afraid to give anybody a compliment. They liked Beer League when it came out. This guy has to come in here. You know what? I'm guaranteeing no fag liked Beer League. We make fun of fags in it.
Whoa.
Are you supposed to be using that word?
Yeah, I mean, every minute with fag.
I haven't done it yet.
You're cutting a public service announcement.
Well, I didn't cut that yet, and if they're going to make it retroactive, I might owe them about $8,000 right now.
Right.
But
All right.
I haven't cut the public service announcement.
Gee, I got uncomfortable during that argument.
That was very uncomfortable.
I got
really did.
very
feel bad.
comfortable.
I felt
got
very bad for both of you.
Well, I mean, look, he said some awful things, and I said some awful
The
things.
minute he waved the sister flag, it's like Artie is very protective and loving of his sister, and I admire him.
well-
But it's like, you know what, Fred, and I appreciate you saying
You're
that,
right.
but a guy like him saying he's not going to fuck
No,
any
that's-
girl.
that's
He
just-
couldn't get hard for a girl.
You know what? It's like,
So it's based on.
Why don't you guys
Well,
make
see,
up?
Why
that's
don't-
why
why don't you guys
I
make
don't
up?
I want a
understand
list of
your anger in
the
him.
chick he fucked.
The
with.
list of a chick?
Yeah, there's probably a
The
chick.
guy's not a lady. He hasn't gotten a lot of girls, but he probably likes.
He's not a ladies' man. There's only one other option.
Come on. Come on.
animals.
Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah, he might. I wouldn't put it behind him. Bestiality.
Come on.
And let him sue me if he thinks everything I say is fact. I
No.
think you're a fag, Mike, and I'll say it to your lawyer. I think you fucked
You're
dogs.
allowed to think. You're allowed to think somebody is gay.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I think it's just a
not,
theory.
It's not a legal question. It's just I'd like to see my people getting along here.
Let me ask one other
Well,
thing.
I never have to see him.
Do you really think it's a fair fight
To do what?
for you to physically threaten
No.
Mike?
I didn't physically threaten him.
Well, you said I'll use my
Fist, right?
fist,
Because you said something. No, and well, no. Maybe it isn't. Maybe he don't, like a lot of fags know karate. Honestly,
I'm getting uncomfortable with this fag stuff.
oh my God.
and he's also Hispanic.
I mean, listen. What?
Hispanic
Could
fags.
have a knife. That's true.
Yeah, they could have a knife.
I mean, come on. This is getting silly. This is getting
I
silly.
don't know. I'm very self-destructive at this point.
All right.
I'm
all
going
right.
through a lot of crazy shit.
All right, calm down over there.
When aren't you going through crazy?
See, Benj, any other organization, we'd both be fired.
Mike, come on, man. Why are you getting so riled up, man? You've been through this before.
He's a fucking asshole. I'm tired of pretending that I have to get along with him. That's it. What else is there to say?
But you guys have had fights in the past. Why are you letting it get to you so much this time? I mean,
Because he's allowed to say whatever he wants. I have to put up with it and whatever, I'm not going to pretend anymore. He's a piece of shit. He can burn in hell for all I
why are
care.
these comments hitting home so much, though? You're really getting it. When he broke out that, the word fag, you immediately attacked his sister. Why go that route?
If, let me give you a good example.
Hey, Mike. Take it from me. You fucked up big time.
fucked up big time.
You don't go after the sister.
Why just bring up his sister? What the hell was that?
Go in there and apologize about that.
No. I'm not gonna fucking cry and beg for forgiveness like you do.
Okay, I'm telling you because I like you, but I didn't go after his family.
Dude, you want to attack him? That's fine.
Just listen.
Why are you attacking his sister?
I would go in there and say, I apologize about the sister, and then get back to Artie.
No, you know what?
But focus on Artie.
What I say, I mean. I'm not gonna cry and say, you know what? I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to do that. That's you and Richard. That's not me.
But you shouldn't go after his sister. Is an innocent victim. Just apologize about the sister and move on to Artie. Do the right thing.
All right. And
you
I'm
should
an
apologize about
I don't
the
need
sister.
them saying
It wasn't right.
AIDS, you're a faggot. This and that. You know what?
That's you, though. That's you and him. That's not your brother. That's not your sister. That's not your father.
I took it where I wanted to, and I'm not going to apologize.
Well, that's up to you. I'm just giving you good advice.
Well, thank you.
Not right.
Mike, aren't you worried though that this is going to really make working here tough for you now that you and Artie really taking the gloves off?
No, because you know what? I work back outside of this compound. I work in a different area. I hardly ever see Artie. Whatever.
So it's over between you two.
It's done.
Artie, what it is about Mike, not just his words, but something about his demeanor seems to really...
Listen, I have no comment. He's a good guy. I work with the guy. That's it. Honestly, Howard said no more. We're not talking about it.
But I mean, the guy attacked your sister. He deserves something back.
You know, but no, screw my sister dearly. He came to this fucking Pat Cooper roast, which is a stressful situation, and he gets on the news the next day and just and makes it sound like I blurted out the N-word for no reason when it was said in a joke after several other people said it. And it was just a real dickhead move on his part to fucking just go in and Artie just blurts out the N-word, trying to get a laugh. And I didn't have a problem with assessing the joke as a joke, but I had a problem with him making me sound like I just blurted out the fucking N-word for no rhyme or reason. And, you know, that's the first time he made me mad, and it really fucking pissed me off.
Steve Langford is here. Steve, care to respond? I am coming in halfway on the story. But just listening to what you're saying, there are a couple of corrections to be made.
Right.
When a reporter goes to cover an event, they cover the event.
Yeah.
If they're going to softball everything, if they're going to whitewash everything, they're not reporters, and there's no point in going to cover the story.
Why would you make something up?
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's not bullshit. Gary, you
bullshit.
were at the roast. Did Steve not
You're
make it
lying.
sound like I just yelled out the N-word?
I'm trying to remember the story. I can't even remember the joke.
I'll tell you the story.
I'm just trying to remember.
Whatever.
You used the N-word in a joke.
Yeah.
And I don't remember it being anything.
Steve does a news story the next day, like Artie Lange.
Nonsense.
Oh, tell us what it is.
Absolute nonsense.
All right, whatever.
And if you want, we will get the story, and we will run the story again.
No, I don't want. I don't want you to run
there you go.
story.
But don't
get the
don't
tape.
BS the
Well,
audience.
get the tape right now. And we'll
don't make up a story.
No, I'm not making up a story.
The fact of the matter is,
you're wrong.
We report.
You're
Stop.
wrong.
Stop and listen.
The
fact of the matter is,
Stop.
we reported the story the way it happened, and you don't like that we reported on the story the way it happened.
You did report on the way it happened.
If you can't handle the truth, you should not have a reporter there.
Well, listen.
See, you know what? We should address what's really going on here.
Steve did not tell the truth, and that's unlike him.
Absolute truth, the way it happened.
Artie, can we address what's really going on here? Every time Steve calls himself a reporter, Artie rolls his eyes.
Oh my God!
What? I'm supposed to roll my eyes if somebody calls him a comedian. He is a comedian, and a terrific comedian.
Well, you did come in halfway, because what did I say before? I said he's covered me at Letterman, Cohen, and other stuff, and I said Langford's always been fair with his assessment, and it was always great.
I'm not there to assess.
No, right, okay. So I was happy with your report. Put it that way. I had no beef with it. Sometimes, look, people have opinions on reporters' stories, and I thought they were always good. They were always accurate in the past. Maybe 11 straight times. The first time and the only time I've had a problem with you was this situation, because you made it sound. I don't care if you said the joke was unfunny or whatever. I just don't like you making it seem like I blurted out the N-word.
You probably did not. This is a classic example. You probably did not hear the story, and now you're imagining.
I heard you say the story. I was sitting there.
Let's get the story and put this to bed.
Don't run it again, because that'll be boring. But get it, and we'll listen to it right now.
Steve, are you saying...
We'll listen to it right now.
All right, Jim, let's try and get that. Steve, are you saying that Artie did not... I mean, Artie's saying he didn't do that. He didn't blatantly blurt out the N-word. Did you say that?
He's misreporting what went on the air.
What did you say then?
I don't have the script in front of me. I would have to go to my computer and get you the
And I'm
exact
perfectly
script.
willing to listen to
But
it
the fact-
as my argument.
My memory is that you told a joke,
right,
which was not completely dissimilar to what Pat Cooper did later. And my point was, some people get away with it in certain circumstances, and some don't. And that day, for whatever reason, Pat Cooper got away with the N-word, and you appeared to not get away with it.
That's just, I mean, that's your...
See, but that's an interpretation.
Yeah, that is,
And it's
Steve.
also a reporting based on who laughed and who didn't.
No, but Steve, no.
See, that's funny because you would have had to tap all
I
500
was
people on the
sitting right
shoulder.
Yeah, again,
Okay, but if a joke, if Artie used the N-word in a joke,
right,
and a lot of people didn't laugh,
right,
does it mean that the joke wasn't funny, or does it mean that Artie was being racist? I'm not sure what you're applying.
Let's go check what the script.
Art, do you know what was it? The midget bit? Or do you know what the bit was?
I forget. But it's a bit, again, he's judging comedy. It's a bit that I destroy with 90% of the time.
Yeah, I've seen Artie use the N-word, and it always gets a laugh.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, but again, Steve, all right, whatever. You don't want to admit that you're wrong.
No,
so
check
whatever.
the tape.
Let's check it.
We're getting Jim's going to look for it.
It makes me sound like I was being racist. And that's the problem I have with it.
Steve, not what we report.
Was Artie, do you think Artie was being racist?
Absolutely not to my recollection. He was attempting a joke, which flopped.
Again, I don't care about that. I would have, look, that would have been better to say if you wanted to
That's
say.
what we said.
That's not what you said. It's not what you said, Steve. It's not.
In fact, didn't I talk to, there was a gentleman on the dais as well that I spoke to who gave his reaction to
I think it was
your joke.
I think it was the guy sitting next to me, James Murtaugh.
No. I forget who it was. I have to get the script.
All right, while we're trying to get the tape, let's take a
Steve,
call.
I don't care. You're not funny. I'm funny. You'll listen
I'm
to
a
me when it comes
reporter.
to
I'm
jokes.
not supposed to be funny.
No, good. Well, listen.
But I do report what happened.
That pissed
and
me off.
sometimes people get pissed off when we report what happened.
No,
Are you
I
saying
get
the
pissed
truth
off.
Sorry,
hurts?
that happens a lot.
Are you saying the truth hurts?
It does
Well,
sometimes.
let's not get into his tie.
Oh, come on. Let's talk about that.
Steve,
check out the
Steve,
outfit here.
Steve, you're
When
a
talking
creepy
about my
Canadian
guy-
nerd.
Now, when you say creepy, you have declared creative bankruptcy. The fact of the matter is, creepy is a word when you don't have any more material. I find you to be one of the funniest guys on earth.
How about
but when you
nerd?
say creepy, you're losing.
I thought the word was fuck when you don't have anything else to say.
You're a nerdy fuck.
But Steve, you're sort of it's coming over now. You're sort of critiquing Artie's comedic ability. I mean,
on this show. I mean, you're asked. We're talking.
No, and again, I don't have I mean, comedy is, people's opinion. I have a problem with making it sound like I blurted out the N-word.
All right, so here, we have the story. So why don't you guys?
I have not heard the story.
This is the story. This is the news story.
Right.
Okay, let's just get to that part and then we'll cut it right there. Hey guys,
okay?
let it play and let John and I evaluate because you guys are clearly too close to it.
All right, Teddy, hit it.
Make all the Pat Cooper jokes you want, but more than 1,000 people jammed a massive New York hotel ballroom to pay tribute to the guy, and he did not disappoint. After enduring a nearly 3-hour-long program, including lunch, followed by a savage psychological beating by a dozen merciless comedians, 78-year-old Pat Cooper got up and killed because of, or in spite of, his rant against political correctness. Cooper screaming the N-word over and over, yelling, "Who the F says he can't say the N-word anymore?" The mostly suit and tie crowd eating it up, but the N-word getting a shakier reception when Artie Lange unleashed it in his set. And when Artie said Bill Maher had just written a book in which he calls Richard Belzer an a-hole, which he said is kind of like Gary Dell'Abate calling ex-boxer Michael Spinks a monkey, Artie said, the reaction was somewhat uncomfortable, particularly since Spinks was sitting on the dais. Howard 100 News speaking to Michael Spinks after the roast, who said he took absolutely no offense to any of it. It's comedy, he says. Pat Cooper closing the roast, calling it an honor to be the Friars Club roastee, joking he still thinks somebody else dropped out, but concluding this is a day he swears he will never forget. For Howard 100 News, I'm Steve.
So, Artie, I think that probably what you're mad about, if you listen to the story, he doesn't imply that you're racist. He implies that your joke wasn't funny and it made people uncomfortable.
No,
but I think that you're probably upset about when he came in to promote the story that morning. Are you saying that
it was convoluted and no, could you follow what he's talking about?
He's saying that Pat Cooper used the N-word, people laughed, and you used it and they didn't, and it made people uncomfortable.
Well, you know what? I don't think that's right. Just say the joke I said or something.
See,
Like
you
say
did say the joke.
I did say.
No, you didn't. You'd say the N-word joke I used.
And I also agree with Gary that I think he was alluding to when Steve came in and promoted it, and when he talks about what's coming up on the news, and I go in to say what's coming up on Wrap Up. I do remember, but I do remember Steve saying something along what Artie's talking about, along those lines.
My problem with that is he made it sound like First of all, Pat Cooper didn't kill. He
did.
No, he didn't. Secondly, people were squirming when he said it, even more.
Of course, but they were laughing.
No, they weren't, Steve. They weren't.
No, I was there.
Whatever. Steve, listen. You should have said the joke I said instead of just saying when Artie yells it out, people are offended by it.
No,
That's what you said.
I outlined what you said. Let's play it again.
You didn't outline what I said. You didn't repeat the N-word joke.
Let's play it again.
The monkey joke is not the N-word joke.
They are separate jokes, I believe.
Of course they are.
The monkey joke about Michael Spix and me is a joke,
right?
But it's not the N-word joke.
In other words,
right, but I don't know.
In other words, if you had told the N.
To us, he asks us to work with him and do shows with him, and that's great. And we all bust each other's balls behind the scenes, but when he's on the air and stuff, he takes shots at us, and it's like, this is, we're doing a comedy tour. It's like you're sitting there saying that basically we suck.
No,
you're trying to sell tickets.
I don't know if I said that. You work with me all the time. Why would I put you on the show if I think you suck?
Well, that's what I was asking myself when I heard you make that comment
then you
yesterday.
might come to the conclusion that I'm joking around.
But why do you have to do it on the air all the time, man?
I'm
sorry.
But
no, it's the same thing with Levy a couple weeks ago. You said the same exact thing about him.
The hat pack was a new thing. I thought that was funny.
Whatever, it's funny. It's funny when it's
if
us
I said it off the air, it would seem a little more serious, don't you think? I mean, on the air, I'm breaking your job.
I think there's many a truth said in jest. I think you think they're a little bit hacky.
No, I don't. Shirley works with me all the time.
Artie's come up to me personally and said, he really likes when I host his shows. He wants me to host.
And how do I show that? By hiring you quite a bit.
I understand that, but then you come around and you say that on the air. It's mixed messages. It's mixed signals, Artie.
Okay, I'm very sorry. I didn't know I had another girlfriend I'm sending mixed signals to.
It's not a girlfriend. It's just somebody that
you're acting cunty and bitchy about it.
No, you know what it is? If nobody would have heard it, then it wouldn't be a joke. Like it's a joke now because somebody heard it.
Would it be a joke if Shuli went on shows and said Artie's a shitty comedian?
I don't care.
You don't?
Sure, a lot of people say that. I don't. I mean, I don't get all mad at them.
You're a comic.
I really don't take it that seriously.
You would totally care if other comics went on other shows saying that you suck or
I've heard that before.
Fans aren't happy with this or that. Like,
when did I say fans aren't happy with?
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing examples out there. I'm just saying.
Honestly, you know what? Then I don't want to work with you anymore.
Well, whatever, dude. You say.
Now I don't want to work with you anymore.
But you
just talked yourself out of work.
It's not about work for me. It's about me getting across the point that either you're with us or you don't want us with you.
I don't really think about it that much.
Well, but dude, it's kind of a shit move when you sit there and you go, "Oh, you guys want to come play Detroit with me?" And then you go, "Oh, by the way." Come buy your tickets for me in the Hack Pack in Detroit.
I didn't say that. I was in the Hack Pack.
But that's the kind of pitch that you throw out there.
It's only the Hack Pack when you guys are by yourselves.
Whatever, dude.
You're acting like a broad here, man. You really are.
I'm a comic. I take offense to when somebody calls me a hack.
I know. Okay, sorry, man.
Who's the funniest member of the Hack Pack, as you call them?
Funniest member? Well, Beetlejuice, probably. I mean,
I don't doubt that.
Is Bob
He's
funnier
on every
than Shuli?
show.
Who's funnier, Shuli or Reverend Bob?
I don't know. I got to think about that.
Oh,
I don't have an answer. There's no black and white answer to that.
But Shuli's really pissed. I can tell.
It's just frustrating, man. I've been doing stand-up 13 years. It's not like I just started last week, So it's frustrating when somebody I respect like Artie says stuff like that,
Well, then listen. We should just part ways then.
Well, but I'm not the one going on the air talking shit about you. You're the one talking shit about us.
Would you prefer it if I didn't give you work and I went on and said you were a great comic?
Artie, this has nothing to do with work. This is just me coming to you as a comic to another comic saying, hey, man, that wasn't cool. That has nothing to do with work. I appreciate all the work you give me. I always say thank you every single time. I think I do a great job for you. It has nothing to do with work.
Okay, man. All right.
Whatever.
Fine. Okay. What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I just wanted to state my case. I just wanted to tell you where I stand. That's all.
I understand.
Okay. Thank you.
Shirley's like a chick.
He really is. They all are. Levy's like a woman too. I mean,
you know what? If we sat there, if we got on the air,
play the tape of me on that show. It's so joking around.
But Artie, you don't understand. There's a huge percentage of people that listen to this show that whatever comes out of your mouth is gospel to them.
Okay, this is the same argument. This is the same argument like the last roast. People were afraid to laugh at jokes about me.
No,
I don't even know what. I don't know what that is. So ridiculous.
It's Artie. It's absolutely true. It's
so you
absolutely
think it's
true.
affecting your business? You guys do a lot of business. I thought.
We do a lot of business,
So
but
how
when you
am
go
I-
on, but when you go on the air and go, these guys are the Hack Pack. That's not an advertisement saying it's a great show. Go buy tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
No, I mean I'm kidding around. I tend.
But
to
what
joke.
I'm saying is there's a
sometimes
Ralph, what do you think?
Sometimes on the Raw Dog Comedy Channel, sometimes I joke around.
Go ahead. What?
Shirley knows what I think. Is it Artie's job to do advertisements for you? I mean, he's making a joke.
No, but does he have to put us
Shirley,
down?
just let me get my point out. I don't see how you guys can sit. First of all, Artie, the Hack Pack, that's brilliant.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
I don't know how you guys, you bust balls, and that's what you do. And I think anybody who listens to this show knows that. It's like, do it off the air? I don't get what you're saying.
No,
I mean,
if
it's
we do it
busting
in a way-
busting boys.
But we do it in a way where it doesn't affect business, dude. It doesn't. We're all on the same team, man. We're all on the same team, bro. We're all working together. Why would you hammer somebody on the air and say something that's not necessarily true?
But Artie puts himself down.
But you sound
I put myself down all the
I
time.
put myself down too. All the comics put themselves down.
Julie, you sound whiny. You come off like
Ralph, if anybody would know what a fucking cunt would sound like, it'd be you. So just keep it down.
No, don't do that. And don't call me a cunt.
Listen,
That might affect
sorry-
Ralph's cunt business.
Sorry, look, you know what? I could easily smile in somebody's face one day and then go on the air and trash them, which seems to be the
Well,
MO
if you
around
said
here, and
that
I'm not going
Ralph
to do
was
that.
a shitty stylist, he'd be upset.
Oh,
trust me.
absolutely, and
I
I've
don't
told him
care.
that. Oh,
No,
sure
yes,
you
you
do.
would.
Sure
No, I
you
don't.
do.
You could say that.
Ralph,
That's
you remember
your
when we
opinion.
first started, when you first came up here, before even Howard was on, the serious news team was here working. Ralph gets out of the elevator. One of the reporters goes to interview him, and she goes, "Wouldn't
fucking
cunty tear."
You.
I may not really go to a mozzarella farm. That was a joke too.
You are the biggest mama's boy. Talk about cunts. You, mommy. You'll never have a wife, Artie. You'll never have a wife. You're unloyal. You're not a good friend. You do something good one day, and the next day you pull it out from someone. I wasn't going to call, Artie, but I had to call because you are so unloyal. It sickens me.
Marianne, part of the smelly cunt pack.
All right, there you go.
Hey, Howard, can I say something?
Yeah, let's go to Mutt for 1 second.
Okay,
Mutt,
sure.
go ahead.
Hey guys, Shirley, weren't you guys busting my balls on the way I run my website and host my show this weekend?
Were we busting your balls about the way you run your website and how you host your show? I guess so, yeah.
I mean, it was all in good fun, but basically that was an attack on me saying I don't let people have opinions.
But do people pay?
Surely, why is that okay? Why do you attack Mutt? It's going to make him feel bad.
Right. Well, I know Mutt's a celebrity, and I apologize.
Well, Mutt
for
is
that.
a celebrity on the channel.
Now you're.
First of
I mean,
all-
surely,
first of all,
what kind of
we were-
celebrity are you? You're as big a celebrity as Mutt is.
I don't even see myself as a celebrity.
Well,
man.
then what are we talking to you for?
Well, good question. Why are you having me on your fucking shows then?
I don't know.
Don't
I hired
ask
a
me.
guy a bunch of times, and he's pissed at me.
Well, yeah, because Artie, let me ask you this.
Mutt's making a good point. Everybody is getting a little. I don't know, dude.
What does the
I
word
don't know.
hack mean
This
to you?
hack thing. You guys don't even know what hack means. Sal uses.
I don't think you know
Whenever
what it
Sal
means.
uses it, he uses it in the wrong. It's so funny.
No, he uses it on you. It's right.
But it is some part of Mutt's livelihood when you
Of course
sit
it
there.
is. Mutt's life, to a certain extent, now is running that.
Right, but
website.
but Mutt was on the air with us. Number one, who had a chance to talk and speak his case and say his
Well,
side of the story.
I didn't say it secretly. I said it on the show that you heard.
Yeah, but first of all, let me finish. Mutt was on the air
wasn't
with
even
us.
serious. I didn't go on there with the intent.
All right,
We
let's
were
go
doing-
to
we were
Sal.
playing
Sal
song
wants to.
parodies.
Let's Sal weigh in on this.
Artie,
Let Sal win your argument.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, you're a generous guy. You put us on the shows and everything, and you're great to us. But it is mixed signals because the issue here is we're not like you. We're not. No, we're not like you. We're not
mixed signals.
Hold on. Let me explain, please. We're not. We don't have the clout you have. We don't have the strength of the audience that you have. You've earned it. But the thing is that we're guys with families, and we're trying to make a living. And it would take me 80 shows to make an eighth of what you make. And we put a good ticket out there. We put on a solid show. We travel the country.
Who is saying any different?
But nobody. But when you're going out there, constantly calling Levy a hack, and
Constantly?
Well,
I say
flipped
that
out.
in
You
the
apologize.
roast. I say it in the roast.
No, but
I say it in the fucking.
But Artie, you apologized to him just last month, saying you would never happen again. So I'm just saying that we put on a good quality show for the fans, and we're there for them. And what you saying, Hack Pack, it doesn't help.
All right, let's move on. Let's go back to Steve Langford. Shuli, thank you. I respect what you have to say. Shuli is upset. I could see he didn't crack a smile during that.
I don't think anything.
And he is upset. I see him leaving upset.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think I can work with the guys anymore.
Artie and the urine. Artie says that not only did he purchase urine for a upcoming drug test, if that ever happened, but he said he had
a drug test, by the way, that he asked for.
But he said that he had it on him the day it was being discussed. Where does the truth lie, Gary?
Well,
I know that's a tough question when it comes to Artie.
I just know what I hear in the office. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, Artie's out of his mind. This is crazy. I can't believe it. And then I hear somebody say, how do you know that you can believe what Artie just said? Which I hadn't thought of. Some people think that the story he told today might not be true.
Oh, that he didn't even have the urine? He was just
telling a great story. I'm believing he had the urine on him, but now the seed of doubt has been planted. That's how low his trust level is around here.
Did you hear on the wrap-up show, like Artie confessed yesterday, he admitted that he had purchased $500 urine.
Yeah.
And now,
I overpaid for it.
But everyone's saying that's a completely made-up story.
I think so. I think they're right.
And they went back and checked the tape to see if that day, if Artie really did have urine in his pocket, if there was any detectable bulge. Or,
there was a bulge.
Yeah. Everyone's not. I guess your credibility is.
I saw Gary wants me to be completely honest about everything from now on. Okay. Tell Gary's going to get brutal honesty from me.
Really? Okay.
Oh, what does that mean?
No, Gary, I heard Gary say, I'm really pissed off at Gary.
Well,
he says a blanket statement. He believes that cunt reporter when she goes, oh, Artie said he'd just lie to you if I didn't jog with him. You think I give a fuck if your monkey ass knows if I jogged with the fucking reporter?
It doesn't matter that, Artie.
No. Gary makes blanket statements like, he lies about everything. He thinks he's so funny on that wrap-up show.
Everybody else
You're not
thinks
funny.
Artie.
You're not funny.
Congratulations, you're very funny.
Yeah, I know I am. That's why I'm here. God knows why you're here, you fucking asswipe.
Wow.
Don't you say I lie about everything to the fucking world, to the 4 people that listen to that fucking show. All right, Gary, I'm going to be brutal honest. You lie. Everybody lies, because if everyone didn't lie, there'd be no friends in this world.
Everybody doesn't lie almost every time they speak.
Okay, right. Okay, well, it's brutal honesty with Gary.
You think I'm the only one here that thinks this, Artie?
No, Gary. You say it out loud like you're some know-it-all, on that fucking show.
Before you jump on me, first of all, just so you know, and I know you can give me your brutal honesty when I'm done, when I do that show, people come to me all day long to tell me things. So, in a way, the same way
tell me who they are. Be honest with me.
Every single person here, every person on the TV crew, every person in the office.
Artie. Well, name names. Who's concerned about me lying?
If anybody wanted to be named, I guess they'd step up. But you know how that works around here, Artie. You know how that works.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. No more lying for me with Gary.
I'm not making stuff up about you to get on your case. This is what people come to me.
You think that wasn't a joke? Me telling that cunt reporter that I'll just lie about jogging? Are you retarded? That's the fucking example you used yesterday. He lies about everything. Play the clip. He's such a dork. He's like, oh, he lies about everything. He told the reporter he wouldn't jog with us. He just like,
I guess.
I mean, she's a fucking dumb idiot, and so are you. And don't fucking make comments about my character based on me telling the reporter I'm not jogging.
Wow.
You always get the truth out of me. Always, eventually.
Eventually. Glad you threw that in.
Well, it is
just
possible.
Don't let a fucking... Okay, so from now on, it's the truth. If I'm asked a question about Gary, it's the truth.
Always the truth about Gary.
Only the truth about Gary.
Gary, you better tell that phone screener not to let any calls through if I really cared if you came to Afghanistan. Or on the private jet to the crafts. Guy got a lot of laughs in Afghanistan. Good to have him.
See, I thought that was the
truth. So the book's a lie then, right?
Of course it is.
The whole part of the book where you said you...
All the good parts.
So you really... I thought you were... I had heard you were annoyed that Gary went to Afghanistan.
I'm not going to say anything.
Wait a minute, you said you'd tell the truth.
You're going to tell the truth.
Well, I mean, either that or I'll say nothing,
I see.
I don't want to start arguing with Gary.
And the
thinks I'm a liar.
The stools are bothering you too, right? in his theater.
I don't care. I don't care about the stool.
You don't. That's the truth?
I don't care.
And the truth is that you really didn't want Gary going to Afghanistan with you.
I'm not saying anything.
You really were pissed though about the private
No.
jet.
I loved having you there. I loved that. Those old jokes Levy gave you were great.
Be honest. Come on, Artie, be Mr. Fucking Honesty.
No.
Well,
you started it. Play the clip yesterday, Gary. You take it a little. I'm sick of being a punching bag with you people with this liar bullshit. Dad, play the clip yesterday. I'm sick of taking that shit. You're not funny. You're not funny. Will isn't funny. John's not funny. That show is horrible.
And you're funny when you lie, which is almost every fucking
I'm funny
day.
all the time, which is why I should be making more than you.
I don't know that you're not, but who knows if you should.
I know. I got it. I saw it.
Let's not base it on how when everybody shows up at this place, because then you shouldn't be making anything.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
How many sick days is a person allowed at this corporation? I'm sure I have plenty
you're
left.
allowed as many as humanly possible.
All right. Well,
If you're in fact sick, Mr. Honesty.
Right. Well, I told you I've never been sick.
He was honest about that. I believe he was truthful. Well, I don't like to see you boys fight viciously like that.
Well, play the clip. You'll see why I should be annoyed.
What is this clip, by the way?
Gary gets on that fucking high horse in that wrap-up show and just like, he's the king over there. And he's like, everybody's like sitting around the fire waiting for Gary to tell war stories, and they're always horrible. and then they fucking, they start talking about me, and Will is sitting there going, like, why is Will on the air? What credibility does he have?
Will is a producer.
What credibility do you have? I mean,
I'm a performer. I'm in charge.
Scheme in this place. Aside from being a comedian,
You hired me, dickwad.
I didn't. Howard did.
Okay, well, fine. What does that tell you?
You're a funny guy, but what credibility do you have to be on the
I
show?
don't need any other credibility except that I'm funny. You were an intern.
I wasn't an intern, Artie.
Well, I don't know. I remember Boy Gary when I started listening.
I got paid to fucking be here, douchebag.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's gotten very ugly.
Wow.
We all knew this day was coming. Artie will eventually turn on everyone here.
Right.
Including you, Howard.
No.
Well, I'm telling you, Artie will fucking wheel around, and he'll give you this rap one day as well.
Well,
yeah.
Do you deny that?
Maybe I'll deserve it.
Do you deny that?
Well, I can't wait. I'm preparing it every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know.
Maybe, hey, but listen, if Artie thinks I've wronged him, he has carte blanche to certainly let me know. Same with anyone on this show, as you have many times. That's what makes it interesting. But obviously, you guys have a beef.
We'll sit there going,
Gary,
we don't know what Artie's lying about. No.
The funny thing, Artie, again, is this...
And then Gary goes, well, he lies about everything. He lies about everything.
This is the way everyone here feels about you.
He lies about everything.
And if anybody had any balls, they'd all come in and tell you.
Let's line them up. Line them up. Come on, Eagle fan.
Although I got to admit, Gary got me thinking maybe the urine story isn't true.
I know. If they keep talking without anybody there to rebut them, they'll make you believe. I mean, the only person there to rebut them is, Will.
Is that is it ridiculous to think that that's a funny line? It might be a funny joke for you to tell that you brought in urine and that it's fake? I mean, is it that ridiculous that you fucking lie about stuff?
Why would I lie about that?
Why do you think it's so personal that people think you lie? At this point, why would people not think that you tell the truth?
Calling me I'm a liar? I shouldn't take that personal.
You lie about everything, Artie.
I do not.
Oh my God, dude.
Well, give me some examples.
About everything.
Give me some examples. How about every time he says I wasn't on heroin, I didn't take it. Every time it's bullshit.
That's self-preservation type lying. That's like anyone would lie about that. Have you ever lied to a boss?
Of course
before?
I've lied before.
Okay, so what the fuck are you talking about?
So I'm saying it's a funny line. It's a funny line to say I brought urine in. I paid a pal.
That's a funny line?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
It's a good story.
It is. It's interesting.
I decided to tell it.
So fucking insulted
that's
that people
why
think you're lying about
crowbarred it
that.
into the news at 10:45.
I don't know. It's still funny. And I don't think it's that ridiculous that people think you might make it up. Because Christ, your fucking track record isn't that great.
Right, my track record isn't that great.
And call me a douchebag intern or whatever. I'm not funny. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't call you an intern.
I don't give a shit.
I called you not funny.
It doesn't matter to me what you think of me, to be honest with you.
Well, it doesn't matter to me what you think of me, you
dickwad. You're a miserable fuck. So
okay,
I think you're a good guy, and I love you, Artie, and I do love you. Well, what is that? Why is that so ridiculous?
I'm a miserable fuck,
dude. You're the one back there.
You're the miserable fuck.
Call me a fag or whatever. Hopefully you punch me.
I didn't call you a fag. When did I call you a fag?
You called me all kinds of names back there, so I'm going to
No,
come in and
I
defend
never
myself.
said fat.
And I'm not
That's
gonna
in your
say,
own
like,
head.
And I wasn't.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I'm not that worked up. I'm just saying it wasn't malicious when I said that. I thought you were lying yesterday. I thought it might be
Wasn't
funny.
malicious when you called me a liar.
Dude, about that? Like, why am I on living in
Why would I
Will,
fucking make up that I bought
think
this?
what Will is saying is...
What is Will saying?
I'm getting it now. Now I understand what Will is saying.
Okay, thanks.
Will is saying, listen, even in your book, you write about all the times that you lied when it concerned drugs. This is another drug story.
Right, okay.
So the fact of the matter is the guys
What
are saying,
benefit
who
would
knows
I
if
get
it's
out
true?
of this? A couple of laughs?
Listen, what benefit would you get out of asking me to
What
give you a drug
benefit do I
test?
get out of
No
the-
one knows. With this
What
drug
benefit
thing
do I
is,
get out of saying I bought piss?
I don't know.
I mean,
it's funny.
right, you don't know.
It's a great story,
Oh,
so
it is.
maybe it's just a great story that's part of the Artie persona.
Well,
you know.
another winner.
Yeah.
Another radio award
Dude,
for a great
honestly,
story.
I won't bring your name up
I bet I
again
could
on
beat.
air.
I bet I could beat
apologize.
Maria Melito for funniest minute with that one.
I thought it was great.
I think you could.
Matter of fact, I'm putting the made-up buying piss story against anything Maria Melito does this year.
All right. Well, thank you, Artie and Gary, having words with Will and.
Just so we know, seriously, Artie, I know you could care less. You are literally dead to me in terms of the wrap-up show, and in
Good.
general too.
What are you going to talk about then?
Look, we'll talk to each other, and I'll deal with you here as best as I have to.
What are you going to talk about? Booking people?
We don't have to mention you because you know what? I, like most of the audience, is bored with it.
Okay. Right. Fine.
Don't fucking talk to me. Send your fucking minion Teddy or whatever the fuck. If you need something, don't fucking deal with me. Don't talk to me. Don't
Okay.
fucking call me again.
You got it. Who should I call when I lie about being sick?
Well, Gary.
I'm only 6 months ahead of the real thing.
Gary, let me ask you, why are you so worked up?
Because you know what? This is the real Artie. This is who Artie really is.
No, you want me to tell the truth.
But Artie's upset that.
I love that he picks this to be mad about.
Well, wait a second. Artie's allowed to be mad that you said
And I'm
he
allowed to
lied.
be mad back.
All right.
He fucking took shots at me, so I'm allowed to be mad back. Listen.
Okay, so why are you? You're not dead to me, Gar.
Whatever relationship Artie and I had evaporated a long time ago anyway.
Why is that? Why is that?
We've been nice to each
Why
other
is
here,
that, Gar?
Because I just don't trust you anymore.
Okay. I don't understand how I ruined Gary's trust.
We
I
don't
really
have any
don't.
relationship, really.
Well, what do you want us to do,
we're not
Gary? You
really
want to go get a beer? We have very different
We don't
lives.
have anything in common.
We have different lives, Gary. I mean, of course. How are we going to hang out besides the show?
And you clearly don't really like me anymore. So
No, I didn't like what you said yesterday, and I got very pissed off about
I
it.
don't think, and I thought for a long time you don't like me.
Artie is saying he doesn't
No,
like what
I
you
hated
said.
what you said yesterday. I don't not dislike you. Well, how is that my problem?
It's not.
Why? Why do you think that?
Artie, it's not your problem. I didn't say it's your problem. I got it under control. I know how to handle it.
Okay.
And listen, when it comes to work, we'll work. I would never do anything to jeopardize anything that goes on the show. But for you and I not to talk to each other is not going to change our relationship all that much.
All right. Well, who do I call when I lie about being sick?
Call me. I'll accept your lies.
Okay, Gar.
Because that's work related.
And it'll hurt you again. It'll betray you again. Gary crying on his way to work.
Well,
Artie's lying again.
I think everybody spent too much time thinking about you.
Okay, good. Well, let's stop then. That would be fantastic. That's all I want.
It is so done, buddy.
Great. I can't wait to
Well.
hear more about how you booked Richard Lewis in 1982 on the wrap-up show. This is some beauty.
You don't like the wrap-up show. I enjoy it very much. actually.
Apparently he's listening.
Artie's
I love it.
Artie's so talented and so funny that
No,
he's
I didn't say that.
He's above the wrap-up show. That's too low for him. He's too
I go in
awesome
all the
for that.
time. I go in all the time.
Not really, not anymore. You haven't really been in months.
That's not
God
my
knows what you're up
contract.
to.
I go right to do heroin as soon as I leave here now. I have a heroin appointment at 11:15. I can't do the wrap-up show.
Is that the truth or a lie?
That's a joke. You couldn't tell the fucking difference.
I know, because I'm beneath you.
No, because you're horribly unfunny. But I think you're a nice guy.
And beneath you.
No, you're boring and unfunny. You're not beneath me.
Was he boring and I'm funny in Afghanistan?
Oh, my God. I'm glad Nick DiPaolo and David Tell had a few less minutes on stage.
Wow. Oh, you just hurt.
Artie, let's that joke. Let's just be a little bit honest. Nobody's time was cut into because I was there. You could have gone for fucking days if you wanted to.
Yeah, I got news for you. I'm mad at you now, and you're hurt by that. But listen, I'm trying to piss you off right now because I'm mad at you. All right,
but you're doing it.
Okay, well that's my goal. That's my goal because I felt very hurt by what you're throwing all these casual statements out that if people are not listening all the time, they're just going to hear Artie lies about everything. Artie's a liar. That's not true. That is not a true statement, and it aggravated me. And that could hurt me in a lot of ways, personally, professionally. And you just throw it out casually, and it pissed me off. So I came in here, and I'm defending myself. By yelling at you.
Why would you bother talking to me? Why don't you just?
Because you're the one who fucking said it. What do you want me to do?
But you could have come in and talked to me.
Well, it's more fun to fuck with you on the air. What did you say yesterday about when I spilled 2 inches of icy?
I see.
That was really. I'll be brutally honest with you. That was you being like, "Fuck you, clean it up."
Yeah,
and that's what I put up
that's
there.
exactly what it was.
Going to get cleaned up?
That's exactly what it was. I forgot about it. I didn't know about it
because some fucking underling was standing there that'll take care of it. That's what you think of.
You're not an underling to me. You make more than me.
I'm the only one standing there. Who else was going to do it?
I don't know. You got to get to the wrap-up show. Start the story. You got to get to the wrap-up show by 11 to call me a liar by 11:02.
I took my tissues and threw them on the floor and told Artie I told Gary to pick them up.
Yeah, I know, and that's what he bullshits too. He sits in here yelling at you into the air.
No, I was
all
kidding
the
him.
time.
No, I picked up my own thing. Right, Gary?
Yes, you did, Howard.
What about when you made him go get your cum rag at your house?
That was necessary.
He didn't make Artie, here's another one of your lies. He didn't make me. I volunteered to do it.
I'm sorry, that was a lie.
Any man would want to touch my cum
rag. He trusted me, and I said I would go. Right. He didn't make me do it.
No, any man who you'd ask to do that for is making you do it.
He didn't ask him.
I didn't ask him.
Yeah, I know. Gary went to go, I mean, is there anyone else in the world you'd ask to do that for?
But he didn't ask me.
I know. You were just being a good producer.
He said, I got to get rid of the thing, and I said, I'll go take care of it for you.
When you had lunch with Rob Burnett, did you ask him if he ever got Dave's jizz rags?
I know I haven't had lunch with Rob yet.
I thought you had lunch with Rob. Hey, do you know about this? Gary, in an effort to
He's preparing for the future.
Oh, my God. What is now happening?
Why don't you go to a bread line?
A future that will never include Artie Lange.
I'll be dead. We all know that. I won't only be dead to Gary. I'll be actually dead.
Really
That's what Gary said. You have 6 months anyway. You might as well be dead to him now.
Right. That's nice for Gary to say that. The only difference between Gary insulting me and me insulting him is when I do it, it's funny. So people remember it. He tells me I have 6 months to live. That's fantastic, Gary. Thanks.
You practically write it in your book.
I know.
How many times in your book do you say, I can't believe I lived to be what I am now?
Well, listen, dude, I don't know. I question my mortality because of how I've lived. I agree with you.
I'm going to tell you something. As mad as you are, Gary, I can tell, I know you guys have differences here and there now. But Gary is so upset about you because he loves you so much. Now, you're never going to get that, but I'm telling you.
Well, maybe I'm upset because Gary... Look, a lot of people said shit in that room.
Yes.
And a lot of people make accusations. And of course, Will is right. I don't care about him.
Right.
But Gary, I do. Of course, it hurts more with Gary. Gary's a major reason I'm sitting here. He's a big part of my career. And he means a lot to me. His opinion means a lot to me. At some point, Gary, I think he got in his head that for some reason I don't like him or whatever, and he projects that on me, and it eats away at him, and I think Gary changed our relationship in his head. So every time Gary says something like that, like I'm a liar, I go, I heard that in the car yesterday, and I'm going, God, does Gary really fucking think I'm just a blanket liar about everything? That hurts. It does.
I think he thinks anything drug-related is a lie.
Well, listen.
No, he was saying everything. That's what Artie is objecting to.
I mean, look, I'll admit to that. There's been times where I did heroin, and I said, no, I didn't do heroin. There's been times I was pulled over speeding by a cop, and I said, really? Was I doing 80? That's what happens. That's life. You lie about shit.
You're right in Gary's case, and Artie's right in his case. He's so angry at Gary because it matters to him. You don't get angry about people that don't matter to you.
Right. That's right.
It hurt me a lot to hear him say that. I don't care everyone else in that room is, first of all...
Is this the makeup phase? Because I like the arguing phase better.
I know. Well,
I'm not ready to let go of that.
You love that more than anything.
Well, you brought it up. See, you brought up that Gary is hurt.
I mean, Artie lied about seeing a shrink for 6 months.
I know.
That was work related.
How is it work related? Were we going to fire you if you didn't go?
No, listen, there's people in my...
That was lazy related because you didn't want us to break your balls, but we weren't going to fire you.
Well, I'll certainly admit to being lazy, but you guys, here's a bulletin, Gary. You guys aren't the only people in my life that are affected by that. I didn't, my mother was comforted in thinking I might have been doing that, so like you do to your parents sometimes, yeah, you lie.
But now you admit that your lies are wider than just drug related.
No, the shrink is drug related. It all ties into, if you want to call it a disease. First of all, I don't think it's a disease. I think it's just a bunch of assholes who want to get high. But if you want to call it a disease, whatever, then that's part of it, the lying and all that. I mean, Dr. Drew will tell you that.
Dr. Drew did tell us that.
Right, of course. I mean, and it compounds and stuff, but I've never lied. Have I embellished stories to make them funnier? Yeah, but that's my job. I didn't lie about buying piss.
Is Artie still dead on the wrap-up show, Gary? I think that's a major discussion that you shouldn't give up.
I'm not going there anymore.
To the wrap-up show?
No, yeah, I'm going to the wrap-up show.
Oh, shit.
But listen, I'm at the point now where Artie is mad at almost everything I say in the wrap-up show.
No, guys, that's a lie. How am I mad at everything you say in the wrap-up?
And Artie's,
I'm not mad at you. I think it's funny.
And Artie's quite honestly poured to tears by me.
Oh,
but listen, now I don't know what I can and can't say about.
I like when you discuss Artie. I think you should continue to do it.
I like when you discuss me. It fascinates me.
I don't know what I can and can't say about Artie anymore.
You can say everything.
Say whatever you want, Gary. How am I your boss? I'm not telling you what to do.
He's just telling you didn't like it.
Right.
The show's working.
You want me to not? Yeah, I'm reacting to it.
You're like the Rush Limbaugh of Artie. Like, in other words, you say stuff and it provokes. It's a provocative show. You've gotten a response. It means it's not boring.
Artie's your Democratic Party.
You know what's so crazy about Gary, too? He's in this cloud about my opinion with the Afghanistan shit. We were over there for a week.
Right.
He knows how much fun we had together. He knows it was good. He was there, and he still doubts it. You know what I mean? It's like
I doubt it because I wasn't there.
Right. I mean, of course.
Hold on. You didn't take a shot at whether we had fun or not. You took a shot about whether you wanted me there. Whether we had fun or not isn't the...
Garrett, listen, I came in here today knowing that you're so insanely sensitive about that, and I was pissed off at what you said, so clearly I'm trying to make you mad.
So you know what? Here's the really fucked up thing. This is what it all comes down to. I don't know whether to believe you right now. I swear to God, I don't know.
I don't know what the truth is. Did you really like having? I think he liked having you in Afghanistan.
But I think Artie sees that he upset me so much
that he
that
feels
now
bad.
He's reeling it in, and I don't know.
Listen, man.
I don't know where the truth of the lie is anymore.
No. I did upset you. Mission accomplished.
Did you mean
it? Yeah, Garrett, listen, man.
Did you mean it, Artie?
If you can't tell whether or not if you can't tell whether or not I wanted you there by our experience there together, then that's fucked up. I mean,
but maybe you didn't want him there, and it turned out better than you thought.
Right, that's the whole point. I don't doubt that we had a good time there, but I'm still not sure that you wanted me there.
Okay, all right. Well.
Did you want him there?
Yes.
I don't think that's honest.
Oh, boy.
I got to go with Gary on this one.
Come on, Artie, be the brutally honest guy.
You're a better
you said you were
going
to be brutally honest. Be brutally honest. You did not want Gary in Afghanistan.
I'll tell you what.
All
it's fucked up because we were just arguing and yelling, but I did want him to come.
I believe you being truthful.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's being deceptive.
Do you want to take a lie detector test on that question alone?
I'll take it.
You will.
Sure.
You will take that.
Because I just want Ed Torrey in here for any reason.
Right, me too. Do you want Artie to... nothing drug-related to say, just one question. Did you want Gary in Afghanistan?
Well, if I would certainly take that lie detector test, but... You know, again, that fucking detector test isn't credible. It said Ralph is gay.
Ed is one of the top guys in the country. What are you talking about?
And he lied, not just Ed.
Right.
Ed is
You're just saying the...
in general.
In general, the test, you don't buy it.
Yeah.
Do you want him to take the test, Gary?
No, I just want him to tell the truth. I don't need a test. Just, Artie, tell the truth now, and then I'll accept it.
Well, Artie says this is the new truthful Artie about you, so here it comes. I'm going to ask him one last time. Okay. Artie, in light of the fact that you are the new truthful Artie, And you're going to talk the truth because Gary told the truth. He feels you lie about everything.
Everything, right.
Every fucking thing in your life is a lie.
See, this is good with how.
All right, so now.
If you said this was Thursday, you'd be lying.
Right. We don't even know if you know what day it is. So here's the thing, Artie.
It's the last day before we have a day off.
Did you want Gary in Afghanistan?
Yes.
You know what? He gave me this smile too before he said it.
No, I did.
And you looked at Gary, and you
curly.
looked at Gary, and you felt bad for him. You're looking at that TV screen.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
That's not, I mean,
you feel bad for him.
he does have a Bob Cratchit look there.
I believe Artie did not want. I believe Artie is lying now and does not.
Well,
Here's
that's
what
what
I
you're
think
saying.
happened.
Yeah.
I think Artie had a different idea in mind when he was crafting the whole thing.
He's a mastermind. Artie's
And
idea was to go to somehow score pure heroin in
No,
Afghanistan.
I was crafting Operation Mirth.
And he had a whole scenario of who he was going to invite and certain people he needed for various aspects of being Artie. And then Gary said, I'd like to go. And Artie, had to change his plan.
I didn't. I had someone else in mind who was a friend of mine. I didn't ask Gary the same reason I didn't ask a guy like Fitzsimmons or even Levy. They have kids, and I just try. I said no to kids, but Gary was aggressive and he brought it up. So I'll say that I did have a friend in mind to come.
Right.
But when Gary wanted to come, that took up the other seat. And look, Gary is a guy known from the show. Anybody who's a fan of the show would love to see Gary. So, well, there you go. So,
The friend wasn't going to perform, correct?
No, he wasn't.
That's important in other words, I didn't take up a performer's spot.
Right. He wasn't performing.
No.
But let's face it, your friend would have been a lot more fun than Gary.
Quite frankly, my friend might have got lost in the poppy fields.
I don't know what Artie's friend was going to do there. Artie was sleeping most of the trip.
Yeah, well, that's not a lie. So
how about the Crafts?
in the beginning?
How about when the owner of the New England Patriots?
Right.
I want the truth now.
Okay, I'll give you the truth on all this stuff.
When the Crafts,
Yeah.
that's the Kraft family. They hired you to do the birthday, and then all of a sudden, Gary somehow glommed on.
Well, I'll be dead honest with you here. I was actually thrilled he came because it was someone to make small talk with them.
Right.
I didn't know them that well.
Right. So you liked when Gary
No,
was
the
there.
guy was. That's something I would have asked him to do.
Can I tell you why I decided to go? They sort of asked.
What are you doing in here?
Well, because I think at this point I'm pretty sure Artie's not going to throw anything at me.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the Crafts, I knew them before they had asked Artie, and in fact, they had contacted me about Artie going.
Yeah.
So on a weird level, I felt a responsibility to make sure everything went right, not only for Artie's sake, but for their sake as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were Artie wasn't bringing anybody but his cousins, and I thought.
And Artie lies about everything, so he might not have shown up.
But no, it wasn't that. I just knew that.
That's something I show up for.
No, I knew Artie did. I knew Artie didn't know them.
Right.
I knew that he was there to perform, but that it was going to be a private party.
That was very helpful.
But I did it as much for the Crafts as I did it for Artie, and then absolutely a part of it I did for myself. I wanted to see what was going on up there.
It was an
fun.
interesting, it was a private jet back and forth. It was fun, but I would have been in a bit of a disarray without Gary there because I don't like making small talk with people who I barely know.
Was there anybody you had to kick off the plane this time? Because
there was plenty of room.
No, that was
sounds like you two are back to being buddies.
The worst thing I did on that trip was that.
Wow,
really,
we've gone full circle here.
Is Artie alive again to Gary?
I don't know. He's got a heartbeat. The worst thing I did on that trip to Artie was Artie's uncle and I watched American Idol on the plane. He looked at us like we were a couple of homos. Artie was like disgusted.
Yeah. Me and my Uncle Tommy at least didn't watch it. But look, all right, this might have been the quickest argument makeup in the history of the show.
All right, well, there you go. You guys had a lot of bad words.
I just can't believe that. Obviously, look, that's a sensitive subject, the Gary, the Afghanistan thing. I can't believe that whatever got in his head with that doubt is so there that we were fucking over there. Like, I can't hide disdain for somebody for a week.
I forgot
Not in Afghanistan.
No, but I didn't think you had disdain. You're missing the point. I didn't think you had disdain.
If I
for
resented
me.
you for any reason for coming and taking a friend's spot, believe me, it would have come out when I was on the 15 Valium in Kyrgyzstan airport.
It sort of did at one point.
It did?
Well, no, Artie got really mad at me at one point during the trip, and it got really ugly. That was very hurtful to me, too.
When was that? Oh, on the Valium?
Or after the
I was on
the 40 Valium?
After the night.
You see, no, don't exactly. It was 15 Valium.
It was 15?
Oh, it was only 15? And what
No,
else
it was
What
50 by
size were
8
they?
Ambien and 3 shots of wild turkey.
Oh my God in heaven! What are we gonna do?
And by the way,
Dude, I was
That
in, I
would
was
kill
in,
an elephant.
I was in
God.
Kazakhstan.
Oh, my God.
All right.
How do
It's
you
easy.
handle
It's
that
easy
many-
not to drink in Ibiza, wherever you guys go.
How many drugs can you take?
He has a tremendous constitution. Listen, the late John Belushi and Chris Farley had tremendous constitutions.
Wow.
Everyone always says that.
They were dead at 33.
That's right. You've outlived them all.
You're a better drug taker than they are.
He has more tolerance.
What did you used to say years ago when I used to listen to you? What you used to say, Keith Richards is the best
greatest white drug taker ever.
Well, the guy is. I mean,
at him.
first
He's
of all,
alive.
He's
even
still alive. I mean, he
even
looks like Dracula.
Even the cigarette smoking. I mean, this guy smokes constantly.
On stage.
On stage. He can't even put down a cigarette. And when he's in the middle of a guitar solo, he's got one burning in
Right,
it.
he's got the cigarette in the guitar.
Him and Ron Wood, both.
Yeah, and the guy's, thin and looks good, for a guy who's done that much.
So crazy, he ran up a tree and almost killed him.
Right.
Anything I said on that shit, you can't believe. I mean, of course.
It was. Again, part of me was like, I wondered if it was truth serum.
What did he say?
Well, let me tell you what happened.
Yeah, but I don't even remember.
Artie and I never had this out, and as long as we're having it out, I want Artie to know because I don't know I don't know what he remembers and what he doesn't. So the whole temper tantrum in the airport, I'm there also videoing everything.
Right.
And a couple of times I went to pull the camera out. I go, you know what, man? This just I wanted to, but he was in such a state that I felt if he saw the camera, he'd smash it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he was frantic and
Right.
wanted to be out of Russia.
Get out of there, yeah.
And you know what? We were all right behind him. Nobody's going to deny. We were all like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
You were handling it much more professionally.
Right.
I was ready to pay what, $18,000 for a flight.
Howard, the worst part of it was we walked right by the plane we were supposed to be on.
Right.
Like we were on the tarmac and we go, oh, there's our plane. They go, yeah, you can't get on that one. We're like, when's the next plane? They're like, oh, I think 36 hours. We're like, fuck,
And this is after 20 hours of playing cards and killing time at Bagram in Afghanistan while we watched toilet paper get loaded.
But why couldn't you get on your flight?
Because it was already, the doors were shut.
But I don't understand. Were you late?
Yes, we barely made it.
But that wasn't our fault.
Oh.
It wasn't our fault for being late. We were so long at one airport, the connecting flight, we just...
So it's the airline's fault.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, no, it was the Army's
but
fault.
a military flight, you can't yell at them.
Right.
It's like, look, you're fucked.
All right, so now Artie's in the airport. Artie's very upset. He takes, he gets the pills and he gets drunk and he's throwing things. He's pissed. And like I said, we're all pissed too. I'm not giving him any shit about that. So we end up going back to the base, and we go back to the
But you
back.
didn't throw things and stuff.
No. But so now Artie's really,
I did.
Artie's really, he's fucked up beyond belief.
Right.
I mean, he's really, really out of it. He goes back to his room, and he sits down, and I come in with a camera, and I say, Artie, what do you want to say? And I know that he's fucked up, but this is so important to the story. I know that I would never in a million years use this piece of tape.
But why tape it
without
then?
showing because it's a moment that's getting lost. You
Plus,
were calm.
plus
But
it's
isn't
one
it
of those
great to
moments.
just have that moment lost?
Yeah, but isn't that one of those moments that will become legendary?
No.
And-
I
and
think,
then
see,
if
at
you
this
have
point,
the
this is
option
where
not
I
to use
argue.
it.
I think a true friend does not tape that.
No,
But
wait
I
a
would have
second.
never, ever,
But wait
ever
a second. It could
shown
be.
it without.
It could be just the other way. Like you
You're thinking
throwing
like-
the thing
you're
at
thinking
Teddy
like
was
a media
terrible,
guy.
but then it became.
I can't. No, but Howard, I can't.
No.
I can't
Remember-
watch that. I
Right.
cringe looking at it.
I cringe looking at it too.
Yeah, but okay.
But it could be the thing that makes you snap out of whatever it is you're in that you won't make the right decision
I think I
for.
could figure that it looked pretty
yeah, but at the same point,
without the video.
when you work on this
Sometimes you
show,
need to
and you guys were nice enough not to air that for 2 hours.
yeah. Well, you told me to air it.
Yeah, right. Okay, clearly I'm fine. We
Don't
called
blame me
Artie.
for that.
We called Artie.
I said, Artie, I'm not going to air it.
He's in a straitjacket, and he said,
Howard.
air it.
You called me and told me to air it.
Our decision was not to air it, Artie. Why did
Yeah.
you overrule it?
Yeah, right.
We didn't air it.
Yeah, right. That's the truth.
Well, why would you listen to anything I said? within
Because
a
I
day?
believe you. At least then I did.
All right, can I finish? I want to finish the
Good
story because
Lord.
it's important. It's
Yeah.
important for me to get it out. So now Artie and I are in this little tiny dorm room together.
Okay.
And I start taping it. Artie goes, shut that fucking thing off. He goes, I know exactly what you're up to. I know how you are. I know what the fuck you're thinking. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I got it. I got all that.
right.
Well, wouldn't you think that if you're like on the ground throwing up and I'm got a camera? Need anything,
But you know
Garrett?
what? I could always erase that. I could never go back and get
Why
it.
would you even tape
Because
it?
it's just the thought of
Because you might have wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we move
great.
ahead. But
I might have wanted it.
let's move ahead. So
God,
I shut that
you guys
camera
are
off
living in a
immediately.
different world.
He's very upset. He's very agitated.
You should never have turned the camera off.
I shut the camera off.
That's my problem with it.
And then Artie, I thought, fell asleep. And I have to tell you, it was me and Dave Attell and Nick DiPaolo, Jim Florentine. It's like 5 in the morning now. It's light out. We all tell Artie we're going to bed. We're like in 5th grade. So that Artie thinks that we're all going to our rooms, and then we agree that we're going to meet out in 5 minutes to go get breakfast. But we don't want Artie to know. We don't want Artie to know we're out. So we're standing out in front of the barracks, and we're all having this conversation like, oh my God, Artie's so fucked up. We're just sort of like, decompressing and everything, and all of a sudden Attell goes, oh shit, there he is.
He's out.
So Artie was out. It was like, fuck. And that's when
like
Artie
he
got out
in front of everybody, and I don't know what Artie remembers and what he doesn't, but in front of this group of guys, Artie came right at me. Physically, and he's like, you motherfucker, I know you, more of the same, you fucking cocksucker, you piece of shit, and just started calling me the worst names you can imagine.
Wow.
And then the next morning, the next afternoon,
I slept right up until the plane.
Artie got up, and when he saw me, he goes, yeah, by the way, last night I was a lot out of line. All right, let's go get some breakfast.
Yeah.
So that was.
Well, I forgot. I don't remember.
I was
all
terrified,
that.
Howard. I was, and I wasn't sure what Artie remembered and what he didn't.
Well,
so there's a part of me that I've always thought, does Artie know what he said to me? And
I don't remember.
Was that just a simple apology, or does Artie not remember any of it? But I will tell you, Howard, did I talk to you about this in the summer? How hurtful it was to me?
Yeah.
I don't remember I don't remember details about what I said, but I mean, shit.
Yeah, Gary was on the phone with me for. I knew all about this. Like Gary was on the phone with me for days about it.
It hurt. It just really.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You could have called me and said it,
But I didn't know. I couldn't even figure. I almost didn't want to call you because if I did, I didn't want to remind you of what you might not have remembered.
Well, but see, now you know something that I don't really know all of that's festering, which is why you might be aggravated too, or might think that way about me. I don't know.
Well, it's also, again, since it happened there, it's a part that makes me wonder, did Artie want me there?
No, I mean, in that state, I was mad someone was filming me, I mean.
No, I get it.
And that makes me question someone's friendship if they're filming me while I'm, practically throwing up in an army
whether he's a good producer. He stopped filming.
Well, there's that. Well, there's that too. To me, I'm like, okay, what's
the fuck is he over there if he ain't filming that great moment?
But it wasn't your video he was shooting, was it?
Well, it was for the TV
you
show.
start thinking if I'm going to jump off, a cliff, does he talk me off the cliff, or does he videotape me jumping?
He's a documentarian.
He can't help you with a cliff. Once you're going over that cliff, you're there.
That's making the news, not recording it.
I'll tell you one thing though.
What do you want to jump off a cliff and not have a memory of it?
I'll tell you one thing that would be great for my kids to see.
Here's your dad.
You're not having kids.
I want to have an illegitimate kid. I decided.
Oh my!
Like the Jerry Lewis thing.
Yeah.
And then, but I'll take care of it.
Angie Everhart announced yesterday she is having a child.
And doing a reality show.
It could be Artie's child.
So listen.
If it was Artie's baby, it'd be fantastic.
Here's the funny thing about that whole thing. As fucked up as I was, the Army guy that was with us, the Vietnam guy, Jeff Anthony, this fucking, black guy who could do like 1 million push-ups and sit-ups. And
strong guy.
And he just knows everything about the military, and he's just been there, done that. He was tolerant of a lot of our bullshit behavior, okay?
Right.
And he tolerated a lot of bullshit from me.
Right.
But the one thing I remember in that man is he had enough of me. Okay.
So back at the barracks, already wandering around.
Right, I'm wandering around.
High as a kite.
Clearly fucked up.
Which that was their biggest fear in getting Artie over there.
He really did tell them that he was fine.
Jeff turned to us, and he goes, "You fucking guys got to figure this out."
Yeah,
and I'm like, you saw what we're doing.
So I guess at one point he just got, it's like the Marine in him.
Yeah, these guys aren't gonna figure it out.
This asshole junkie hippie fucking comedian. So he went over to me, and this I do remember, and he grabbed me by the shoulder. Now, I only knew this guy to be a friendly guy the whole time. He grabbed me, and he got me in like a mini headlock. And he looked at
me, make friends wherever you go.
He looked at me, and he said, listen, motherfucker, this is an Army base, okay? You get the fuck inside and go to sleep.
And you listened, right?
And I went right inside. I marched
inside. See, that's what you need. You need to join the Army.
He's not yelling at that guy.
Right. I said, if this 58-year-old guy beats the shit out of me right now, I mean,
did he see the tirade against Gary?
Yeah,
no,
I'm sure. Well,
no, he didn't.
Oh, he wasn't there.
He didn't. It was just it was Dave and Jim Florentine and Nick and.
Meanwhile, me and Attell had just talked for years. Me and Attell have always talked about how we want to get off booze and all sorts of drugs and everything in the road. And Attell, I think, has still been sober for almost a year.
I think you cured him.
Which is fantastic. But
he doesn't want to drink again, he said.
He had been sober for four months at that time. But the only thing with Dave is he smokes, I'm going to say 5 packs of cigarettes a day.
I know.
He can't get rid of that. But
he also doesn't sleep much either.
No, he's a vampire, Attell.
Yeah.
He is, and he's always been. That's why he's such a great comedian. Like on Easter Sunday, on Christmas Day, Attell had 5 spots at the Comedy Cellar.
Wow.
That's why he's so great. I'm sure.
Howard, do you know
talent and doing it?
We landed from this fucking 87-hour trip in Afghanistan. We landed at 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and Dave gets out. He gets his cell phone. I go, "Who you calling?" He goes, "I want to see if I can get a spot at the Comedy Store."
You know what? Here's a great day.
Wow.
Like that didn't work that night.
The day you landed.
We landed at 5. I think he went on at midnight.
Here's why he might be the greatest comic, I think, of my generation, like club comics, and why he deserves it is like in the beginning of the week, they call it calling in your avails, your availabilities to a club. Like on a Monday, you call up the manager of Stand Up New York or the comic strip or the Cellar, and you go, "Listen, I'm available Monday through Wednesday," and they go, "All right." You got a 9 o'clock Wednesday, 9 to 9:20, and they give you your spots for the week, and that's, you go. So, well, we're still in Afghanistan. We're in Kandahar, and Jim Florentine has a special cell phone that we can only use some of the time. We had just been bombed. There was a bombing that made the papers. We're all calling up our family and going, "I'm okay, we're okay." And then I hand the phone to Attell, and in the back I hear Attell go, "The name of the woman who runs the Comedy Cellar is Esty." He goes, "Esty, listen, I'll be back Monday. I got Monday through Friday."
Oh, my God. That's what he's using the
That's a real professional.
Called in
That's
his
the guy.
avails.
I like that guy. See, that's why I always admired him. All right, boys, it seems as if the fun part of this argument is over. Now it's the makeup part, and I can skip all that.
They can do that off the air.
Yeah, go make love to each other off the air.
All right.
Whatever. All right. That was a good argument, though.
Well, Artie was dead for a little while.
That was great when Artie was dead. Artie didn't like that. He didn't like being dead. They made up.
He came back.
A couple of knockout punches from both sides.
Did you see a white light, Artie, before you came back?
You know what that was like? That was Hagler Hearns. It was only 3 rounds, but a lot of blood.
Went fast. Yeah. I'm sure everyone enjoyed that, though.
Do you ever the Hagler Hearns fight? I have that on DVD. The end of the first round, Hagler's face is bleeding, and he looks at Tommy Hearns with a look of like such death.
Yeah.
And then he fucking knocked him out.
Yeah, Tommy Hearns. That was all going down when I was living in Detroit.
The
Tommy
Detroit
Tommy
bomber.
Hearns mania. Yeah. That's good stuff. All right, thanks for that nice fight, you guys. Good job. You guys can go
Thanks
home
for starting off the morning.
You know what? I got mad.
Just killed a nice 45 minutes for me.
I got mad last night thinking about as soon as I heard Gary say that, I got mad and it was festering, and I said, I'll sleep on it. And I woke up today okay, and then, something triggers you, and then,
Yeah, I might even in the next hour play it again, get you all worked up so you guys can go at it again.
Something triggered and Artie saw me.
No, I don't know. I just...
It was good for you. Give you some time on the show.
Oh, good. Yeah, because I haven't had enough air time.
You need some more air time. All right, that was fun.
Because I don't need none. I got none.
Because you blow guys.
I don't blow guys. I don't have teeth, you asshole. You blow a guy.
All I'm saying is there ain't going to be no
you're
gay
a real
cops.
asshole.
No, cops don't like the fags.
Yeah, I don't like fags because you are a fag. Look at you.
You're against me getting married?
Mess, you fat fuck.
You think he could get married and have children?
Who's going to have children with that fat pig?
How does he know I'm fat?
Look at you. You are fat, you fat fuck.
Oh, you're getting... Wait, Peter. You're getting a little bit of a gut, too, pal.
I don't got
fucking yell
no
at me.
Look at me. I'm skinny.
No,
Look
you're
at me.
not, you got a big gut.
I'm like 28 pounds, you fat fuck.
At least I don't wear a diaper.
What do you got here?
I don't wear a diaper.
Look at me. I'm skinny. I weigh 28 pounds. I'll pick your fat ass up and show your ass.
Because you shit your pants.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm a grown man now. I don't shit on myself no more, you black skinny
You shit
fat
all
fuck.
the time on yourself.
Look at you. You nuts, you fat fuck.
You shit your pants. That's why you wear a diaper.
Look at you. You're a fucking mess.
God, I'm arguing with everybody today. This is
Look
great.
at you. You're a fucking mess, you fat fuck.
Do you think I'm a liar?
Everybody don't want your book because you're a fat fuck.
Do you think I'm a liar?
Look, nobody don't want your book. Nobody don't want your book, you fat pig.
Nobody bought his book?
Nobody don't want to buy his book because he's a fat fuck.
Sal is giving him information now that he can't understand.
Nobody don't want your book. Nobody call you fat.
Listen to me. You bought my book and you said you loved it.
Nobody don't want your book. You fat fuck. Everybody hates you.
You called me at home and said you loved my book.
Yeah, you're a fat fuck.
Sounds like you've been hanging around with Bob Levy. He's been muttering to himself.
Hey, everybody around my way know he's a fat fuck. Look at him.
Yeah,
Artie's a fat fucker.
You're a fat fucking mess. Look
Hey,
at you.
Beat, so...
Hey, why don't you go shit your pants, fat?
I don't shit in my pants anymore. You
I guarantee there's shit in your pants.
Hey, hold it. Wait a second. Artie, you're out of line.
Take your pants off.
Look at you.
Beetle never shit his pants. It was that little midget guy who walks around and shits in his pants.
The midget shits in his pants for him?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you know what?
Ain't no midget here, you fat fuck.
Take off your pants and let's see the shit.
You fat fuck. Nobody hates you. Everybody hates you. Look at everybody. Oh, look at Artie's book. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Right. You love my book.
Yeah, nobody don't like your book. They say you're a piece of shit.
Did you read the book?
You're a fat fucking slob.
Did you read it?
He read the book.
Well, I want to read your book. You're a fat fucking slob.
Right. All
People
right.
fucking hate you.
People do not like you, Artie.
People don't even like you.
No. I first of all, nobody likes you.
Some fat ass.
Nobody likes you.
Hey, B, by the way, you know
fat
who
people don't like you.
Artie, you're wrong because on the phone is Wood Yee. He says he loves Beetlejuice. Hold
Fat
on.
people don't like you.
Let's listen to what Wood Yee has to say, Beat. Hi, Wood Yee. You're on with Beetlejuice. Yes. Go ahead. Wood Yee? Oh, boy, he's gone. I thought he liked you.
No one likes Beetle.
Oh,
Nobody don't like
we
you
go.
because you're a fat fuck.
Here he is.
I love a huge black cock.
Oh. You're a fan of Beetlejuice's?
Yes.
And what do you want to say to Beat?
I'll give you a bucket of chicken for a hand job.
Wow, he likes you sexually.
That's racist.
Not me. I ain't gay, motherfucker.
How big is your cock?
Must be talking to yourself.
You're not going to answer?
Can I suck your cock? You want to suck Beetlejuice's cock?
Suck your own cock, you dumb fuck.
Keep talking. I'm going to...
Why don't you suck Artie's cock, that fat bastard?
Oh, my. Quack, quack, quack. Quack,
You're
quack,
all
quack.
black, you asshole.
You blacks are more talkative
So
than the
fucking
damn king.
stupid. Get the fuck off the phone. Nobody don't like you anyway.
Wait, I think he's...
Christ, what the fuck is...
Go mess with
wrong
Artie,
you?
you fat
All right,
fuck.
Wood.
This sounds like a guy who Beetlejuice fucked.
Could you pardon me
you.
for a moment? I have to shit out some cum.
Fuck you laughing at, fat boy.
All right, Pete, you know what? It is great news that you've become a police officer. I commend you for that.
Pete, did you shit out cum ever when you shit your
Oh,
pants?
fuck you.
Hey,
Ever
Pete.
shit out cum?
Go fuck yourself.
Pete, congratulations on becoming a police officer. I think that's great. I think your work in the field is exemplary.
Hey, I have to do what I got to do. I have to do my own job, and that's what I'm going to do.
You're very, very
My
brave.
life.
You're very brave, and I commend you for that. Now, if you want to see Beat, this is what we're talking about. You got to get up to Vermont this weekend. It's going to be a party, right, with you and
Probably.
any girls come up there. Maybe you'll party with them.
I don't know yet, but I got to figure something out first.
Now, if you want tickets to all the shows, you go to cleanboxentertainment.com. Cleanbox.
Yeah, that's probably me, but unless they got to pay to get in to see the girl.
And by the way, if anybody else wants to book Beetlejuice, they can get him on jollydwarf.com, right?
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
jollydwarf.com. Why not?
Maybe they get it. Maybe if they want it. Maybe they want to call. Maybe they want something.
And by the way,
they have to come up. I have to come up with something
And
first.
Beat, I should mention that you're on the Killers of Comedy on the Road special, and that's on Howard TV right now. You're part of that whole big special television program.
Part by myself, yeah.
In fact, there's a it's
Matter
a
of
great
fact, I
scene.
got my own shows going, so I ain't worried about nobody else.
I was watching the special, and I invite all our fans to watch it.
What? Did you see it all around there? I do my own thing.
Oh, yeah, I saw when you were talking to Gary the retard. You guys,
Yeah, by myself, yeah.
you know, you guys are good friends.
I got my own thing going.
Did you hear that, Robin?
I
Did
got
you see
my own comedy going. I got my
Gary
own
the
thing
retard
going.
and Beetlejuice together?
Are they a team?
They do talk together, yes.
So you're gonna ask the people up on the stage tonight? You don't know yet, huh?
You ain't fucking blue cheese out of somebody's ass.
Gary, are you going to do that too?
Now I'm gonna take some whipped cream and I'm gonna tell Bob Levy, who's ever in charge, put it right between the tits, let me lick it out.
Oh, you want?
Not you, the girl.
Oh, you want the girl's tits?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, the girl's
I'm fucking tits about this fucking big.
So are you guys breaking off from the group and you're going to go out on your own?
Yeah, I do my own thing. I do my own comedy.
Is Gary another guy that you fuck?
Oh.
Fuck you.
All right. Anyway, thank you so much. Ed Torian has a question for you, Beat, if you don't mind, before... Yes, Ed.
How you doing?
He
Have
says...
you ever received a big cock in your ass?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Have you ever received a black cock in your ass?
The fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
Have you ever had
The fuck he's talking to himself?
Ed, can you repeat it?
Have you ever had sex with a farm animal?
What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know. He says he's a big fan.
He says you fuck farm animals.
It must be you.
Hey, Beat, great seeing you, man. Thank you for coming by.
You're welcome. Anytime.
And I didn't know you were against gay marriage. I thought you were for it.
Hell no.
All right, now I know.
Hell no. Part of this fat fuck does.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Yeah, you are?
I'm for gay marriage.
Well, good for you, asshole.
You can get married if you want.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you, fat fuck. Good for you.
I mean, I think you're getting a little bit of a
Good for
belly, too.
you, fat fuck.
And you know you like the
Good
book.
for you,
You
fat
called me
fuck.
and told me you like the book.
Fuck you, you fat bastard. Good for you. Good luck. Have a nice day, fat boy.
Oh, whoa.
Well, I mean, Jesus.
Hey, Beat, thanks.
Hey, Beat, let's make up. Let's make up.
Yourself, fat boy.
The only reason you're mad at me is because you care about me.
Get to Teddy versus Artie from yesterday.
I know.
I kind of thought Artie was a little out of line.
It sounds like Artie's kind of a tyrant.
Listen, ultimately, I was breaking his chops, but I said it would. In this case, it would have been me going, "Wow, that's impressive." But the fucked up thing is, I've met assistants of other people where they go, "It's unbelievable how great they are," and
Yeah,
I held him to a higher standard. But then he started saying stuff that you should just never say to a boss.
I kind of dug him. He was saying, like, you know what, Artie?
Yeah.
I remember you hired Teddy to fill music on your iPod.
Right, that was the initial
the mail.
And then to open your mail. And then all of a sudden now he's morphing into your everything go-to guy.
No.
But he's got a full-time job here.
No.
And he even said to you, Artie, I'm not devoted to you because I can only do it part-time. And originally,
no, we had to. You're not saying correct things right now.
I'm not.
No, we had discussions off the air where he became my assistant in every way. I needed him, and he's compensated for it. And it's he's taken care of. I realized that I did say, look, your job here has to come first because that's just how it is. But I mean. I was breaking his balls with this. I didn't really expect him to fucking think of reminding me about the wedding, and I enjoy busting his chops. But there's times he's dropped the ball, I think, and I bust his balls too much.
So here from the wrap-up show yesterday is, in case you missed it, I had missed it, and I heard these clips, and I thought they were worth playing. It's Artie and his assistant, Teddy. And Artie, upset that he missed the big wedding, Isaac's wedding. And
right.
He's trying to
blame Teddy for it.
A little bit, yeah. Here, listen to this.
I'm going to bring up something a little uncomfortable, Artie. And I have to because you brought it up on the air this morning. And I know we're all in the same room. And I'm not picking on anybody, but you do have a personal assistant.
Right.
So what happened there? Does this part of his job or not necessarily?
I don't know, Ted. Is this part of your job?
If I was asked to remind you about something, I would have.
Did you tell him to remind you? Because if you didn't tell him, then you can't.
No,
really blame him.
well, again, he got in touch with me through Isaac to get back to him with an RSVP about whether I was going by myself or not, like about 10 days. So he was aware that I had a wedding to go to.
And he gives me a schedule. Did you put that on any schedule?
No, I never knew when it was. I just knew to ask you if you're going alone or not alone. That was it.
Right, but that was a major discussion.
Yeah, you just told me, tell Isaac I'll be there, not
See, this
with
is
a
where
guest.
he whined. This is where I want to strangle him. Look, because he's acting like a bitch.
Look, if I worked for you full time, I would probably all day think about, what does Artie have to do now? What does Artie have to do now?
You make up my schedule.
Yeah, your part-time stand-up road schedule and a couple of interviews here and there. Not your daily, I got to get up at this time
But that's
schedule.
what
not me.
a
I'm not
personal
babysitter.
assistant does.
Well, then fine. Then whatever. Then that's not...
Gary, do you see what I'm dealing with here?
No,
am I
forget it.
raising my voice?
I'm done with this conversation. It wasn't my fault that you slept through a wedding.
Ted is done with this conversation.
That's it.
So now Ted is done with the conversation. So where do I go from here?
Yeah,
if you were my assistant,
that's great.
and someone said to you, could you find out if Artie's coming to my wedding alone or not? As someone who does my schedule, would you have said, by the way, when is that wedding? And when they told you the wedding, would you have put that on my schedule and made a note to maybe let me know about it.
You're asking me?
Yeah, you.
Gary, yes, I would have. Because I know that organization isn't your strong suit.
It's the biggest area I need help in.
So, it's funny to me because Teddy... I don't think it's really been clear what Teddy's supposed to be doing for Artie in Teddy's defense.
But how would you know that, though?
I get that vibe that it's sort of this quasi job, like it's sort of hazy. It's
nothing was hazy. Blurry. Nothing was hazy.
Like is he supposed to like Artie doesn't even have
make
email?
Up my schedule.
Artie doesn't even. Sometimes you can't reach him on the phone. So how do you even get his schedule?
Did you hear
to him?
the part where Teddy sat in a car for 2 hours?
Yeah, here I'll play this for you.
I love this.
I don't know if I have that clip, but listen to this clip. This is good. This is Artie complaining that he's disorganized and Teddy claiming he is disorganized as well.
The two disorganized people.
And that I get what I pay for.
Right, this is great.
You want to get awkward, Gary? Do you think Ted is a good assistant?
No. But I've told Ted that.
Right.
I don't think he's an awful... I think
why?
Because I see times...
In what areas does he need help?
An area like this, I see times where Ted can anticipate your needs, and he may not do that, or he may not be as thorough, but that's because Ted's never done it before.
Right.
I'm sorry, Ted.
No, you're absolutely right, Gary. When he asked me to do this a year ago, I took the job, but I'm just like you, man. I'm so disorganized anyway. This is not the best thing for me to be doing.
So then, why would you want to become an assistant?
I thought I could do it. I figured I'd get the hang of it. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into.
Maybe it seemed like a cool thing to come to a few gigs and hang out.
I can handle a lot of it.
And answer fan mail.
I can handle a lot of it. I can do a lot of it. But man, I mean, you are like, it's tough.
See, I've been with Artie a bunch of times, and the one thing you don't want to have when you have an assistant is you never want to have a doubt. You don't want to say, gee, when I step off the helicopter, will the car be there? I'm not blaming this one of you. I'm just giving you an example.
And you don't want to say, you don't want to have an assistant who goes, listen, I'm really disorganized.
Well, it's true. I'm not going to lie anymore. I'm not the most organized person.
You don't have to lie anymore. I'm finding that out.
Your honesty is admirable, I think, Teddy, but that was just not the right thing to say.
Look, I mean,
that would be like me
because...
going to Howard a year in. Look, Howard, I'm just not funny. I'm not funny.
All right, I get it. All right. So I maybe just buried myself.
You sound like a dumb guy there.
I don't care because there's a problem with it.
I know you're not organized.
I hate the way I feel inside now. I just hate this feeling and this uneasiness, this uncomfortable. He needs to hire someone better.
Well, I'm not even saying I would do that. I'm just saying
I think you should.
You can see by blurting out that you're not organized.
I know, but I don't think I'm going to take
issue with.
Yeah, and look, maybe we can work on certain things, but as far as being as organized as you want me to be, I can guarantee you now I'll never be that organized ever.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Way to sell yourself.
And then he tells Artie that. He's getting what he pays for.
If I gave you the 80 grand, what time frame can I expect you to get organized in?
A month.
So now you
4
could
weeks.
see yourself.
I quit here.
Organized.
I quit here,
right?
And you become my primary focus on everything.
Wow,
that's it. That's it. I wake up and that's it.
So you'd be dedicated to just fucking up my life.
Yes, messing up everything. But I would be. You would be the only thing that I ever, which is another situation because I'm not sure if I want to put myself in that. Like I don't want now everything to be all you because
that's
sometimes
what life is, Ted. When you take a job, there's pressure. In other words, like when Howard took this job, he took a lot of money.
You don't understand.
But he's guaranteeing them I'll do a good show. When I take a job, when I take a stand-up job every week, they give me a lot of money, don't they?
Yes.
And I guarantee them I'll put on a show.
And that's why
that's what life is.
I know, it's okay.
You gotta step up and go, look, dude, I promise you I will, if you give me this amount of money, I will be your guy. I can't have a gray area there.
No, there's no gray area there. It's just, the only gray area is whether or not, if I want to do it. That's it. If I should tell you to get someone else, or if I should make you pay me more money to do a better job. I mean, that's it. I don't know what to do. I need to decide. It's really what I want to decide.
The work level I'm getting now is so at this price I'm only guaranteed this quality.
You're getting what you're paying for. You're getting what you're paying for. I knew this would all come to a head one day, and I'm sorry.
It's not coming to a head. I'm not looking.
I'm sorry. I'm not the best at my job. I never claimed to be. That's it. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to quit? Do you want me to just leave?
But I'm almost trying to train you that later in life. Like, I mean, you look what you're saying. You're just buckling under and going, I'm not good.
I might fold under questioning.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well,
yeah, definitely don't hand him any of the contraband when the cops come.
I mean, Jesus. What? I'm broken now.
Wow. You broke the kid.
It was great.
No, but in his defense, I mean, I don't think he ever was like an assistant, like someone
And
who
he
takes.
has another
I didn't.
job.
By the way, I didn't ask him to do this. He very aggressively came to me and said, "I want to be your assistant."
Yeah.
But the thing that I was talking about, at one point, Teddy said it was impossible to work for Artie because Artie won't stay in touch. Artie won't answer phone calls.
Well, yeah, because like I know for me, like I have assistants. I have assistants on top of assistants and stuff. And I got Laura, you know, she's like the numero uno assistant. But the fact of the matter is, I still have to keep my own schedule. If I don't, I'm constantly like, Laura, what do I have to do? Like it keeps me out of control. Like there's some things you still have to do for yourself.
But what I'm saying is,
do.
Teddy then said, Artie said to him, be at my apartment at a certain time. So Teddy comes to the apartment.
Right.
He can't get in. He starts calling Artie on the phone. Artie doesn't answer the phone. He sits
Sometimes
there,
I just don't feel like hearing his voice.
sits there for 2 hours in the car.
Oh, that was his job
And
that
then
day.
he finally gets Artie on the, and he's complaining.
That's
I sat here
crazy.
for 2 hours. And Artie says, that's what I needed you to do at that
Teddy
time.
says it's bullshit. Artie asked him to be his assistant. Come in here, Teddy, and take that up with Artie then, if you want.
I remember differently.
Let's see what Teddy has to say. Teddy,
I don't have.
What?
There's my organized assistant. You look like a roadie
That
for
was
the Allman
pretty
Brothers.
much the worst thing ever. Listening to that back, Howard. I can't do this like when I got put on the spot like that.
No, I know. I was being a little cruel
And that's,
there. I
you
was
did
busting
ask
your
me to
job.
do this. I didn't aggressively come to you. You invited me to your apartment on my birthday and said, "Look, you know,
What?
yeah,
What
that
even
was
was your
the
birthday?
day." Because I remember it was my birthday.
Well, I mean, what does that have to do with
Different. I
anything?
got hired by you. No, I mean, it went from fan mail to saying, "Look, I could really use someone to come around." It was kind of a mutual agreement, but whatever. I mean,
he was comfortable with you. And
look, and I like doing it. It's just tough because he's not like we don't.
But
have
let me
a
just,
set-
can I
a set
explain stuff?
system.
You're not playing, first of all, that tape is incredibly edited, and you're not playing everything there. Can I tell him what happened New Year's Eve when you worked for me?
When I got drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. You told it yesterday.
Well, I mean, again, that wasn't played here. But,
yeah, go ahead.
So I big gig New Year's Eve, right, in Philadelphia.
Right.
And it's a big money gig, and I tell them, look, I'm on stage. It's your job to go get paid and make sure the other comedians are paid. And that's something I need you to do. That's a task.
Okay.
And then make sure the limo's all set because it's a crazy rainy night.
He was drunk, though.
Ted brings his girlfriend. He gets ossified.
Right.
Okay, ossified drunk. And,
That's not cool.
Right. So now I'm scrambling. I'm scrambling around. I find the promoter. I'm like, is this the right amount? Because my assistant's drunk. So I need to know if this is the right amount. Yeah, I'm doing all that busy work. And then finally, when all that's done, we get in the limousine. It's me, Teddy, and his girlfriend.
Right.
Okay? Now, I just want to decompress. I just did a big show, and I want to sit in the back of the limo and maybe listen
Just
to
chill,
my iPod and just chill out. Instead, for 2 hours, I have Teddy and his girlfriend, who are like the cast of Real World from hell. Two 25-year-olds arguing about their drunken 25-year-old life. And like, you just don't want me to go to work, right? She wanted to go to her work in Hoboken to meet some people. You don't want me to go to work because you don't like, no, I want to go to work. I almost fucking kicked them out of the limo. Right? I mean, I almost kicked them out of the limo twice. And then I said to Ted the next day, I said, Ted, why did you get drunk? He goes, it was New Year's Eve. I go, well, what if the limo driver got drunk?
Right.
Because it's New Year's Eve.
I mean, you were working. And he goes to me, all right, I dropped the ball there. So that's one of, So
it sounds to me like maybe you're ready to graduate to someone who is a professional personal assistant.
Right.
And maybe Teddy isn't really wanting to go in that career path. That this was kind of a fun thing to earn some extra money. It started out kind of light. Now it's turning into a real job.
But you see, I like the kid. I'm actually worried about him in life. I don't think I don't know what he's going to do.
Teddy,
all right.
Teddy, do you want to quit the job and have Artie get some professional? Maybe you're ready for a whole different level.
I'm just to be fair. I mean, obviously, I don't want, I don't want the pay cut. I don't want anything. I need, I love what I do.
He desperately.
But
See, the other problem in his life
Would
is
it be fair if you could just go along in this incompetent manner?
It's not fair at all. It's not fair.
No, okay.
And he deserves better.
What if he just paid you and you didn't have to do anything?
Well, you see, that's what. And the other thing that bothers me is like these. Like it was his birthday. And I just gave him a nice gift and
Right, what do you want?
bonus.
You know what?
And now he brings this up where he might want to quit after that happened.
No, I fault you.
That's bullshit.
I fault you, Artie. You haven't told me the job description. What is it you want Teddy to do?
Well, it's tasks that you would assume a personal
What
assistant.
are they? What is his job?
To a comedian on the road, stuff like I talked about when we're at the gig, organizing who gets paid what.
Cars, planes.
Making sure the car is there when it's supposed to be. And definitely putting together, at the very least, if it's not a personal schedule, a work schedule.
So does he do any of that?
He does, but in other words, like, enough fuck-ups happen to where I can't trust it, Howard.
Right, so you have to double check.
I'll tell this because we're talking about this. Yesterday, after all that happened, he calls me up and he goes, "All right, I got your schedule, man. I'm right. We're back to work." That's what he says to me.
Right, good. That's a good attitude.
So he goes, "All right, so now coming up, you got this, you got that, you got. Don't owe me because this is what this is what happens.
Mistake, bad day.
No. It's not one mistake. It's like." He goes, so you got this gig coming up October 5th. You got this October 9th. You got to tell me what the comedians are. You got Detroit next weekend, September 15th.
Okay, that sounds efficient.
All this stuff. He goes, but then, dude, really quick, you're doing that corporate gig. I agreed to a corporate gig on a rare, I'm doing somebody a favor.
Okay.
So on a rare work night, I'm going to do stand-up at a corporate party.
Got it.
And he goes, listen, dude, he knows those are stressful for me. He goes, that's coming up next week. That's September 12th. So we got to get going with that. And that's what he leaves on my answering machine. So I start thinking, and this is just in my head, I'm going, that gig isn't September 12th. It's October 9th. I just remember it's October 9th. Like, just my memory. So now I'm thinking, did the guy call and change it to September 12th? Because, A, if the guy did that, I want to punch him in the face. And B, if Teddy agreed to change that date without speaking to me.
What's wrong with him?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I go, Ted, the first thing I say to him, I go, first of all, Ted, I got your message. That corporate gig, is it September 12th? He goes, yeah, man. I go, Ted, I really don't think it is, man. I think it's October 9th. He goes, no, I got it right here. I got it in my notes.
All right.
So I go, Ted, listen, just do me a favor. Check the emails. Is it October 9th? He goes, fine. I'll go. So this is the attitude. He goes, fine. I'll go through the emails. I get that. Like, fine. I'll go through the emails.
All right.
And he goes through and he goes, wow, yeah, it's October 9th. And
how do you do that, Ted? What happened there?
Like Howard, we're talking about a difference in, like, now I'm thinking this guy called and changed the date.
That's not good.
A corporate gig, I have to get material and write special material.
Then you start saying to yourself, well, gee, what else did he screw up?
Absolutely.
And I've got to double check everything.
And this is after that happened on the air.
So, Ted, maybe this isn't your kind of work.
Maybe not. I mean, I like the challenge in it, though, because I do good work.
But Ted, the challenges may be fucking up every once in a while.
These are how the phone calls go. See, you guys are missing the one key element.
Ted,
it's like,
but you got to understand
verbally, it's like I'm sitting there like shaking because I'm so worried about.
But he needs you to be the responsible one.
Yeah, well, how about maybe I need some help.
So
I
you
need to
an
know.
assistant.
Well, no,
to figure out if it's
kind of help?
No. I need help. Like, how about we did something permanent, like a weekly meeting?
Well, would that help you get October 9th versus September 12th?
I mean, my Google Calendar or something. I mean,
do you have a calendar?
Yeah, I use it. A Google Calendar. It's like on my lap.
The other thing you told me, are you
sure? When the guy wrote you a note and he said September 12th is the date or October 9th is the date, do you write it down immediately?
I put it right in the calendar.
So how did you get September?
I must have just got dragged up into that date. I swear. That was
then he starts giving me computer
really
stuff.
Really
Maybe you should write it down.
Day.
I keep a book, a regular written.
So if an assistant did that with you once. And got drunk on New Year's Eve, and maybe some other things that I won't even get into.
No.
Like, would you trust that the schedule he now gives me is gold?
No, I would make my own schedule.
And do you realize if in my memory I didn't realize that, I would have had to start scrambling to write jokes, and then...
No, it would have been a disaster.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but again, the other problem with Teddy
is, I think you should
Teddy.
keep your own schedule, number one. That's my thought, but you're right.
I do. This is a backup. This is a total backup.
The backup's got to be rock solid.
It's clear I keep my own schedule because I knew the fuck up.
One mistake a year, okay, but this is too many mistakes. So maybe this isn't for you, Teddy.
Maybe, yes, but they have an issue here. This is not his full-time job. And
That's
Artie
true.
needs somebody full time.
The problem is,
do you want to have a full-time career as Artie's assistant?
See, that's a huge crossroads because I don't know. You know, that's something I didn't come here to get a job at Sirius to become Artie's assistant. So now it's
the problem is Ted's
divergence.
life.
I don't know which way
Ted's
to
life
go.
is ruled by money.
Of course.
Okay, but in a different, like he's got himself. I won't go into details, but he's in a corner like a lot of young people in this country.
Why are you in such a corner?
Well, no, I got in a little bit of credit card trouble too. Nothing crazy.
Why
but,
do you live above your means? Are there things,
Oh,
the
yeah,
lifestyle
yeah,
you
he lives
above. Like
I
every
got to tell you something. I never made any money. You know, now you look at me. Oh, gee.
Right.
I never had any money. Never lived above my means.
Right.
I lived in a dive.
Right.
You see?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I live.
What is it you're spending money on?
Well, I've been supporting two of us.
He's got no money.
I live with my girlfriend who has, been
why
going through school.
Why are you with a girl who's in school and supporting her? Where are her parents?
Well, her parents are here, but we just live together.
That's
yeah, I mean, she gets
ridiculous.
some help.
Howard, he
but
drives. How much is the motorcycle you drive? He has a brand new motorcycle.
Oh yeah, then
So why do you have a brand?
spent
I would
a little.
never buy a brand new motorcycle with a guy with
He's
your money.
broke, Howard. He's beyond
It
broke.
was like $9 grand.
Terrible.
Yeah.
$9,000 is too much.
That's a lot of money
for a motorcycle.
Yeah, well.
And when I say why do you have that in your life? See, but don't you understand how? Now again, look,
Then
I
why do you have
like
that-
the kid too, but if he has money issues, it somehow is going to affect my life.
That's
do you
right.
understand?
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah.
He might need money in advance sometimes. He might, you know what I mean? Like whatever happens. But
That's not good.
And so that worries me.
All right,
That worries me.
Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air. What is it, Marianne?
Artie, you know, your whole life is ruled by money. You were making plenty of mistakes. The only thing you could do is make a living. You can't keep an employee. You can't keep a friend. You can't keep a girlfriend, a wedding date. And you know what? You started Teddy out with this big grand salary. Everybody was jealous. And now, once again, you want to pull it away from him.
I don't want to pull it away from Marianne. I have given him every. You know how many people would have fired Teddy by now? You know how many people would have fired him on New Year's Eve?
Everyone.
Second chance, Teddy, Dana, your mother, Howard.
My mother's in my life.
You haven't fired her.
That woman's gotten too many second chances. Bong hit Eric, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Artie, you know what you need?
You
Artie.
bong hit Eric?
Yeah, it's me. It's been a while. Listen, you need an assistant who specializes in miserable, pudgy, barely shaved, enormous face, self-absorbed, depressed blimps.
Is there anybody who hasn't?
Whining, selfish, pompous, pretentious ass baby.
No,
Is there
I
anybody
do.
who hasn't looked at the letter on HowardStern.com, Artie's letter?
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
No, but see, that's the thing. I do in a way. I don't need another guy like me.
Right.
No,
Teddy
you
is
need-
sort of like
So
me.
maybe you and Teddy have to sit down. Either Teddy takes on a full-time job, or maybe you really are interested
But you
in a
see, the
full-time
problem is
assistant.
Ted. That's going to throw his life into chaos.
No,
and
it's
I've
not.
become sort of friendly with him. Ted, it will, dude.
No.
You have a lot of money problems. Right
look,
now.
that's my problem. Don't worry about
And I
it.
can't have you sobbing sometimes about
I'm
money.
not. I'm not going to come to you and say,
But you
look
do,
hard,
Ted.
look
You
hard.
do, and it's like other people have come to me at gigs and say, because you're my assistant, you get drinks from them. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
stuff
my
like that gets back to me.
What?
And,
Because you're... What?
Whatever. Forget
No,
it.
I mean,
all
no,
right.
look.
I don't.
I think you need somebody definitely more professional at this. I do. I'm
That's-
saying
I
it here
admire
for the
you
7
saying
million
that.
people.
No, but
I'm willing to take any repercussions, and if that's
And
a
you're
financial
saying-
one,
But
then
what
so
are
be
the?
it.
if you
Of course, the
became a full-
repercussions are financial.
That's fine, then that's
You
fine.
want me to pay you for nothing?
No, but look, Art, I'm saying that it's
he's
taken
a
a lot of
sweet
courage
kid.
for me to
He
come
is
in here
a
and
sweet
say
kid. I
that.
like
I
him.
can't do it.
That's why he's not.
I
fired
can't
yet.
do it. I mean, like, the stress. I can't even talk to you on the phone. It's like, ring,
That's the other thing. He
ring.
tells me I'm. He's
Hello! You're like, ah! You know, like, what? You know, like, Art, hey, it's Ted. I just gotta, you got the, and by this point, fuck a schedule. I don't even know what day it is. By this point, it's like, what do you want? You're like,
But it's unprofessional. But it's
and then I'm sitting
unprofessional.
there, and then I just fucking, and then of course I get the, and
I
then,
would enjoy
and
this
then it's
job. That's so
backpedaling.
funny.
It's 2 steps forward and 17 back.
It is funny.
And I'm sitting there going, oh, and I'm walking around
And now
my
Ted
apartment
has,
like this.
of course, Ted has become like everyone who brushes up against Howard. They become a little bit of a celebrity. So of
Right.
course now Ted has become a bit
How
of a
about when
celebrity.
you bring me out on stage in front of 3,500 people and have them chant homo? How about that?
No,
And it's on
they
YouTube and all my
chant-
friends
they
email it to
chant-
me.
They chanted it.
Am I bitching about
And I
it?
did
No.
a disclaimer. They chanted it. I just encouraged
Oh,
it.
you encouraged it.
And I have no proof you're gay.
Look.
Oh,
Let me
my
just go on
Here's
record as saying
I'll
that.
give you my.
He's not a gay guy. He's not a gay guy.
I'm never going to
First
sue
of all,
you because of it.
Teddy has inspired me. I have an announcement for Sirius. I can't do this job.
You're not professional.
But don't
I'm
you
not
see, like, when he
professional.
says that to me, Howard, my heart breaks. Like, I want to go, Ted, no, you have to. Like, yesterday he goes, I don't know, I just want to, in life, I just want to make benefits. I mean, like, he just wants to make his health benefits. I feel...
Well, he's not super motivated in this area. And look,
But what area are you super motivated in?
I don't know.
He hasn't found that area
I just want to
yet.
dance. No.
You want to dance?
If you could
Teddy,
dance,
I
that
like
would be
you,
great.
and I don't want to talk you out of a job, but I guess you've got to sit down.
I do need
Do you
to
have a
sit down.
dream?
Okay, can I say
Not
one more
really.
thing?
Not
Can I
really?
say one more
You have
thing?
no- you have no
I just
dream?
I want to
Howard,
live
okay.
comfortably and be happy. I wanted to work for you when I came here. I
Can I
got
say
that.
one more
I've gotten
thing?
every goal I've aspired for. I've
That's a
reached.
shame.
He's such a fuck up that he's funny, and I love him. Like in a way, it's like so we go to the Playboy. Now, first of all, look at the perks he has.
Yeah, I was
In the
gonna say,
last
a lot of
year,
perks.
in the last year, he's
Well, that
been,
part he's good at.
In the last year, he's been with me to South Beach twice.
Right.
I got him a room at this place, the Satay, this hotel down there.
Oh, my
Beautiful.
goodness.
Okay, so he has the run of places like Carnegie Hall, Symphony Hall in Boston. He came with me to the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
We did, gigs in the Ritz-Carlton in Boston is where he stayed with me,
Wow.
and he's been all over the
Vegas,
place.
he goes, yeah.
Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas, a free room.
Maybe the problem is he's living above his means because he's living your lifestyle, and then he gets home and he's looking to buy
forgets,
motorcycles.
yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too.
Right.
So now the other thing, I also trust him with my money. So he
Right.
sees what I make.
Right.
Now I told him from the beginning. I said, Ted, listen, dude. You can't ever bring up in my face what I make. You can't bring it up based on what you make because that's a whole.
not-
So. And then one time in an argument, he was like, "Well, I don't make what you make, dude." I'm like, "Ted, that's not the issue here. You know, if you're gonna be like that, now I can't have you see the checks. It's weird."
Right.
So we go to the Playboy Mansion. I have to do stand up there. Now, Teddy goes into the Playboy Mansion. First time I lived in LA for 5 years. I never got in. So we walk in there. Very, very stressful gig. I had to do stand up in front of a group of people that were getting waited on by smoking hot waitresses, like the owner of the Lakers. No one's listening.
There's a lot to compete with.
But I got guaranteed a certain amount of money, so I had to stay on stage a certain amount of time. I stay on stage a certain amount of time, and then I have other friends coming to meet me who I invited. So there was stuff that needed to happen.
Right.
Teddy gets high. He smokes weed by the monkeys.
And the
But by the little zoo that
Yeah, the little
happened?
zoo, he disappeared. I don't even know
Did
where
you
it was.
smoke some weed down by the zoo?
Down by the zoo, perhaps.
Right, okay, whatever. So, look, dude, it's weed, whatever. And he might have smoked it with another sort of B-list celebrity. But anyway.
All right.
But so it's like, so now he's high.
He can't be high when he's expected to be working.
I mean, right.
It's bad enough you get
so
high.
now he's like, hey, dude, we're at the Playboy Mansion. I'm like, well, you're working. Do you know how many other friends of mine would have come to get high at the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah.
I paid him to come
But
get
you don't
high.
understand. He was at the Playboy Mansion. You're supposed to get high.
Of course, that was his explanation. Like, that's what his explanation is to me.
No, Teddy, this work isn't for
Teddy,
you.
you're trying to get
What is-
fired. That's what you're trying
I don't
to
know,
do.
but Teddy, you can't go on a gig where the guy's depending on you. And
I
to-
know.
to
Well,
have
I've
your wits
gotten
about
better.
you.
I mean, that was all in the beginning, and I was a real idiot.
No. Teddy, you know what a job is.
But no, now
you
you'll
don't
see
do
me on
that
That was
in
all in the
Balls of
beginning.
Serious.
That was all in the beginning.
I mean, in the last bunch of gigs we've had, you said every gig, you're like, good job. It's got, I stay. I don't get.
You didn't make it to
hammered, I don't-
Pittsburgh. You didn't make it to Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I
that's
told
my
you.
fault that the weather delayed a flight.
Get in the car and drive. That's what I did. What did I do?
They wouldn't let me off the plane. What am I supposed to do?
He's always got an excuse.
There's a
No,
lot
I
of
don't,
excuses.
but I
going
mean,
on.
Yeah.
all right,
Teddy,
look,
look.
I don't even look. I don't know. I just wanted to be.
I want to hear the audio of Teddy is gay.
There's another
Let me hear
great.
that. Fred's
There's
got it.
another great Teddy.
Wait. Here's your.
What, on the YouTube?
Yeah, just bring up the Tower TV volume.
Very good.
Thank you. My shining moment, everybody.
That, by the way, is at Symphony Hall in Boston.
Right.
Well, you're big time.
But
You've arrived.
You know, again, and it's like, but I see like hot chicks come up to him and want his autograph. They want to take pictures with him, and he's got to run a symphony hall in Boston. And then, okay, we go to Boston. He's got a room at the Ritz-Carlton. He invites one of his dirtbag friends, who now lies to my cousins. God forbid this wasn't my little cousin, because they'd be dead. But one of his friends comes, and my cousin goes to Boston University. So she's there with a gaggle of hot chicks. He tells one of my cousin's friends that he goes to Harvard and bangs her.
Oh, no.
The kid doesn't go to Harvard.
Right.
He bangs my cousin's friend, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know the girl that well. That's fine. And then Teddy's laughing about it. I'm like, I don't want to laugh with you about that.
Yeah,
You're not my friend. It's so low rent.
Watch out. He's supposed to watch out.
It's so low rent.
Yeah, you got to take care.
I'm like, were you sure he wasn't wasn't telling my cousin
Teddy,
he went to
I heard
Harvard?
you told Tim, Jim, and Jason the wrong time for Artie's Caroline show, and they all missed the show.
Is that
true? Is that true?
Well, that was a big mess up with a lot. You know what? I tell everybody what time Artie's show starts at 8 o'clock,
Right.
and then everybody just wants to know what time Artie gets on.
I see.
But you know what?
So usually it's a
by the
2-hour
way-
show.
You don't
Caroline's changed it on me to a 90-minute show. So
They changed it on you again.
They changed it last second. I
then
didn't
it's
know.
not your fault.
No,
Then it's
but
not
I
your
mean,
But
it's
you
not-
you have to tell people, look, that is selfish of them. Like, look, fuck you. I don't care if you don't want to see. You want to know what time Artie's show is, you get there at 8, and
8
if you got to
o'clock.
sit through 2 other comics, it's not my problem. Tell them that. Artie's show starts at 8 o'clock. I don't need to know what your schedule is.
Right.
They don't want to
at
sit
that
through
point,
2
the
other
show had
comedians.
started, and I was
Well-
the last. I'm sorry, the last thing in my mind was to call back Ross Zapin and Tim Sabian and say,
That was
by the
them
way,
being-
Artie's going to be on half an
All
hour
right, so in
earlier.
other words,
I'm sorry.
you fell into this assistant's job. It started out as one thing. Now it's becoming more of a responsibility.
Yeah, it's becoming a huge
And maybe it's time for you to decide whether or not this is something you really
But
want.
you see how it
Sit
again,
down with Artie and
we're
figure
having
it
fun
out.
talking about this. I
Right.
really, genuinely don't think it's that big of a responsibility.
Well,
I
it is.
really don't.
It is.
To
For
get
some-
a date right.
You're talking.
To not get high at a gig.
For whatever reason, he's having a hard time with it.
Really?
He can't do it, whether it's a big deal or not.
To you,
he
it's not a
can't
big
do
deal.
it.
No, to me it is a big deal. That's why I have.
No, I'm saying
not
to
good
you-
at this shit. I'm not.
Right, but he can't do it.
But like yesterday when he got the date wrong, I said, "So now, Ted?" He goes, "Wow, son of a gun! Look at that. Yeah, I did. I pulled that up." He goes, "What happens with a computer?
Son of a gun.
What happens with a computer?" He goes, "But Art, what happens with a computer?" Sometimes I'm like, "I don't care what happens with a fucking computer.
Right,
What
the
do I care
computer's
what
not
happens?"
the problem.
I mean,
All
you know,
right,
and I said, "So now, Ted, how are you helping me with this date? Do you want to do the gig?"
Can you
I
start-
told you the date. Now we're reversing. Why don't you go do the gig now?
Could
Because
you
I
not-
told you the date.
Could you not get high or drunk at Artie's gigs? Can we start with that?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. Thank you. Listen, I got to.
Yeah, right.
I need to move along, and thank you. I hope you guys work.
He's
this
not
out.
fired. I don't want to. I really think we can work through this. I really do. I feel bad for the kid. I like him. He's a good guy.
I can see you have affection for him.
I do. I have a lot of affection for him. He's actually funny. I actually think.
Teddy, are you going to
I
hang
think he'd
in
be
there?
a better sort of comedy writer. I don't know.
I need help. I mean, I think that you have a team
Do
of people
you
that
need
work for
an
you.
assistant?
Maybe he can bring someone else in for a little
Well,
help. I think. I
you
don't
see
know.
how Howard's life is more complicated than mine.
Right, you're a close second. I mean, you know,
I
you're
play
in
chess
here,
on the
man.
internet all day.
Yeah,
People
but
have to track me.
Howard has 3 children, and there's a lot
Right,
going on.
okay, there's a lot going on.
He's running a big business here. I have gigs on the fucking road.
All right, Teddy, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you,
Ted,
Teddy.
you're,
Get,
you're a good kid, Teddy.
Yes, Howard TV.
Ted, so what's the deal now? Are you gonna
Look,
resign?
I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I'm in there pleading for help, and
Artie seems willing to give it to you. He seems.
no, he's not. He's saying that
Well,
he
he's-
won't fire me and he won't give me help, so I have to somehow figure out how to do this by myself.
Well, that's just it. You've been given another chance, or you've been given a sort of a reprieve here.
Right, but I don't know. I'm
Why-
telling him that it's not working. I need help. I need, you know, either I need to be able to focus all my time and energy on this, or he needs to bring in someone else part-time and have 2 part-time people doing 1 full-time job.
Why not revamp your approach, though? Why not take like a 2-week period where you do things completely differently and in a more organized way?
I don't know. I mean, I could try something like that, but it's tough because I'm always coming back. I mean, you got to remember, everything's coming back to this place, and first things first are my responsibilities here, and then
you know, I don't know. I have to just basically invent a whole new system for. I mean, what happened with the date was literally just a really bad, you know, misfortune and an awful on the worst day possible. I mean, you know, that's it. Just the worst day possible. I don't know how that date got switched. And again, I just came off looking like, I mean, if you make the tiniest little mistake, it's this big when it reaches, you know.
Of course, but it seems as if he'd give you, you know, a free pass if your whole approach was more organized, and you've admitted that you're disorganized.
I'm just, look, I've had a system. I've tried different variations. Ultimately, it's impossible when I can't get through to him. I can't communicate with him. And weeks go by where I don't even talk to him. And then by that point, so much stuff gets backed up that I don't even know where to begin when I do get in touch with him. And you tell me, you know, someone has an ironclad system for that.
Right. No, there are difficulties.
You know,
I can see.
You give me an ironclad system for, you know, not speaking to someone who's got, you know, I need to talk to him every day. And I talk to him once a week, and if that.
Why not stop him here at the show?
He'll fall asleep for 36 hours. You've seen us in the hallway trying to. I try to bring him stuff, but it's not the best place for him to talk about stuff. He's, you know, been up since 4 in the morning. He's exhausted, and then the show's going on, and it's hard to talk to him out here when we're trying to. I'm trying to give him stuff that he has to pay attention to, and we're standing over 15 cupcakes.
You're attracted to Artie.
Yeah.
You say he's your type.
Definitely.
I'm not your type. I'm too skinny.
Yeah.
Okay. You like heavy-set men.
I like heavy-set guys, and my serious boyfriend was like the same size as Artie.
You hear what this girl wants to do? She wants to ride you.
Yeah,
Did you see the body on her?
She's a stripper.
She's not. She's a go-go girl. It's a difference.
I've been to Bourbon Street.
What do you care? You go with hookers. What do you care?
I've been to Bourbon Street. They're strippers.
But what do you care?
I just, whatever, fine, okay, I'll fuck her. What do you want? This segment is stupid.
You're like hostile to her.
Why is it stupid, dude? The girl came down. She wants to have sex with you.
All right, fine,
That's
great.
dumb. You're saying no, but I'm just not understanding why.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Fine,
She wants to go out with you
when
on a
does
date.
she want to go out?
Why
I'll
would
go
she
out
come
with
out?
her. How long before I can fuck you? How long before I hear about, you know, your favorite, you know, album from the last 5 years on MTV3?
Who's your favorite?
Are you serious?
What's your favorite group?
I love Johnny Cash. I love like Johnny Cash and like
Eddie Money.
Like all that. I love
Like
AC/DC. One of my favorites. What?
Why is she being goofed on? I don't
Why
understand.
am I
And why is
laughing at
In other words,
I'm laughing
if
at
somebody,
Artie.
I know, if somebody wrote a letter to Robin and said, "Robin, I want to date you," and
Someone did the other day.
I know. I'm going to try and get the guy down.
Robin
why
blew
not?
it off.
But why is that bad? I mean, I'm just trying to hook you up.
Robin
dude.
blew it off. She said exactly
I'm trying
what
to help
saying.
romance. I don't know.
Guy's
Nice
trying
girl.
to get publicity. You're
Well,
right.
yeah.
Talk to her for Christ's sake.
Miss Modesty over here.
Why are you treating her like she's a shithead?
Why are you
You're treating me like I'm a shithead.
I am not. I would do this for any of my bros.
This is dumb, bros. This
All right,
look,
fuck you.
Look, I'll fuck you. So leave your
She doesn't
number
want to
with-
just fuck you. She's looking at.
I don't want to date her.
Okay, then forget the why.
Because I don't feel like dating her. It's just a lot.
You
of
don't even know me. You don't
Exactly, and I want to keep it that way.
Why?
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are Sirius Satellite Radio, Howard 100, Howard 101, Thursday. Hey now. Hey now to you. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Hello there, jerk.
Jerk. What is
Artie
that?
called you a jerk yesterday.
What? Why'd you call me a jerk?
I don't remember. When did I do that?
On the wrap-up show,
Oh.
he called you and Gary jerks.
Yeah, by the way,
jerks that you are.
I heard about
Term
this.
of affection.
Now I know what you're talking about. I want to tell you something. I will never, ever again attempt to bring a girl in here who says she's into Artie. I'm
And
going to tell you
ingrate.
something.
Thank you.
Honestly, I'm fucking shocked by your reaction, like calling me a jerk. And also, like, honestly, I said to Gary, I go,
What did you do so wrong?
Sure, it's interesting, but, like, I just know sometimes it's hard to meet women. And one of the cool ways to meet them, if you have this job, is like if they walk in here and they're kind of cute.
And how do you know that something
And-
spectacular won't happen? Like their eyes will meet, and they are the two perfect people for each other.
And I swear, I was like kind of like doing it like I'd want someone to do it for me.
And you could be lighthearted about it. It's not an insult. I don't know where he got this idea that somebody's saying he's hard up.
I don't know, man, but I guarantee you will never, ever. I mean, Fred met Allison on a
Absolutely.
date on this show. I don't know, man. And you're questioning my motives, dude. Yeah, it's interesting, but also it's your reaction that's bizarre.
Yeah, you
I mean,
made it even better.
He goes, "Oh, Howard's not my bro." I'm like, "No, I was
That's
doing
not
it."
what a bro
How many
does.
times did I used to ask you to hook me up, Gary? Like go into the room with one of our guests and go, "Hey, Howard wants your number."
Yeah, but and also on the show, we're all about. I mean, yeah, we fuck with each other, but we're all about hooking everybody up. You know what I
Even
mean?
when, like Angie Everett, I was doing a push.
And it didn't hurt. Although that had already gone down.
I know, but I didn't know that at the time, so
Right.
I was pushing it right into your arms.
Hey, I got a segment coming up. I don't know whether to cancel it or not. There's a woman coming in next week.
Cancel it.
No. One last.
She's, no, she's not.
Come
She's,
on.
The whole rap
Tell me
on her,
about it.
She's the female Artie. She wrote us this letter. She's like,
Uh-oh.
I'm just like Artie. You know, she's had drug problems.
No, don't want her here.
So we're gonna
tell her to
cancel
go
it.
fucking home.
Okay.
And I don't care if goddamn
no.
Gina Lola Bridget's sister comes in here who's 18 years old and not.
Can I ask you a question?
No girls. I don't want to be called a jerk.
I'll throw you one more.
We did not know
Yeah.
that Artie was going to have this reaction when that woman was booked. Don't ruin her
No.
life. She wanted to come in.
Nope.
I got one more example.
Not interested in being called a jerk.
Did Artie feel hard up when we got Carmen Electra to let Artie feel her up?
I don't know. Ask Artie. What are you asking me for?
Like, did you feel hard up about that? Like, that was us helping a brother out.
No.
All right, here's Artie on the wrap-up show as long as you bring it up.
I am so uncomfortable with these Find Artie a Date segments. I hate it. I hate that attention. I feel like I'm a pathetic sort of loser who needs this attention. And it's patronizing. It's just so patronizing. Come on, you're my bro.
Yeah, bros don't help other guys out getting chicks. That's what all my bros
What is that
do.
all about?
That's what we do. I mean, my friends off the air, when we were all single, we were fucking dealing each other's chicks all over the place.
do it off the air.
You always.
Hey, fine. I'm not doing it off the air. Oh, fuck yourself.
We talked about it on the air. You talked about how you got Melissa to come meet Ross and what all of you guys did that night at the dinner.
That's just the way I am. But fuck it, man. If I'm going to be called a jerk for doing that, you know what? Somebody be a jerk to me and so hook me up with hot chicks.
Yeah. Throw girls at you.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, you could be sure I won't call you a jerk. Boy, if girls used to be marched in here and say, "Hey, let me see what's going on here." And if a girl wrote a letter that she was attracted to me, we'd book her right on the fucking show.
Absolutely, regardless of the reason.
I do it for myself. Call me hard up. I am hard up. Fuck it. I want it all.
You want to see what's interested.
Why not? It's like going fishing, except they've clubbed the fish
Throw
over
it
the head.
back if you don't want it.
Yeah. They've starved the fish for 5 days. Make it a little easier. Dude, you got your wish. You could be sure you ain't meeting any chicks through me.
Thanks.
Guarantee it.
I don't need to meet chicks through you.
No, you don't.
If he met the perfect girl for you now, he'd keep her away.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
You go fuck yourself.
He's not going to meet the perfect.
Sit
You
home and
don't
jerk
know.
off.
He could meet the woman of your dreams.
Oh, Robin, please.
Do whatever you want, man. You want to know something? Fred met the woman of his
Yes,
dreams,
I
so
did.
fuck you.
Okay.
But you know something? Artie's a different guy. So.
That's right. Do
Yeah,
what you want.
he's a guy you can't do anything for.
You know, I think Artie's one of those very private people when it comes
No,
to
he's very
relationships.
bitter
Private.
because most people
I
say,
think
"Hey,
he
this is
is.
kind of fun. I get to preview
I
these
tell you-
chicks." But he's taking it like
You know
he
what?
feels he's a loser, so he's saying to me, "You're making me look like a loser."
I think he's also looking at taking a little too seriously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what we're saying. He's
it was
taking
as
it
serious as a
seriously.
heart attack to him yesterday when that girl came in. Because I mean, I was a little like, "Wow, Artie's really like being vicious to this girl." But you know what? It's like, I don't know if it was that or maybe because of the reason she was attracted to him.
But you heard what he said. I don't
Yeah.
trust you. It's like, dude, she could.
This is such a stupid conversation.
Oh my God!
No,
now
it's
we're
not.
being attacked for this
Wow.
conversation.
Yeah.
We can't have any conversations we want anymore.
Go ahead. Talk as much as you want.
Well, you're out of line calling me a jerk.
Wow.
You're out of line calling me
I
a jerk.
can't bring that up that you called him a jerk.
I don't remember doing it, but whatever. So, I was
I
talking
don't actually have it on tape.
heat of the wrap-up show, I guess.
She doesn't bring a girl on who has a fat fetish. I mean, how insulting is that? We like a girl who likes disgusting fat guys, so Artie's going to get a date. Artie's doing fine. This is ridiculous. Continue to do it because obviously the goal on the show is to make all of us uncomfortable.
No.
I'm horribly uncomfortable with it. I hate it with a red-hot passion. I will always be belligerent the way I was today. But keep doing it. I hate it. My input is I hate it.
It was the comments when they asked him about what was it? Whether how she got on the show or something, and he was talking about how Levy met the girl and was setting him up, and that you and Gary, the jerks that you are, fell for it.
Well, whatever. Hey, so I'm a jerk. I'll tell you what.
I think I said suckers, not jerks.
No, you said jerks.
Well, that's a shame. Sorry. That's what happens.
Well,
people call you a jerk.
We'll have to move on.
It's not cool. It really isn't, man. It really is not cool.
You know how Bubba felt.
Yeah.
You know, he throws that word around a lot.
Right. I'm very disrespectful.
I never called you a
about
jerk.
Disrespect.
That's not cool. That's not cool. I'm sorry, Fal. I mean, that's just not cool.
It's just not nice.
No. That's just not nice.
To someone who loves you.
Yeah, I mean, really, I was happy for you. This chick was hot. And if you're not into her, fine. So you just say, hey, you know, nice girl. Maybe I'll call her. Give me your number.
Maybe you could say Levy's a jerk.
I said that. That's
oh, he said worse about poor Levy. That's
how we ended the segment.
Yeah, listen to this one.
Bob Levy is basically Jeffrey Dahmer if he read a joke book.
Oh, my God.
And, you know, I know that sounds a little harsh, but I love the guy. And, you know, he gets out on the internet and stalks these women and throws out this web of deceit and sleaziness and hair dye and bad coke, whiskey, beer breath, cheap fucking Target shirts and coupons for Sizzler's 2-for-1 steak on a Wednesday. His $40,000 house just outside of Philly somehow has a built-in pool. I have no idea what the fuck that looks like.
Came with the house.
His poor child who's being raised by a father who's just not there and a mother who hates being with the father. The father's in a basement that's damp. Clearly doesn't have the proper heat or air conditioning. Somehow he gets over to this disgusting, jizz-drenched, stinky, whiskey-sobbing computer board and types out, who's out there? Who's out there in fucking virgin creepland that I can try to fuck with my web of grossness? And eventually he gets some takers, some poor women who have a background that's clearly troubling. This girl has father issues, so he's clearly a mad Irish drunk. We
don't know that.
She has dyed black hair.
Wow. What girl?
He pulled out a flamethrower on those people.
Why'd you say that? She doesn't have that.
I
know that.
I love Gary throwing in the disclaimer.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, the dad could call.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
the dad could call and beat your ass.
Let's do it.
It's ridiculous.
What's going on over there?
What's going on with you? What's all the anger
Nothing.
about?
There's no anger.
The girl came in here. Now you're attacking her family. You're making shit up.
Are you incredibly uncomfortable? There are things we can't bring up with you. Would you give us a list?
We don't know.
Well, there's no list. No.
No. We don't want to make you uncomfortable.
Good, then shut up.
Oh, everything makes you uncomfortable.
Speech makes him uncomfortable.
Yes, I guess talking.
Wow. Well, whatever, man. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, don't even talk to him.
I'm doing him a favor.
Don't even look back there.
No. I mean, really, I'm not doing you any favors.
Does this mean I don't have to come in anymore?
What it means is...
we want you here.
What it means is...
you gotta come in.
Listen, you never have to come in here. You know that. If you hate this job that much, you never have to come in here. You know that.
I mean, yesterday it was just terrible.
Well,
We're going to get the fat guy laid.
Oh, my
She's into heavy-set guys. You're a fat guy. What are you going to do about it?
You know, though,
Tony Soprano.
I have to say, this comes on the heels of a bad day that Artie had. I mean,
what bad day?
The bad day that his mom called him. And he was drinking because of the comments that she made.
His mom,
and I think that carried over to the next day.
Yeah, there was nothing awful about what his mother did.
That's right.
No, but
he
I mean,
needed an excuse to drink.
I'm not saying that it was what was bad, but I'm saying Artie had a reaction to that, which kind of set him off.
Yeah, but his mom said nothing there.
Well, you know, he's sensitive.
Those are my issues.
That's right.
Right, he's sensitive about it.
Yes, that's ridiculous. That
his
mother called him. That we should.
No, I'm not saying that she. I'm not saying that she did a bad thing.
No, and I'm saying if you got to start drinking in the middle of the afternoon because your mom said you used to look like George Clooney when you were on Mad TV. I mean, he's got issues.
I'm not blaming that on my mother.
No, definitely not.
No, he's got a reaction to his mother that he hasn't looked into yet.
But we all do. You know, mothers push buttons.
Oh yeah,
that's their job.
Well, you have to realize that you don't bring it on us. What do we do?
I'm
We're
just saying it was the first domino in a line of dominoes for poor Artie.
And this is Mr. Roastmaster. Mr. Roastmaster is super sensitive.
I'm not the Roastmaster.
Oh, please.
I thought Sal was the roast master.
Yeah, Sal's the roast master.
Please.
Bob Levy's the roast master.
Artie's the
No,
cleanup
I
hitter.
meant he's one of the best guys at roasting people, and spares nothing. I mean, he goes for it.
Well, what is that? I don't understand what you're talking about.
That's a roast.
This is
That's what
what
he's
we
supposed to
do.
do.
We make people uncomfortable.
Honestly, I'm going to go on record as saying this, and you can believe it or not, Artie. I did not do that to make you uncomfortable, and
Well,
you can
all right,
you can think that all
fine.
you want.
Okay, fine.
So if you don't like it, fuck it. I ain't going to go out of my way. In fact, quite frankly, who needs to do that for you?
Good.
Do
It's
whatever
not
you want to do.
It's not going to affect
thought
my
it was,
life
I
in
did
any
it.
way.
I don't want my motives being called a jerk because I was doing it because, you know what? I'd want someone to do it for me. I'm real shy with women, and if a woman writes in, and it's a funny thing.
If a troll had come in here, it'd be one thing, Artie.
Yeah, but even if a troll came in, so you go, okay, hey, nice girl, whatever.
That might have been a setup.
Yeah.
But
That would
this
have been
was
funny.
just a girl who wrote us a letter.
She wrote me a letter, and I went, you know what? If some girl wrote a letter to the show, this is my weird thinking. You're giving me the smile like I don't believe a fucking word you're saying, but I swear to God, this is the truth. If a girl wrote me a letter, I used to figure out a way to get her up here and let me look her over.
Yeah.
Even when I was married, just to see what I could get.
Absolutely.
And that's my feeling. I don't, and like my friends, I met Angie through a friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and that happens in real life occasionally.
Yeah, how many times do you get hooked up?
With anybody decent. So,
Right.
I mean, I don't know if these girls are going to be decent, but the girl says she looks like Lindsay fucking Lohan. I go, hey, maybe Artie wants to meet her, and what the hell? I mean, it might be fun on the air. Slam dunk. But if the guy's going to think I'm a jerk for doing it, fuck it. I'm not doing it. Forget it. It's over.
Well, so we won't have that kind of fun anymore.
No, and believe me, on a scale of 1 to 10, that ain't that much fun for me. Watch Artie gets hooked up with a hot
Right,
chick.
and for you to take the time to tell some guy that a girl is interested in somebody other than you, that's
Quite frankly,
that's major for you.
I'd rather March chicks in here are interested in me.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That Artie should realize that.
I do it all the time. I fucking beg the interns to come in here and tell me they love me. I got my own pathetic thing going. But
Is this what it's about? Because I got voted most popular.
No, it's about the
See?
fact that I know that as a man, this is me. I projected this onto you.
Right.
I like to see what the fuck's out there that wants to fuck me. That's it.
Well, it came
Bottom
up on the
line.
wrap-up show. She has a boyfriend.
Well, I heard that
Lucky.
too. I heard that too, and I
did
got a
we
letter from the
know?
guy. I didn't know it. I got a letter from him yesterday, an email, and it turns out it's the same way Artie kind of has a girlfriend now.
Oh, it's not that
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as solid.
it's way more committed than anything I got going.
What, are they
on.
living together?
Well, the guy said, "Look, I would clearly be upset if she slept with somebody."
Well, you don't think that girl who's sleeping with you would be upset?
Of course she would.
She's upset I'm sleeping with her.
I don't want to spend all morning on this. I'm just saying.
Really?
It's
Jesus.
just no. I don't care. It's not going to happen anymore. I guarantee fucking it.
Well, I'm very upset because I wanted to see the girl
You'll
who
get
were
over
writing
it.
you
When you're in Burgundy, you'll
about
get over
Artie.
it.
Julia Roberts
When
could
I'm
write
at
me a letter.
Burgundy.
I ain't giving it to Artie. Rip up any emails
I don't
from
want
chicks.
Julia Roberts. She's lost her look.
Jessica Alba.
You know, it's funny.
She's not hot enough for Artie.
Jessica Alba calls, I'll do it.
No, you won't because you won't know about it.
She's not gonna get. You're
know
not
what?
gonna get the letter.
You know what, Howard?
You're
I'll
never
take,
gonna know.
I'll take the chance that ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
Oh,
if
Jessica,
it
write
does?
us today. Write us today.
Hey, Gary, I don't want
Jessica
any.
ain't up.
I don't want Artie getting any emails from any girls.
Good.
From this show.
That's
is
the greatest thing I've ever heard.
You're
this
on.
is replayed all day, Artie.
All right. That's it. You're done.
Girl, stop writing. Artie does not want to meet you.
Yes.
Doesn't even matter. He ain't gonna meet you. I'm gonna make sure of it. You know, I
I'll have to
always
meet.
feel so
I'll have
guilty.
to meet women off the air.
When I get the good luck. When I get these emails from these broads, even sometimes I get emails from people like who want to give people work and this and that. I feel I should give everybody every opportunity. I'm like that. I get paranoid if I don't. Like
That
even
you might be
every dumb little request.
right.
And it's like I go,
Blocking
man,
fate.
like this chick might be hot. And if I fuck Artie up on this and don't help out, I'm an asshole. That's when I'm an asshole. That's when I'm being greedy.
No, if you get a girl on the air who likes fat guys, I'll insult this guy who I
You're fat.
I say is my friend on the air and go, could you believe this hot chick likes fat guys? I'll do my bro, the gayest fucking thing ever, bro. Fuck says that. And
I do, douchebag.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is douchebag better?
Yeah, and you want to know something? I thought you were a bro. Honestly.
I don't want to be a bro. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
You know
Oh,
exactly
my
what it
God.
means. A dear friend. And you know what?
He
so
can't
fuck
take
you.
it. He can't take
Fuck you.
the
You're not my
affection.
fucking bro.
Good.
Fuck off.
He'll keep Fred as a bro.
It's
That's
better
right.
like
So
this.
there.
Fuck off.
Oh man.
I mean it. I mean really. Bro
He's
is
insulting.
Bro, hey, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. In my day, because I grew up in the 60s, when you called somebody a bro and you fucking meant it meant something to people.
Well, it's
And,
2007.
well, okay, bro.
Like, you know what's
So,
happening in 2007, Mr. AC/DC.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
You're still living back
Can we
in
get
the
it up to the
fucking
80s?
Fuck
Right,
off.
I'm in the 80s still. He's in the
Bro.
60s. It's still 20 years ahead.
I
Everybody's
happen to
time
use
traveling.
that term a lot, and you know what? Well, I use it with my friend Dr. Lou, and I use it for
Listen,
my friend
here's what-
Pat,
here's
and
what
my,
you're
and my
not
friend
admitting.
Pat calls me a bro. So let me tell you something.
Here's what you're
I'll
not
be
admitting.
sure not to call you a bro, because you're not a bro, and I am admitting the truth here. I did it out of friendship.
You're not admitting that that
It's good
segment was
radio.
supposed to make me look like a
Wrong.
fat guy.
I will
who
never
can't get
admit
laid.
that. Bullshit.
And
I would do the same for myself.
It's
I'm-
embarrassing
talk
for me
about how
on the
you're
air,
getting
and that's
laid.
what's entertaining
Dude,
about it.
you've got it 100% fucking
Okay,
wrong if you
fine.
think that's my motivation in this.
What if I strolled in a girl who's into geeky-looking pelican fucking odd guys?
I cared about you.
And she's got a fetish. She's into pelicans.
Bring her in.
And,
so you're saying
and
I
the
look
whole,
like a pelican.
Yeah, you're saying I'm
All
fat.
right.
The
You're
whole
funny.
segment is
You're
about
fat.
the whole
And I
segment
look like
is
a
about
pelican.
this hot chick somehow liking an obese, disgusting
Fuck
guy.
off. You're a fucking asshole. You're an asshole, and you better
No,
fucking
you're
see a
not
psychiatrist.
admitting- You know what?
Go take another tab of that shit that keeps you off heroin.
I
'Cause you
need
fucking
it.
can't
I'm
keep
gonna need it
yourself
today.
off. You're a fucking baby.
What was the last time Artie got something so wrong? I'm trying to remember the subject.
Oh, it happens every day.
You're out of your fucking
last
mind.
time?
I mean it. You owe me a big fucking fat apology. Pelican
Oh,
fat
like
guy.
me?
Yeah.
Like a fat apology, like I'm fat?
You owe me a big fat apology.
fat apology. You
From a
point
big
out
fat
my
man.
physical
You're
flaws
full
every
of
day.
Shit. Come on, you're full of shit.
The point of that segment was Artie's fat.
No, I'm a fat
That's
because I
the
called you a
point of that
bro.
segment.
Well, you know what, man? You're off the bro list.
Good.
There's
Who
lots
wants
of people
to be on
wanna-
the bro list?
You're not on it.
I don't want to be on it.
You're not on it.
I don't care if
You're
I'm
off.
on it or not.
Believe me.
I don't care if I'm on anybody's bro
And
list.
since bro is such a weird term to you because you've never heard it before.
I've heard it before.
Maybe it's because you got no bros.
You're right. I have no
There's
bros.
a lot of guys I know who I think
have
of
some
like
friends.
a brother. And one of them's Pat Menachia, and the other one of them, who I refer to as bro, is my friend Dr. Lou.
Well, I'm sure
And-
you're
and
very
Fred.
good friends with him. Would you stroll
And I don't
in
call
if
Sal,
Dr.
bro.
Lou? What? I don't know what Dr. Lou looks like, but if he had some odd thing about his look, would you stroll in somebody here and go?
A girl wrote
"This
me a letter
girl-"
said, I'm attracted to Artie. I'm attracted to heavy-set men. That's what she said.
Right, so you turned
And
it
I
into
said-
fat.
You turned it into fat.
No,
you said
did.
fat
The
disgusting.
name
I'll
of
play
the
your
segment
words on
was
the wrap-up show.
The name of the segment was it's a chick who's into fat.
You know what?
guys.
I can tell you right
You're
now.
fat,
I'll
Artie.
print out what we wrote yesterday, and it's not what's written on.
Gary,
the
I
page.
can't. You're clearly on the bro list, and I
but-
can't trust
but you-
anybody.
Artie can say that. Artie goes, and you
Oh,
called
fuck you, man.
Howard, Artie can
I
say
mean,
you called
really,
me a
fuck
big-
you. That's
called me-
insulting. You're questioning my
dude,
motives.
I mean, come on. Will you be honest with yourself
I'm being
right now?
100% honest. I
Your
never
goal
did
was
it
just to do me a favor and get me laid.
No, my goal was, A, it was interesting to see if Artie would be
It's
attracted to
interesting to
this
see a
girl.
hot chick into a fat guy.
No.
That's what's interesting.
What, every
about
girl
it.
who came in... Listen, I hooked Fred up. Was he a fat guy?
No, but that's a totally different story. That was a dial a date. I don't know what Fred's situation was. I don't know if he wanted that
Every
to
girl who
happen.
marched in here was into fat guys.
Wait,
No, the girls were into Artie.
And Artie,
I
you said-
brought him in as a brotherly thing to
Fred,
do.
did you,
and you-
Fred, did
and
you
you-
ask for a dial a date, or was
You know
just
what?
sort
It
of
was
giving it?
oddly enough, ironically enough, fat girl dial a date didn't show up that morning.
And we had to
I volunteered to go on dial a date to save
And
the
Artie,
segment,
we
and
did
it
a dial
totally
a
was
date.
an accident
You know
that
what I mean?
anything
You
happened.
might think that I did it because your self-esteem is so fucking low, but I did it because I would do it for anybody who was a major player on the show. If they wrote a letter to Robin, if they wrote a letter to Fred, if they wrote a letter to me,
Yeah,
if they
we've
wrote a letter
all
to
had
Jerry.
these
And let me say one-
segments.
And I've had tons of chicks come in here, and I go, how could a chick be into me, man? I'm fucking ugly. So thanks for referring to me as a pelican, fuckface. And I'll tell you something else.
Oh, thanks
I'll
for
tell you something.
referring to me as a fat, obese every single day of your
I
fucking life.
do not. That's bullshit.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
You do.
No, you do, Howard.
All right. Oh,
Yeah,
you don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't talk about how much you weigh.
And you don't talk about your looks?
I do.
Yeah, right, okay.
So now you have to
fine,
attack
what's
me
the
because
difference?
I set you up
Who's
with a chick.
attacking you? You're attacking
You
me.
attacked me. You called me a jerk for doing that for you. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to be a jerk anymore. I'm not going to do anything for you.
Fine.
Do whatever the fuck you got to do.
Good.
Artie's got to do what Artie's got to do. Even
I didn't
insult
say
people.
that.
And, sorry I called you a bro because I felt close to you. But fuck off.
Dude, you're not close. How are we? We're not friends. We're not
I work
close
with you
friends.
every day
Right,
and
we
talk
work
to you.
together. We're not friends.
You know what? You know what? It makes me feel close to you. You're somebody who helps my show. You're somebody who works with me. We have a good time jamming together in the morning.
I'm
So if that's
proud to
not
be a part
brotherly-
of this show for the rest of my life.
So
And,
that would make you
that
my
doesn't
bro.
make us friends.
That makes me. You want to? You know something? I'm shocked to hear you say you don't think you're my friend.
Well, how are we friends? What do we do that would indicate a
We
friendship?
spend 5 fucking hours together in each other's head on the air together. I allow maybe 3 or 4 people in this world to do that. Maybe it's
So
not
are you
typical friendship.
Benji's friend?
I don't sit there and fucking enable you to drink and shit, but at least, you know, maybe those are your friends. But the fact of the matter is, I sit here every morning and share my livelihood with you because I think you're a great guy and a fun guy and a guy I want to hang with 4 or 5 hours a day. How many of your so-called good friends you hang with 5 hours a day?
I don't
Zero.
work with them. We work together.
So what? You
There's
can't be
people who
friendly with
spend-
some.
There's people
you
who spend
can't-
8 hours a day
You
with
can't
people.
feel close to somebody you work with.
Sure, I feel close to you in the sense that, you know, I
Well, you just said
care
you don't.
about you and I think you're a good person, but I don't consider us the closest of friends.
I didn't
no.
say we're the closest
Nobody
of
said
friends.
bosom buddies.
I said
Well,
you're my
that's
bro.
what he's sort of saying, I
We're
think.
comrades in this. We work hard together. We're both on the same team. You know
get
what?
that.
Football players think of each other in brotherly ways. They get out on the field and they fight together as men. We've been through a lot of battles together at this point. You've thrown in with
So
me.
why would
You've
you
thrown your
question-
career in with me, and you question my fucking motive with
Why
getting
would
you
you
a girl?
question? Well, you can't
Shame
question
on
my
you.
motives on the air.
And
I've
you
always been
question my
loyal to
motive
the
for
show.
you say I'm not your bro, I'm not a friend. Fuck you.
That's not what a friend does. A friend
Let me
doesn't
tell you
parade a
something, man.
chick in here who's into fat guys.
Guys in the arm, bullshit.
No, that's
Yeah.
not what a friend does.
Well, don't worry, it
a
won't
friend
happen
off
again.
the air says this girl might want to date you. Everything's on the air with you. Everything's on
Not
the air with
everything.
you.
I don't know any girls off the air. No one's written me a letter in my personal life saying I want to go out with Artie. Please,
So
let's do
you
it.
can make it your personal life. You could say a girl wrote me a letter. Why don't we get together and have dinner? I think she might like you. That's what a bro does.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of takers in that department. If a girl approached me, I would do it. I haven't been
A girl
approached.
wrote you a letter. You don't have to make it on the air. You don't have to make it an on-air thing.
Oh, I won't anymore. I
And
thought,
it proves,
you know what?
and it
I'm
proves
going
that
to tell
she
you
might
something.
not just want to be on the air.
And my motive for putting it on the air, my friend, is that I am very uncomfortable meeting people off the air. So, okay, I put that into you. I said, you know what? This is easy. If you don't like the chick, you never have to call her. You kind of screen her out on the air. It's a
No.
bad
If I don't like the chick, it turns into this.
And if you
I
really
don't like the
her,
chick off the air, you move on. It's a private issue.
No, but you had to fucking make a big deal of it yesterday.
No. You
Questioning
made
my
a big
motives.
deal out of it by making it a bit for the air. So I reacted the way I reacted, and that's what happened.
I made it a bit for the air so you wouldn't be embarrassed to meet these fucking
You're
chicks off the air.
uncomfortable about meeting people off the air.
Yes.
Why does that mean I have to be?
I was wrong, clearly. But my motive wasn't a bad one. My motive was because I wish someone would do it for
an
me.
entertaining segment for the show, and
Yes.
you're turning that into something like you're my personal friend. You did this as a friend thing. You wanted it to be exactly what this has turned into, a major issue for
You
the
know
show.
how many different people who have written me letters and said they want to meet so-and-so on the show and so-and-so on the show. And I go, no. Yeah, of course it'd be interesting.
Well, because maybe-
but also, it wasn't my intention to embarrass you. It was my intention like,
Well,
hey, what
you
if the chick's
embarrassed
hot?
me. I'm telling you, you
All right,
embarrassed
well,
me.
I apologize then. And I assure you, my friend, it will never happen again.
Fine, good.
Yeah, it will never happen again. You will not have any girls marching in here
If a
saying they're
friend-
attracted to you. You could go fuck yourself if
If
that's
somebody
what you
wrote
want.
me a letter and said,
Yeah.
I love
Dude,
and you
you
were
ain't getting
single.
shit.
Somebody wrote me a letter
You
and
ain't
you were
getting-
single and said, you know what?
I'm
in love with
not
Howard.
forwarding anything
I
to
would
you.
come to you off the air and say, hey, you want to get dinner with this girl? You want to meet her? I wouldn't parade her on the air as
I
a
wouldn't. No,
fetish
I would
chick
rather
who's
have
into
it.
you.
I would
And
rather
he
have
would
it
say,
that
what
way.
the fuck's wrong with you? Why didn't you put that on the air?
Yeah, I would have kicked your ass.
That's good. That's because he's nuts. Everything's got to be on
I'm
the air.
not nuts. I'm telling you, I'd rather screen somebody through the air than screen them off the air.
Do you
Sorry.
realize I don't think I've ever had a real conversation with you off the air?
Oh, no, you have.
No, I haven't.
That's a
No,
lie.
I haven't.
I sat you down as a friend because I was worried about you. Let me tell you something. There are too many fucking people
when you
who would do
made
that.
fun of that whole situation.
Bullshit.
You know, this is how you get rewarded for honesty on the show. I let out that I was addicted to heroin.
And I cared about you.
Yeah, for 2 seconds, and then there's 82
2
song
seconds,
parodies, and the next day you're playing my phone messages. That's Artie on heroin. Here, listen, that's Artie calling us up on heroin. And then you just yell it out on the Letterman show, and you somehow got an ounce of decency and called him and said, I'm not comfortable with that.
No, you talked about it on Letterman. You blurted out on the air, and I talked about it, thinking, well, if he's talking about it on our air, and then I said to Letterman, would you please edit that out because I'm concerned that it might affect Artie.
Right.
But he doesn't care
about
about
for 5 hours a day on a show that's got more listeners than Letterman, you fucking
you talked about it here.
Right. I blurted it out in a time that was a very difficult moment.
Okay,
and you
so
weren't
don't be mad at me for that.
What are we talking about here? Now we're on to heroin. We were talking about the girl.
He's attacking me for everything.
He's got a lot of issues now with you.
I know. But
I'm talking about our on-air and off-air relationship because you brought that up. The friendship
I didn't bring
thing.
it up. You said I'm not your friend, so fine. I'm not your fucking friend. Who cares?
Well,
I thought I was.
You have a conversation about something that doesn't exist.
If you came to me with any request or anything, I would make it happen. And the fact of the matter
you
is,
as well. The
fact of the matter is, I do consider you a friend, and I've invited you to my home several times. You've told me you can't come. And
I've been to your home.
And it's probably, I've invited you 90% more to my house than you've ever invited me to your house. When did you ever invite me to your house?
I invited you to my house once. I did. I invited you to play cards once, and you said you were going on a trip.
Oh, well, I was away.
Right.
But I've invited you to my home.
I just sit home and go, I don't want to go to Howard's? I had something to do.
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you, man. I don't invite people who aren't my friends to my home. When you were going through your shit with Dana, I said to you, come out and hang out with me and Jimmy, and you felt funny about it. I said, come on out. Let's have some fun. No, I'm not a friend, Artie. You're a fucking asshole. You got fucking major issues. And that real conversation I had with you, you should go see that fucking psychiatrist prontissimo, because shit's getting to you.
What's getting to me? Nothing's getting to me.
When you're sucking on those tabs, something's getting to you.
Well, listen, I'm
telling you, I don't want to
There's no question about the fact that I'm an addict.
And an addict means something,
Well,
pal.
that's covering something, Artie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it's
I've had those issues a long time.
Yeah, like from birth.
But this is a different situation.
Oh, boy.
This is not a different situation.
Rating a chick who's into fat guys.
Oh, you devil.
Sorry, won't happen again. I apologize.
Don't do it again.
I said
You
I wouldn't.
little devil.
You can be sure you will see no women here who are into you.
Thank you.
You go fuck yourself. Crying out loud. Fucking guy. Bro's so gay.
The gayest term.
Well, maybe it is. But we got a couple of bros.
You can't love some people.
No. Fuck you.
Fuck Fred.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and your fucking girls and everything else and heroin and all your bullshit.
Play.
Yeah. And gee, no real conversation.
Nobody's
It's been
ever
real
been
easy.
uncomfortable on this show but Artie. That's not fair.
Hey.
I said, go ahead and keep bringing broad. I'll continue to be uncomfortable.
I'm quiet over there.
I don't make the rules here.
I'm talking to Howard. I'm not talking to you.
Go right ahead.
Pretend you can't hear me.
And it's true.
I
of
wish
course,
I could.
My number one priority is always good radio.
I know that.
Absolutely.
And I
Always.
think I've given you a lot of that over the years with my fucked up body.
More good radio than anybody. And I love you for it, but I'm sorry I said
And I'm not
I love
even
you.
referring to being talented. I'm referring to being a fuck up.
So when I say I love you for that, is that gay? Or am I a bad man?
I
You're
almost
not my
died
bro?
of alcohol poisoning on the show.
Well, whatever.
Who fucking forced you to drink?
Oh, I'm kidding. I said that as a joke.
Sure.
Listen, I'm no more women.
I'm
for
not
you.
saying you guys forced me to drink.
You question my motive. You're right. The
asshole.
motive is always
You
that
took me to
something-
Las Vegas. That's forcing me to
The
drink.
motive is always something good behind it.
I understand.
Jet, you
I'm not looking to
all
hurt
I
you.
say is, listen, dude.
Yeah.
I would take a bullet for you.
No,
you know,
you wouldn't.
you're one
No,
of my.
you
wouldn't.
Yes, I would. You don't know me.
You know
You
what?
do not know me.
No.
You do not know me
I
the
know
way you
where
think
it's
you
at
know me.
now. Honestly, I know where it's at.
No, you don't know me the way you think you
Let
know
Fred
me.
say it.
He'll be holding the gun.
Not to change the subject, but Benji was taking
Robin
his
would
shirt
never-
off.
Robin
over
would
here.
never shoot
Could
you.
you put a stop to that?
Why are you taking your shirt off?
What?
Please don't make this about you.
All right.
He was taking his shirt off and he's got his hat off and you see the
stuff.
stubbly shit on his head now.
When the song came out, I was
Looks like a
dancing
ball
naked,
sack.
But then
I don't need you to be naked now.
right.
It's not funny. You're never funny with that.
This is the
You're a man.
breakup of a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I had a perception of Artie. That's
I mean,
completely
Artie's
false.
pouring his heart out, and this idiot is taking his clothes off.
I'm trying to be, what I said came out the wrong way. I'm trying to tell you, you say all the time the most important thing in your life is this radio show. And it's probably why.
No, my children and Beth are.
Okay, I get that.
All
I
right.
understand. I know what you mean when you say that.
Yes,
You know,
but it's
after
true.
your children and Beth.
Right. This is very important to
Okay,
me.
I get it. So, and it's probably why the show is what it is. It has become what it is. And it's probably why I was a fan and I always wanted to be here and everything. I'm saying I understand that relationship you have with this show is more important than the relationship you have with me. And that's fine with me. But I'm saying don't pretend
That's not true.
Yeah, but... Yes, it is, Howard. Come on.
That's not true. You're important to me because of
and
this
I
show.
don't care about that. As a matter of fact, I envy you for that. I wish I could be that passionate about a profession. Maybe I'd be more successful than I am.
Well, why don't you admit you are passionate about this profession instead of hiding behind, oh, I don't give a shit about anything.
All I'm saying is if I knew a guy who was, when I was thinner, an incredibly fat guy, and a chick wanted to come on as a fat fetish on the show before
Not
I
fat
did
fetish,
it.
Fat fetish
before
about
I
you.
did it on the,
about Artie. She's into Artie.
No. She's into fat guys. She's into fat guys.
No, she wasn't into Gange. Gange's a fat guy.
Yeah, but Howard.
You're Artie.
She said she's into fat guys.
Listen,
That's
I didn't sit and do an analysis of her letter.
If someone
she
was
liked you.
If someone was my friend, and I cared about them
I'm not
more
your friend,
than the radio
clearly.
show,
Yeah.
I would pull him aside and go, listen, is this going to bug you? She's
Well, isn't
into
it great
fat
how
guy,
you
blah,
do
blah, blah.
everything just right?
No, dude,
No,
I'm not
I
saying
know
I
it's
do
a
everything
bit.
just right.
I know it's a bit, but you know what? Behind the bit, I know it's a joke, the bit. I know that. I know it's a bit. But even I'm like, hey, here's a bit. Yeah, bring the girl in. Ha, ha, ha. But meanwhile, if she's hot, I'm going to go out with her.
And it's not like I'm begging you to do it.
You're not. And I clearly misread that because that's something I'd want someone to do for me. If any letter came in and someone said, hey, you're going to get to meet this chick's into you, that's like a huge icebreaker for me. So I would like that. You clearly don't.
There's a lot of times I'm uncomfortable.
But I didn't mean to ridicule you.
There's a lot of times I'm uncomfortable with shit that goes on the show. But the fact of the matter is, everybody here gets uncomfortable with shit, and you got to bite the bullet.
Right.
And, you know, the heroin song parodies, that stuff is really, really a personal, like, really makes me feel awful.
Right,
but
I get all of that.
But I bite the bullet.
But I get all that. The fact that the only hurtful part of this conversation is that you think my motives in doing that were to make you less of a man, and it wasn't.
Well, that's what it felt like.
Okay. And the second thing that's just hurtful to me is that you goofed on me because I care about you. That
But
I do
Howard,
consider
you
you my
goof on
bro.
me every day,
No, but I consider
every
you a
second of
brother.
every day.
You know what? If you and I were in the trenches
that's
together in the
fine.
Army, you would be my friend for life, even if we didn't see each other for 25 years. Fred's been at my side for 30 fucking years.
Well,
he is
that's
every
a
bit
special
my fucking
bond.
bro.
I know that. I
and
know.
you've been
and
here
he's
for
never
7
been insulted or denigrated
whatever.
on this show.
You've been here.
Never.
No, but the point is,
Could you stop laughing
through
around?
thick and thin, I will call that guy my brother. Now, that's something out of the 60s. I understand that. And that's something you don't relate to as a younger man. But the fact of the matter is...
It's something your generation
the
lacks.
feeling behind it...
I come from a shitty generation.
You come from a shitty generation. And the fact of the
Actually, I
matter
do, when
is...
you think about
And
it.
the fact of the matter is, the same goes for you. Yeah, two Army buddies might not see each other for 50 years, and they see
But
each
there's
other,
a bond.
and they embrace each other.
How you're comparing this to being in
Yes, to me,
Vietnam?
not Vietnam. I didn't say Vietnam. I said an army.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is...
How am I not loyal to you on this show?
I didn't say you weren't. Did I ever accuse you of not being loyal?
There's nothing...
No, I'm saying to you, you ridiculed me for saying you're my brother and you're my friend. You're saying that it's not a friendship if you're together 5 hours a day on the air. Okay, it's on the air, but I feel like you're on my side. When I'm down and I feel like the world is coming in on me, when I come into this room, I go, thank God I've got Artie, Fred, Robin, not so much Benji, but, and yes, even you, Benji. But I go, thank God I have these people because, like, no matter how bad the shit gets, especially when it went down with the censorship and Tom and I'm always getting suspended and shit, I would say I just have this refuge. And when I'd get down in my career, Robin would, like, be there, like, laughing at me and doing, like, the radio with me, and I go, oh, thank God, because it's making me feel like I got a team.
I know.
I'm
dude.
not alone.
I know. Can I explain something to you? Let me
So
just say
that's
something.
what you
Let me say
mean
one
to
thing
me.
to you.
And for you to ridicule that, it just sucks.
Talk about ridicule. Suppose you were a fat guy.
I was under a whole different impression
fat,
about
and you're
you.
the most self deprecating guy there is usually,
Right.
and you're very aware of your physical being, right?
Right.
Suppose you were fat and you really were embarrassed by the way you look.
Okay.
You work on a guy's radio show, and someone says, "What's going on today?" Well, a chick with a loves fat guys is coming in to see if
I didn't mean to insult you.
Of course it's insulting. How could you not? How could you? What kind of world
The
are you
girl
living in
said
if
she
you
was
don't
into
realize
you.
that's
She likes
insulting?
fat guys. And I figured you're not uptight about you being fat. I didn't know you were so uptight about being called a fat guy.
I'm uptight, dude. You're the one who told me to go to a
He
shrink.
doesn't know you. He's not
you need
even
to go
a friend.
You are wrong.
How would he know?
You're changing
Howard,
this.
listen,
My
you're trying
motivation
to
wasn't to
defend
humiliate
yourself
you.
as a
My
person.
motivation wasn't to humiliate you. It was for you to meet a girl.
Yesterday, you were being a fantastic radio personality and a shitty friend. That's what you were doing.
Bullshit.
Yes, you were.
Well, that wasn't my motivation.
Okay, fine.
And
well,
I don't care
then I'm
what you
telling
think.
you how I feel.
All right, and I'm telling you that was not true.
And I'm saying I don't want you to change a thing about the show.
No, I know. I know what
But
you're
this
saying.
conversation is happening. I don't know what the fuck to do about it. I'm being honest with
Artie,
you.
because you feel something, does it make it real?
Explain that. What are you talking about?
You felt it doesn't mean he meant it.
Let's see what people say. Let's go to King of All Blacks. Go ahead.
I'm going to side with Artie today, man.
What?
I'm going to have to side with Artie today.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, let him talk.
Hey, you fat guys. Who the fat guys call? If you're being insulted.
Go ahead, King. Why do you side with Artie on this? I'm not even sure what the argument's about, but go ahead.
Because it's like if you seen a girl that was hot that maybe Beth knew. And
I don't know any girls like that, and I would do that for Artie.
And in his personal life, he would do that.
No friend. First of all, Beth doesn't have a lot of female friends, and the ones that do have not approached me about Artie.
Yeah, but what he's saying is, why would you bring it on the air, and why?
Because it was something that I would want done for me.
Because he's being a great radio guy.
No.
He's not being a friend. He's
No.
not thinking of me as a
I
friend.
thought it was an interesting segment, but also I did
and
it out of friendship.
It was clearly fascinating. It dominated the show, and it's dipped over into this.
Want to know something? I don't think it was a particularly good segment, quite frankly. If you want to know my analysis,
it turned into this, so people are probably enjoying this.
Let me say something, because
I'm
you're
ripping
missing
my heart
something.
out.
You're missing something here, both you and the king, that the girl, we don't know her from Adam.
We don't.
Well, right, okay, so what
So
does that
where
mean?
are we going to introduce you? In his apartment, a total stranger?
You got her to come here and say, we'll meet you at the diner.
Right, she wanted to be on the radio and meet you.
Exactly.
Fine, but that's to me, that's an entree to meeting a chick.
Yeah, but Robin, you don't know her personally.
Fred met his wife on the radio. It ain't such a bad
It's a
deal.
different situation.
No, it's not. It's the exact same
No, it
thing.
isn't. No, it isn't. It's a dial-a-date.
I
Fred was a willing participant.
She didn't know him any
Fred
better
came
than
in
that girl
day
knew
knowing
you.
It was a dial-a-date. It was a willing participant. I
know
get that you're
that day.
blindsided by it.
He didn't know that day. We did it.
I think Artie's objecting to the whole framing of the fat thing.
All right, but how many times have
killing
we
him.
introduced them to girls? It's not about being fat. They're attracted to Artie.
The dial-a-date wasn't. The dial-a-date wasn't. Oh, we're gonna get this freak Fred
This-
laid.
on the air for me, doing this on the air
I
is an
did hear.
excuse to do it. Otherwise, it's creepy for me. I'm talking about my own life. Like, I get creeped out. Like, oh, I'm going to go meet some chick who wrote me a letter. It's like kind of like a cool way to screen it. It's good radio. And
Also,
P.S.
it's a total stranger, and anybody could be writing. You get a chance to preview her in a public forum where it's not
Or it's actually
dangerous
safe.
or
Exactly.
The bigger
That's
issue
all
is
I meant by it.
I've
That's all I meant by it.
confided with you, and you just bring shit up on the air. If there's stuff I don't tell you now because I know you now, and I know your move. You bring stuff on the air.
I've never brought up anything you said don't bring up.
Yes, you did.
Liar.
The whore $500 story. The time I told you
The
that.
whore $500
Did you tell him that was
You
in confidence?
Of course I told him. I said I don't want this on the air.
I don't remember you ever saying I want this
then
on
you
the
know
air.
what? You got selective memory.
All right,
dude.
then I'm wrong. I
said to
apologize.
you,
I don't remember
I said
that.
to you, I don't want this on the air, and I told you that story.
No.
And then you went on the air.
I went
and
on the air and said, "What, Artie? Do you want to tell that story?" I gave it up to you.
Right, you kept fucking.
No bullshit.
Like I had a choice at that.
I get a tape of that. I want to hear me bringing up something that he told me not to.
And then
bring up.
I confided you in something about Dana on the phone, and you just blurted it out. And now I know that. Now I know
What
that
was
you.
that?
What was that?
Blurt it out again. No.
We talked about. He did. Well, he did. He's like, you know. And
What did I
looked
say?
I remember looking at you like, how did you just say that? What the fuck was the issue? I was talking.
There
to
was
you on
one
the
thing.
phone.
He's right. I think this might be it. Go
Of
ahead.
course it wasn't. I'm like,
All
no.
right, okay. I might have fucked up. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, but Howard, listen. But the point is, I would never in a million years think
All
about
right.
doing that to you, and you do it, and you,
I
and you
don't.
go, oh,
You
I'm
make it
sorry,
like I
and
do
it's
it all
just
the
turned
time.
up.
Bullshit.
That's two examples
No.
to where I'm scared.
Many people
If
here
I
have told
tell
me
you
things in
something-
confidence.
If I tell you something in person that you think would be so incredible for the air, you know you're going to figure out a way to pick it up.
No,
bring it up on
I
the
would
fucking
say
air.
to you, Artie, can we talk about that on the air?
Yeah, you do that on the air.
Right. And if you say no, it doesn't go any
6 million
further.
people hear it, and all of a
That's
sudden
right.
it's like, why is Artie being a fuck? It's just a ridiculous.
Sometimes it seems like in retrospect you could, after the
But
fact.
this last thing, you just didn't even ask me. You just said it.
You're right.
I'm gonna try to
what was it, though?
I don't even know if I want
you
to
know
say
what it was?
again.
Because it was nothing.
No, yes, it was something very big to me.
Was it? What was it?
Yes. I don't want to say it again.
You don't remember?
Well, I remember it was something very big, and I
What
don't
was
want
it?
to
If it's so big, what is it?
Well, why do I want to say it
You
again?
just
You're
fucking
doing
busted
it
my
right
balls.
now. I am
Busted
not.
my
You
balls.
just remember
Busted
doing
my
it.
balls.
You remember doing it. Did you not just say you remember doing it?
Yes, I did. But
Okay,
I know
so you're admitting it.
But I know it was nothing.
Oh, God.
You know
It was
what?
nothing to him.
How do you know
He's
it's
busting my
nothing?
balls now.
No, so you just were judge and jury in your
Yes,
head.
yes.
Thought it was nothing to me, and you blurted it
Yes.
out. Okay.
No,
great.
he didn't. Did you just blurt it out? You didn't even ask him?
No, I said to him,
No, he
can I
didn't.
say this?
No, you did not.
Oh, you mean I just blurted it out?
Yes.
All right, well, remember what it is if it's so fucking important.
You're admitting you did it.
I'm admitting I asked you if I could say it.
Oh, my God.
But maybe
No,
I did.
you
You want to know? So
Gotta
honestly,
say-
all bullshit aside, I don't even remember if I blurted it out or I asked you first. But if I did, what was the thing that's so fucking bothering you?
I don't feel like
That you
talking about it.
You don't remember it. Tell the truth now that you don't remember.
You
what
can't
the fuck
even bring
is.
it up in your brain.
You won't even bring it up because you don't remember.
I told you that I was disappointed in Dana
All right.
for not,
Sticking by you.
Exactly.
Right.
That? That's a revelation?
He said it a million times.
Robin, people have different things that mean stuff to them. I don't know what means anything to you, Ms.
He's
Brick
right
over
about
there.
that. That's true. But that was that the only time,
And
honestly.
this is how it came up on the air. He goes, how many times, Art, have you said to me that Dana didn't stick by you and she should have stuck by? And that was like getting hit with a bat in the face.
But Artie, how many times have I fucked up in the 7 or 8? How many years you been on this show?
Dude, if it happens once,
Did I ever reveal any contents of anything? No, one time it happened.
Twice.
What's the second time?
The $500 hooker thing.
Bullshit.
I begged you not
I will
to talk
go to my
about.
grave
He
saying you're
asked
full of
before.
shit.
He asked before that.
That's
you
right.
gave permission.
I don't even know. I don't even remember him telling me that off the air, honestly.
But that's
and if he did, I
exactly
know
how I
I
told
would
you.
never
I
tell
thought
it.
50 people knew that when you were telling me. I was the only one who didn't know.
Tim, go ahead.
Artie, wah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was
And
good.
Howard,
Well timed.
did you honestly mention this prior to Artie yesterday?
What?
Did you mention this prior to the show about this chick coming on about a fat person? And Artie, you did it to yourself.
I don't know. I didn't know anything about it.
I knew
it
about
wasn't
it.
a surprise to you. He mentioned it before.
Hey,
No, he
Jason,
mentioned
print
it
out
in
the
the
letter.
morning.
Print out the letter the chick sent because Artie.
Yeah, I want to hear
Once
that.
you hear it.
I guarantee it's I guarantee it's a letter you read and you go, "Wow, this will be good for my friend."
No, honestly, I think I read about the first 3 lines and I decided it would be good for my friend.
Okay. Well, we'll see what the letter.
All right. I read like maybe 2 seconds.
Well, first of all, right there. Wouldn't you read the rest of it?
No, I was just like,
the
hey, this
last
chick-
paragraph. She's like, and at the
No,
end,
she
I
was
like
like
to
the-
stab fat guys after I fuck them.
When did she say that?
I'm saying you didn't read the whole letter. It could say anything.
It was just she goes, I'm a really cute girl who wants to have sex with Artie. I went, okay, that'll be interesting. And
then what? I mean, there could be anything after that. I mean, you should read the whole letter.
Oh, get out of here.
Did Artie
I
know
don't read
this
the whole
before the
anything.
show?
What?
Did Artie know this before the show?
No, but I don't know. I don't know.
I
about it.
promoted.
Yes, you
If he
did
knew
for
it before the
days.
show when he went on.
Not for
then he
days.
just
I
wanted-
heard about it in the morning.
No, he had said it before that there's this girl who wrote a letter who really likes Artie.
Well, I mean, I don't
By the way, it's on Lotus Notes too. If Artie ever bothered to,
I don't-
read
I'm not
that.
on there. Everybody
He
knows I'm
can't
not on there.
turn
It's
on
not like
his
I'm keeping it.
computer.
I'm not keeping it a secret.
Artie, you ungrateful fuck.
Of course.
What a friend Howard is.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Artie's going to end up leaving the show. I think this situation.
I am. I'm going to leave the show.
This situation today opened up a door about how Howard treats his friends, and everybody that
got
knows
nothing to
Howard
do
knows
with
that
it.
he's an air man. He loves everything on the air. And you
Well, that's
accepted
true.
it, and you took it, you went with it. Now you're going to sit here and
Is that
bitch.
true? Are you leaving the show?
Well,
Artie?
can I? Well, yeah, I'm probably going to leave in January.
Is that true?
Yeah,
this an announcement?
but not for show business though.
What reason?
Well, I have to. I went to the doctor recently, and I have to take a break. I have to dry out. I have to go. I'm going to go to like Europe or something, and just stay there for 6 months and like hike or something.
Really?
I have to. It's not a show business thing at all. Matter of fact, if something happens with the Fox deal, I would probably do it in New York and do both. If I'm going to stay in show business, I might as well stay here.
Right.
But this is something I
So
don't know.
you're announcing you're leaving the show.
My doctor got me scared
What
shit.
doctor?
I went to get a full like checkup, you know, It's not a pretty picture, and I'm
See,
burnt. I'm very burnt. I'm burnt the
Here's
fuck
the thing.
out.
Here's the thing I don't understand about
I considered
you.
rehab.
Can I tell you something? I don't get something about you. Well, I'm not going to say anything. Forget it.
No, but
it's not my place.
But go ahead.
No,
I mean,
no, it's not my place.
We're
But
on
so
the air,
you're telling me now that you're leaving.
He'd talk to you. But
So you're telling me you're leaving in January?
Well, I might even go to rehab.
Really?
Yeah.
Why wait till January?
But why wait till
Because
January?
just not rehab. I'm not
'Cause he
abusing.
wants to have fun
I'm not
first.
abusing anything right now. It's like I don't know what to call it. Like I need to dry out.
You need a mental hospital, like a nervous breakdown
I might.
place?
I might.
That's
I'm
what he
burnt.
needs.
I'm burnt out, and I need a break. And like, if at the end of 6 months I come back and there's something going on. To me, I'm finding out about myself. I always thought I needed like attention in show business, and I'm finding I don't. I could be happy if I ever really dealt with the issues I have in my fucking head properly. I think I could be happy working at a fucking deli or something.
That's what you think.
And I have a good amount of money packed away. I don't live. I don't live. I don't live an extravagant lifestyle.
Here's my prediction about you.
I'm not leaving the show. I'm leaving show business.
Okay.
Technically.
Here's my prediction.
I'll be 40.
Oh my God.
Here's my prediction about you.
Right. I'm gonna die in Italy.
No.
No.
This is what you think you need. So I'll be the first one to encourage
But I
you
feel
to
like
do
I'm
it.
dying.
Damn straight, do it.
You're going to feel like you're dying when you do this in 6 months. Yeah, I mean, you're going to go away for 6 months, and you're still going to feel like you're dying.
You think I'm gonna go mental?
I know you're going to go
But
mental.
what if I hire
You just proved that you're mental right now.
Because
I
you
don't
could
I want
do
to feel
this.
like the
You
book
could
The
do-
Razor's Edge. I want to go
No.
hang with a monk in Tibet. I'm
of that.
searching for some sort of peace that I've
We
never
have three.
found.
We have 3 years left here, and it could either be glorious, and this is. I'm not convincing you to do one thing or the other. You could do whatever you want, but it could be glorious, and you could work on yourself while you have this work that you're doing now,
right?
And feel great, and go to a psychiatrist. Start to do the hard work of opening up.
I've tried for
It's
6
not gonna
years.
be
I've
easy.
tried to fit that into my
Oh, come on.
situation, and
You're not willing to do it. So going and living like in Italy,
Europe, in a monk's.
you're not going to feel any better.
I'm not talking about the rest of my life. I'm talking about for 6 months just drying out. Just no more to road.
Dry
no
out
more
today.
To,
Try out today.
I'm
No
not-
more road,
look,
and
I'm
do
not
your
saying
radio
I'm not
show. and-
abusing any drug
No,
right
I know
now,
that.
but I'm really just.
You feel like you're going to burst.
Howard, I'm going nuts.
You're going to feel like you're bursting.
Yes.
All right.
Literally and fit mind.
What I am telling you,
everything.
the secret is, and trust me on this, I've lived a little longer than you.
Right.
As someone who has had similar feelings many points in his life, it comes down to no matter where you are.
But you had something connecting you, your kids.
No.
You know, I mean, I got like,
But
I feel like I got an open canvas there, and I could just go try to.
Well, you don't.
find some sort of peace.
All right, well then look at me, Artie. You think I've never felt the way you do, or wanted to run away, or saying I just need time off because I have to get
I'm not
myself
asking for
together?
time. I would never ask you guys for time off.
No, I'm not saying
No,
that.
that's
I'm
it.
talking about in life,
But-
taking like the time out you're talking about.
But to me, today, you could quit everything. I would quit everything but the show, but that's up to you. And focus on being healthy. Commit to going to a psychiatrist 4 times a week. Opening up, as painful as it is, and as much as you don't want to go, just force yourself to go. Say, this is something I need to do. Because I guarantee you, my friend, I mean, not my friend, but our coworker.
Bro.
We won't even be that in January.
I guarantee you, when you're in Italy or living with monks or whatever it is you think you're going to be doing that's going to dry you out, you're going to be the same Artie Lange.
Let me tell you, Artie, while
But how
we
do you
were
know
on
that?
I
the
know it.
air, while we were
You
on
think
the air
changing
at
the environment-
NBC, I was having a nervous breakdown.
Right.
And I started therapy, and I would go to therapy before the show. And there were days I walked out of the therapist's office and I said, I don't think I can work today.
Well, you know, doing this show is a sacrifice, too, because of the schedule. And I'm being honest with you. After 6 years, I am not willing to make that sacrifice anymore.
Yeah, well,
I'm
then you
telling
gotta
I'm not
leave.
willing.
That's
I want to
another
see.
thing.
I want to see the whole Super Bowl for the first time in 6 years. I know that sounds dumb, but
No,
I
that's
want
what
to
you
go
need to
out on
do.
a Tuesday night, maybe. And listen, I'm not saying I would never leave here like some sort of pompous jerk and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this and that." And if I would fully any project I did after this in show business
When
would
did you come to
probably
this
fail.
conclusion? When did you come to this conclusion?
About a month ago, I went to go see this doctor, and I mean, he scared the living fuck out of me. This happened to me at Mad TV too. Some guy told me, you know, I had a physical, And, you know, I don't know. I haven't been able to figure out a balance of this schedule and living healthy and I don't know, man. I really, Howard, I feel like I'm going to fucking just drop
Artie, even right now, I was on the phone last night with a guy who's coming to New York to detox me.
Why?
Because I feel very unhealthy.
Right. Well, you
but
see,
I don't think about quitting my job. I think about, all right, how do I get healthy in my life?
Well, he has a different attitude toward the job, and it's not the wrong attitude.
I don't have disrespect for this job.
No, I don't say disrespect.
When I first got this gig, some friends of mine, comics, said, Art, that's the greatest job of all time. I give you 3 weeks. And I said, listen, because of the schedule. And I said, listen, guys, you're wrong. I said, this ain't the Z Morning Zoo. I'm on, you know, the classic show of our lifetime here. It's going to lead to other things. I'm going to have fun. I'm in New York. And, you know, I made it work for 6 years. And now it's very hard. I have to sit down and look at and assess my life, which has been in shambles forever.
What's the longest time you've been straight?
What, sir?
What's the longest?
Let me get rid of this guy.
Yeah,
CK,
really.
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Artie thinks my relationship is gone.
But
I mean,
Robin, so you're saying I'm trying to avoid those things in the
guy
future.
clearly needs to leave and find out what that's like. CK, go ahead. You're on the air. Really, he needs to find out.
But what I know about life is that your life is not different when you leave here. You're still a mess.
Well, he's got to go prove that to
we're
himself.
different people, though, Robin. And maybe,
no, you're not.
You're not any different. CK, everything you've done.
That wasn't a racial comment, by the way.
Everything you've been involved with has involved addiction. So it's not this show. When you were doing Mad TV, there was addiction.
No,
when you were doing movies, there was addiction.
When is that going to stop? When is that going
to stop? Not quitting your job.
If this job, which was like a dream job to me, and all this money I'm making.
It's not going to stop unless you go to therapy. And you can go to therapy and still work.
Yes, because you're looking for something outside of yourself to make you stop. You have to stop.
You think if you stop working, it's going to be some kind of revelation.
No, not altogether. I think if I take I need more than 2 weeks. I need a 6-month thing where whatever the fuck it is, and then if I come back.
How do you know it's 6 months?
He makes pronouncements.
Right.
CK, you're on the air.
Maybe it's a month. Maybe it's 2. I don't know.
Yes, CK.
Find out that you have diabetes, or that you are like on the verge of having diabetes.
Yes.
Is that what you found out?
On the verge. Well, my father was a diabetic, and I found out I'm on the verge of it.
Aren't you? But didn't he test your blood, John Hine?
There's all different types of diabetes.
You're over 140, and you have that test done like twice within a month. You have diabetes.
The doctor took blood tests on me. You know what I mean? It's like it's
real stuff.
He did the whole fucking thing that I haven't done in a while, and you know, it scared me. And I said, well, look, ever since I've been an adult, whatever the fuck it is, you say it all the time. I haven't dealt with this stuff with my father properly, and you know what? You're right. I went to a shrink at Mad TV because they forced me to, or they were going to throw me in jail or fire me. And I saw the guy 2 times. He was a pill pusher, and I took the pill, and I kept going. Right. Eventually, I went back to drugs and drinking. It's like a horrible cycle.
Right.
And after 6 years of doing this, you know,
it might be time for a break.
I don't know. Or I don't want to die.
You know what, Art?
I don't want to drop dead. I mean, if I drop dead, I'll try to do it on the air.
No, but Art.
That's nice of you.
Art. I hear what you're saying. No hard feelings. Whatever you decide is good with me. I've always said that to you.
That's what we said. Now we're feeling well.
I know you didn't think I was sincere, but when I said you're my bro, you are. And the fact is, if you need 6 months to go do your thing, you go do it. And I'm just suggesting to you that
do not wait.
Before you throw this away, you have to realize the pain in your life is never going to change, whether you're working or not, or even this schedule. This schedule, by some standards,
getting up early.
Is not so bad.
Right.
Believe me, I've worked worse.
Well, it keeps a structure, but I don't know. I haven't been able to. See, what I do is, and again, you know, the money I made on a sitcom is one thing, and I realize there's not that kind of money in radio.
That's right.
But to live the kind of lifestyle I'm used to, I have to go on the road.
Right.
And I don't know, between the road and this, I am just burnt the fuck out. And I know that if I the longer I stay here, the more they're going to throw these gigs at me, and it's hard to say no a lot of the time. And I don't know. I got to get the fuck out of this vacuum I'm in. It's like stuff is falling by the wayside. You know, Dana came and went. I don't know. I'm like a hurricane, and all these things are in my wake. I don't know how to get out.
Well, that's how it feels to you.
Yeah.
And I think that if you got help, you wouldn't feel that way. But listen, I'm sad to hear you say you're leaving.
One thing.
I'm sad to hear you say you're leaving, but I understand.
I haven't given the shrink a full try it.
Right. Why would you wait until January to start getting better if you're in that bad a shape?
I don't know. To me, it's like a light at the end of the tunnel, maybe. It's something to work for. I don't know.
Well, maybe by January you'll feel differently.
Yeah, but at the same time, well, I didn't know. I was going to try. I was going to give it till the July vacation and really think about it, and then, at least give you guys a few months' notice and shit, which is right. But I don't know.
I'm sad to hear you say
Wow.
you're going to be leaving. In
This has
January.
been. I can't take this.
I said it.
I'm quitting too.
I might have said it too prematurely.
Well, I'm sad to hear you say it, but at the
nobody
same
even
point,
takes me seriously.
I need help.
I certainly understand it.
I need the.
And I wish you'd get the help now
Right,
and stay
there's
with
no
the show,
reason.
but that's something you got to feel.
Well,
to
maybe
continue
I'll-
in pain.
So you'd suggest going to a shrink in the afternoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
3
And-
times a week.
I
And
gotta tell
maybe
you.
he'll help me balance the schedule.
Can I tell you one
No,
thing
it's
about?
not about balancing the schedule, Artie.
Can I tell you something, Art? Like today, I have an appointment with the shrink, and I actually have got plans to get out of town. Now, by waiting around for the shrink means I got to go sit through fucking traffic afterwards. And I was about to cancel, and something inside me said, "Don't cancel," because I hate going. I hate it to this day. I've been going 10 years. I hate going. I fucking hate going to the shrink. But I know when I'm done, I feel better, and it helps me manage the shit in my life.
Right.
Now, I can't compare my shit to your shit. Whatever your shit is your shit.
Well, everybody reacts.
But
I mean, everybody's got shit.
But
I know.
I've had a gun in my mouth 2 times in my life. So
Really?
the fact of the matter, that's right. And the
What?
fact of the matter is, that's right. So the fact of the matter is that everybody has their own shit. And the fact of the matter is that I know if I don't go, it's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for the people in my life who I love and all that
Mentally,
stuff.
but you see, you've clearly figured out a way to be physically healthy with this schedule.
Well, I wasn't always.
Yeah, but he didn't take 6 months off to do it. That's what we're saying.
I know. Well, I mean, then the sacrifice you make to be healthy and everything, I can't imagine how crazy your fucking day is.
But
Like,
you must hear me on this. If you were at a shrink now and you said to me, "Hey, Howard, I came to a conclusion with the shrink," when I was sitting there.
It's something I should discuss with you.
The radio thing isn't making me happy, or it's just too much. And you know what? Maybe I even want to go out to Hollywood again, or I want to maybe work in New York doing something different. I'd say, okay. I'd say okay anyway, even if you don't go to the shrink. I mean, what am I going to say? I mean, I'm sad. I love working with you. I would love to finish out as much time as I can with you here.
But nothing has made me happy. You know what I mean? Like, I've tried
Right.
all these things.
Understood. So let's say you even went to therapy and it didn't work for you.
Right.
Then that's another issue. But the only thing I know is it helped me, and we're not the same people. I know that.
Right.
But it did help me feel more connected to the people in my life, and it made me feel even more connected to people I work with. That's why I think...
Even though you don't see it.
Yeah, actually, that's when it blew my mind this morning, because I actually do feel connected to you. And maybe I don't express it perfectly, but I do feel that way, and I do care about
you.
you.
Too. I never said I didn't feel connected.
No, I know.
to you.
So, and I really didn't mean you any harm. But the fact of the matter is, I know deep down in my heart that no matter what the surroundings are, whatever you think, like I always think, oh, if I lived in Canada on a farm, or if I
Right.
lived
Every
in,
time I'm on vacation,
No.
I think if I didn't have to work, boy, would I be
then
happy.
I'd be happy. And you might be right. That work might be a lot of stress, and you might have enough fuck you money to say, I don't need to work this many hours. And that's legitimate. And you know what? You should leave then. And it'll be sad and all that, but, we had a bunch of good years, and so be it, and you'll come back and visit every
And
once
we'll
in a
do
while,
a
hopefully.
special on you.
That's right. But the fact of the matter is, I'm recommending to you,
At least
as
see
a
a
friend,
shrink.
at least see the shrink in a serious way. Get a really good name, and go see the guy. And
Well, I'm sure the guy you gave me is a good name.
I hear
still have that on
great
my
things
desk.
about him.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know the man, but I know the guy who recommended him.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
guy who
yeah.
recommended him is a solid psychiatrist who's a real caring guy. And the fact of the matter is that, then you could make a decision at least. But I'm going to tell you something. If you go to this therapy, it's ball-busting, heart-wrenching. It's
I know. I mean, I'm not thrilled with that
horrible.
aspect of-
Every time you're there, you're like, I could be doing so many other fucking things. But something keeps drawing me back because I know it's the right thing to do for my kids, to do for, Beth, for whoever, even for the people I work with.
But also, Artie, if you have to go away every time life gets complicated, you'll never be in your life.
Well, you see, but I haven't done that. I've lived. I felt like this before, but I didn't have enough money to really feel like I could do it.
Yeah, but my point is,
and I made myself stay in.
You have to learn to solve problems in your life, not out of your life.
Right. Well, yeah, I know. Well, listen, I haven't been able to do that yet. I don't know.
That's because you haven't asked for the proper help either.
Right. Well,
you've only tried to do it. You know what they say? Your best thinking got you here. You've heard that before.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's depressing.
Listen, I'm not even. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of people on the phone who want to chime in. I'm not even going to let them.
No.
But
look, I don't care. I'm telling you,
I
wasn't going to say anything until July because it's not in my head made up, and I do have that guy's number actually.
Good. I hope you call. That's it. Let's leave it at that. You know, I can't do anything about you missing the Yankees-Red Sox game, and I understand
No, that's just like a symbol in my head. I'm going like, well, you know, I spend a lot of money on these tickets, and it's like I can't even go to a fucking game.
That's right.
It like plays jokes on you, like, oh, what is it? Is it worth it if is the work worth it if I can't enjoy the things I enjoy? And then you start thinking, well,
you know what's funny?
How do I get out of this rut?
I used to think that at NBC,
right?
And then once I even got fired, I had clarity. I went, why did I get so fucking worked up? I could have easily done this. And it's weird.
Easily done what? Worked within their parameters?
No,
or?
I could have figured out how to make it more enjoyable while I was there.
Right.
I don't think I could have avoided being fired. That would have happened inevitably. But I didn't need to have all the angst and the just fuck it.
I'm filled with
filled with it, and
angst,
I think
absolutely.
that angst doesn't go away just because you have the change of scenery. Even if you quit working and you put yourself on a farm,
right?
You know, I mean, there's been. That Larry Sanders show had a great episode. Larry figured if he went to Montana and retired, he'd be happy.
Right.
He lasted 3 days.
I know. I love that episode. I get it. I know.
Yeah. But anyway, listen, you'll come to the right conclusion either way, and you have the full support of me.
No, I know.
No matter what you decide to do.
And
if
look,
it's
nobody
January,
springs
then...
something on me. I knew the schedule getting into this, and it was a blast. And I just slowly but surely fell into this black hole of shit health, and I woke up one day, I'm 300 pounds, I can barely move, and mentally
it
I'm a
didn't happen
mess.
in one day.
Yeah, I know.
And Art, you know what? I'll suggest to you this: if you separate yourself out, you're on satellite radio, we're having a blast, you're doing your thing.
Creatively, it's great.
So
but you gotta say that's the only thread that keeps me from madness. The fact that I can go home and go, you know what? I was funny today. You know what I mean? Like I earned my paycheck. The show was funny or whatever the fuck.
But it could be that you decide, and rightly so, by the way. It's your decision. January comes around, you give me some notice, let me know, and we'll have a good farewell party, and that'll be it.
See, that's why
I will miss you.
You see, that's why it's scary to me to leave this to go to some other creative venture, because God forbid...
you're miserable.
I don't have the creative satisfaction, and it's all this shit. That's what I was going through for a while. At Mad TV, there were good sketches, but there were bad ones, man. And a week where I hated the sketch, man, that was like, now I have nothing to fall back on. Now there's no redeeming quality about the situation. I don't think I'm being funny. I'm miserable where I am. Like, at least here, I go home and I go, I'm part of something special. It's unique, and it was funny. And I can argue in my head that now that's what makes me go on.
You've always been a guy who's not afraid to take chances. You left a doc, and you went out in show business, and you will do well even outside of this show. I know you will. You've got talent.
Maybe money-wise, but not creatively.
Money-wise, and I think
I
you'll
mean, it's
find
hard
something.
to get this atmosphere anywhere in comedy. You can't do it, you know.
But you make your decision and you decide. But I'm just talking about your happiness. That ain't going to change. I don't give a fuck what venue you're in. I don't care if you're working in a deli or if you're working, or if you just stop working and sit home.
You'll still be Artie.
You're still going to be Artie.
You know what happened to me? I got spoiled, too. For 2 years, I had the exact opposite situation I'm in now, and I was the healthiest physically of my life. I didn't like the show I was doing. I thought I would watch it every, the Norm Show. For 2 fucking years, I was making $35,000 a week. I had a convertible, I had a tan. I'd get up at 11 o'clock. I'd throw you guys on. I'd go over Mulholland Drive. I'd have an omelet. I'd go to work. I'd read the shit script. We'd tape it, get a paycheck, go to a party, maybe have sex with a broad that's out of my league. And the show would come on, and my aunts would love it because they're hearing fake laughter and Artie's getting laughs. But creatively, it was empty. And
Right.
normals say the same thing. He lost his way with that because it wasn't as funny as his stand-up and all this other shit. Here it's the direct opposite. Here it's the funniest thing ever, and I'm proud of the work. But my God, the schedule with the stand-up is... And look, the other thing is, if I do stay... I got to bite the bullet financially a little bit and at least cut the stand-up in half, like directly, boom, because that's killing me. The traveling and the fucking getting back on a Sunday, getting off the plane, and I can't do that anymore.
No,
and I'm going to be 40. That's the other soul-searching thing. Like in October, I'll be 40, and that for some reason, 30 didn't bother me. 35, 40's fucking with my head a little bit.
Right.
And
I understand.
It's a lot of shit going on, and the Norm Show, I look good. But I wasn't being funny. Here I look like shit, but I'm getting laughs.
Well, maybe you can do both. Maybe you get laughs and look good.
I miss that. That sitcom lifestyle's hard. You miss it. But,
I know. This is not an easy lifestyle. This is not. So we'll see what happens. Listen, but I say while you're in this much pain and worried about your health.
Right.
I'm just saying maybe therapy. I don't know. Maybe there's some other answer.
Yeah, maybe you start now so that you really are clear in January what you want to do.
But I promise you guys, and this is a testament to all you, the only thing that keeps me from total madness is the fact that I'm part of a show that is great. It's a great, legendary show, and that makes me sane, and it gets me to sleep. If I didn't have that,
definitely leave it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, it's going to be great if I drop dead, Robin. I don't want. What am I going to do?
And if you decide to work in a deli, please no mayo on my sandwich.
Yeah, I was going to say, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll come.
It'll be a great deli.
And if I ask for extra butter, don't let it swim in butter.
I'm not going to be working anywhere near food.
I got to take a break. You need a break.
Wow, I'm leaving. I can't take this show today.
Yeah.
It's been too emotional. Too much has gone on.
Well, how about a little excerpt from the letter? Whenever I fantasize about fat men...
Is that what it says?
They're usually Italian, and the majority of my boyfriends have been Italian. Unfortunately, only one has gained weight, and it wasn't for me or my fetish.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, don't you think when a chick says she has a fetish...
Who cares? You're getting laid.
You make it sound like
I don't know. I'm nuts. If someone had a fetish for big-nosed pelicans, as you say, I'd be happy to fuck her.
I live with my dad, and I kind of take care of him. He thinks we're pretty similar, and we drink, her and her dad, I guess. A lot is in capitalization.
Okay.
She's trying to sell herself.
And I usually drink and get crazy. I get stopped by people all the time telling me how much I look like Lindsay Lohan, and actually I've been mistaken for a few times. But I drink more and get into more trouble than she does. Uh-oh. Lindsay Lohan without the money.
Sorry, I thought it was Kismet.
I think if Artie and I went out once that we'd hit it off. I like to cook. He likes to eat. I get off on it. Then we'll drink until we need to be wheeled back to our hotel room.
Yeah. Now tell me what's bad about it. Again, if this sounds like
a
punishment,
party.
I don't know. I thought the girl might be fun.
I don't know. She says she has I don't want to be known that I can only get fucked by chicks who have fetishes.
No one knows that. This is just one chick who wanted you. Sorry.
I have a really hard time finding a decent boyfriend that won't lie to me and will do my fat fetish in bed. I have this fetish where I'm immensely aroused by fat men.
Yeah. That's right, she is.
But what if I'm trying to lose weight? It would be like
Look, dude, you're not going to marry her
at a certain point.
Right. I mean, she's looking for a good time. She drinks and wants to fuck. I don't know.
I'm 20 and I'm working as a stripper for culinary school. All right, well, all right.
I
mean, the fetish.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry you're a fetish. Believe me, I'm a fetish, too.
Oh, what fetish are you?
Pelican. You told me this morning when you were berating me because I'm an evil person. All right, look. From one evil person to another. Just calm down over there.
This has been one of those days.
I really want to go home. I'm sick of this whole day.
This has been one of those days.
Awful day.
What is it, Sonny?
Hey, bro. Yeah, don't go anywhere, Robin. This is the best fucking show you've probably ever done. And I just, this is so great. And Doug, please, I don't want to see fucking Joe Piscopo for the Daily Show. I want to see Howard and Artie killing each other.
You'll see. I got teary-eyed this morning. Artie just got teary-eyed. I'm telling you, when Artie told me I was in his bro, it really hit me.
I know.
You did not get teary.
Oh,
no,
I did.
he was hurt.
I
know
was hurt.
Howard.
You punched me hard today.
Can I ask one thing, Artie? You've sort of...
And Gary, line up David Tell Bell, please, on the phone? And Greg Fitzsimmons.
That's the other. There's 100 guys that my time is over here.
Artie,
I've told every story I got.
Excuse me.
I've done every impression I have.
Excuse me. Let me just say this. I remember when we were just having people sit over there in that chair, and we all came together at one point, and it was like, it's so much fun when Artie's here.
That's right.
So
those days are gone.
Gary, please make sure Bob Levy doesn't bother me after this.
With going away for a month,
Poor
Artie,
Bob. We love you, Bob.
Why don't we take bets right now?
Yeah.
Who's going to be... Artie said he's leaving, but he hasn't decided for sure. Somebody's going to fucking call me, for real.
Right.
Who's
Bob
the
Levy.
first person to call?
First person is Bob Levy.
Jackie!
No.
It would come full circle.
I wanted $5 million.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you finished out your career with Jackie right here?
No, I won't be here. I'll quit with you, Artie.
No, Robin,
I'm not taking that anymore. I had enough of that.
Artie.
I just killed Shirley. I saw him running in the door. Get away. Ron Zimmerman. Fuck you. It's my door. Get him. Artie sucks.
Ron Zimmerman.
Please, everybody, just calm down. I see a window of opportunity. I hated the schedule too. I was wrong. I love it now. I want to get up early, please.
Artie can't take the schedule.
That's it. It's the stand-up. The stand-up's what fucks you. Hey, I gotta get rid of that.
No stand-up for me. I hate it. I can't even get a job. I'm down to $50 a gig. I'm working bachelor parties, please. I can't
Fourth of July is my Christmas.
You're my bro. You can call me bro. I'm your bro.
That's the other thing. It's such a high being the comic on the show and doing 3,000 seaters. Like to go back to opening for a guy at the Funny Bone.
Artie, I'm still doing 3,000 seaters. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Leave.
You'll be fine. We're gonna come back.
I was going insane. Now I'm on the beach. I'm so happy. I'm a different man. I'm got a metal detector. I'm so skinny.
I got a metal detector. Maybe I should talk to Jackie.
I got a metal detector. I found a can. I found a can from 1942. It's an old Pabst Blue Ribbon.
My wife with me. It's great.
Yeah. I love how this turned into bashing Jackie.
The guys are saying that they want to pull Artie's roast of Jackie, where Artie got up and said, I couldn't get up early.
Hey, I can't get up early either.
Hey, look, it was a roast.
I could see Artie and Jackie sitting on that jetty together, just, saying about...
Oh, yeah.
No, the jetty's fine. No, please don't convince Artie.
Artie, break the jetty.
Artie, I swear, you want to hear my life now? I get up some days, I do stand-up, I play to 3,000-4,000 people, and then I just go home and relax.
Right. I invented a joke box.
I got a joke box, Master Junior.
And in my spare time, I get people to come to Vegas to go to a condo.
Yeah, Artie, here's a joke, Master Junior. Take it to Italy with you. Go ahead. You try out. I'm trying out.
I've got a joke master that is Swiss.
Go try out, Artie. Go try out.
Poor Jackie.
I tried out. I don't drink. I'm a lot of fun.
At least, you know what? At least I got no wife to leave me.
It's great. I was at home alone, stare at the wall. It's so good. You're so relaxed. I blank out my whole mind.
Nancy's beautiful. I love her.
I finally have all my shit together.
I love her.
It's great. Oh, I wish the phone would ring. Telling you.
Artie, would leaving for a month do anything for you?
Yes.
6 months.
6 months. He needs 6 months.
Dude, you know what? You make a good point. I don't know. Maybe the other thing is maybe I'll go out to Europe and,
Europe.
The heroin's great there.
What the hell are you going Europe?
Go to Marseille. You're going to Marseille. I'll stop by Burgundy and see you.
Where are you going?
I got distant relatives in Alto Villa outside of Naples. They live in a mud hut.
Right, okay.
You'll last a day.
They're not looking for you. They're looking to get here.
You'll get out of Italy faster than Robin got out of India.
If I show up there, my relatives, I got pictures of them. They got no teeth. They live in a mud hut. They're going to be like, when are you handing out the lira, Cousin Artie?
I gotta go. I gotta go buy an alarm clock. 2 alarm clocks. I don't want to be late for work. I'm gonna get a new chair.
The hotel didn't give me my wake-up call.
Give me some finger cuts. They need me. All right, listen, we got to take a break. Artie, I wish you luck with whatever you do. And we'll be back right after these words. Please.
Well, Artie was really upset that we had the girl in, who had a fat fetish. And I sort of get what he's going for. We brought in a girl. that Doug fat guys, and we're goofing on the fact that he's being fat, but Artie goofs on the fact that he's fat. It's hard to know when it's hurtful and when it's not, because Artie will be the first one to make fun of his weight and talk about what he's eating and all that stuff. And yeah, we brought the girl in for a bit, but we were also trying to hook Artie up. I genuinely believe that. I totally get where Howard was like, maybe like Artie is not that he's desperate. We never said that Artie was desperate. And Artie kept saying on the wrap-up show yesterday that we were saying he was a, what was the word he was using? A disgusting fat fuck. And I said, Artie, we said the girl has a fetish for disgusting fat guys. Artie put in the disgusting word. Nobody ever said Artie was disgusting, but that's how he sees it. So, all right, that's how he views himself. And, we really were trying to hook a guy up. That's how I saw it. That's how Howard saw it. And I know that I was defending Howard on the wrap-up show yesterday when we were talking this morning before the show. Howard and I were both really surprised that was Artie's opinion, in the sense that he always goofs on himself, and it's just hard to know when it's hurtful and when it's not. And nobody was looking to hurt his feelings.
I was feeling really sad because maybe you might describe it as selfish, but Artie is a huge part of my enjoyment coming to work. Just Artie being there. He's I would feel a huge emptiness without him here. It's like when I worked at any job you work at, like if you work at a 7-Eleven or a McDonald's, there's always some people that just, as much as, people might give you shit and the job sucks and you get grease burns on your arms and everything, there's always someone there that makes you feel really good about being there, about coming in. And Artie is that guy. So I was just feeling horrible, thinking that he might leave, and now it sounds like he's definitely thinking about leaving.
What do you think of that decision? Tell me what you think about a decision to leave the show in order to mentally, become more stable.
Well, rather than just leaving completely, which I don't think. I think what he could do successful doing tons of things. But I don't think it has to be all or nothing, which a lot of us here are all or nothing type people. I think he probably could work out something. Can I take off 3 months and then come back? And I think that could be a great thing for him. It could be great for the show, and then decide. I don't think it has to be all or nothing. And I think he's looking at it as an all or nothing thing right now.
Talk to me about his plan to leave in 6 months. Whether you think that's a good idea or just your whole take on it.
Oh, goodness. Look, if you can't get your life together, going away to Europe for 6 months is not going to help you get it together. So you go away to Europe, you get it straightened out, and now everything's perfect, and you come back and start working again. Don't you think it's going to get all fucked up again? Of course, because you don't know how to do it unless you have 6 months off. So that's not the way to fix your life.
What do you suggest for Artie?
I suggest that Artie really sit down and take stock of himself and decide exactly what he wants to do. And what he really wants to do is get control of his life. And if you're going to get control of your life, you have to put together a team that can help you. He's been trying to do everything on his own. He's never been very successful at that, but he keeps trying. The point is now that you have to realize you need some help. And you go find the people who can help you, and then you commit to getting the work done.
Howard mentioned, Robin mentioned she heard something on a wrap-up show, and it escalated to a big argument about, me being upset about a segment yesterday, and it got out of hand, and what can I do, man? I regret it. Howard's a great man. He's a good friend of mine, and I argue with my friends a lot. It's a habit I have, and I regret everything I say, but those arguments were never on tape. This is on tape. It sucks, but it's another therapy-filled day on the Howard Stern show.
Now, with you mentioned a possible plan to leave in January. What do you think the chances are now that you sort of dropped that bomb on the show?
I don't know. I gotta see how I feel. It would just be for me to get healthy in my head. That's it. Because I love everybody here. It wouldn't be like a bitter thing, me leaving. I have to try to get at peace with myself.
Why should you
I know what happened with these. I know what happened with these two idiots.
Why
they
does
go to
Jon
these
Stewart
shows,
need to
and
know
these
your opinion?
fans pull them aside and go,
Bullshit.
you guys should have an album.
Bullshit.
You guys should put out Rod, and you know.
What
And
do you
these two
got a fucking
morons listen to him.
What do you got, a crystal ball in your fucking
I know
stomach?
exactly
You don't
what
know what the hell
happened.
you're
I know
talking
exactly
you don't,
what
You
happened.
don't know anything about what the fans say on the road and how much I fucking stand up for you, fat fucking idiot.
You don't know
because
shit.
they say that happens. They go, how do you put up with Artie walking all over? I go, Artie's great at what he does. And
bullshit.
I challenge
Bullshit.
anybody that I talk to off the air at those stupid comedy shows how they rip you apart, and I defend
Richard,
you.
what do you want to
And I
do?
know I
Because
get
they're
it too.
talking- because
I
they're
know I
talking
get
to
it too.
you.
I know I get it too on my end. I know when you go out, they say fuck Sally's an ass. I
They
don't
never
care.
even bring you up.
That's fine. But when they do bring you up, they bring you up in a negative way, and I defend your fat fucking hacky ass.
I don't care
Let me tell you
about- I
another
don't care
thing
about them or
your
you.
fucking stupid shows before Howard Stern. Nobody knew you. You sucked on Mad TV. You sucked on the Norm Show. Beer League sucks shit. It's fucking terrible.
Wow.
You know it.
Why
It was
are
a
you
flop. It went in 18 theaters. It made $250,000 in America. I could shit that out of my ass. Who are you to tell me about
18
comedy
theaters,
and what people tell me off the air? You have no fucking clue what you're talking
You
about.
know, they
And don't
got you
carry
aside and
yourself-
said, they got
and
you
don't-
aside and said,
and don't
oh, you
carry
guys should have an
yourself.
album.
Where were you?
You guys should put out an album with those
Chris
phony
Rock.
phone calls.
Where were you for the past 10 years? You were a third-rate middle. You were in Arizona doing the wagon wheel shit.
what do you know about-
And you were a stockbroker.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't carry myself like I'm the living legend of comedy.
You're a
and
dick.
you think he does.
And neither
He's
do
been
I.
milking-
Why
He's
are
been
you-
milking
You're
off
a
the whiskey
weirdo.
talking
You're
for
a
years.
weirdo, Sal. You're a weirdo.
Go to New Jersey and rip off the fans again New Year's Eve with the same act you did last year, cocksucker.
You're a weirdo. It was in Philly.
Wow.
that
You
was
are
What?
so
He wants to go
jealous.
head-to-head. I'm going head-to-head. What's the
Sal,
fuck?
everything you're
jealous.
saying doesn't make any sense. You're jealous, and it's
I am
oozing
not,
out of you.
I am not jealous of you. I put up with your bullshit. I always praise you, but you always got to tear me. So you want
That's
to tear
not
me?
true.
I'll tear you.
I try to
You
pull
wanna
you
tear
aside.
me?
I try to pull you aside all the time.
Oh, yeah. You
I try to pull you aside all the time and help you out.
Give me
Who gave you
fucking
$5,000 after you
Take
fell
it
off
back.
the
I'll
stage
give it
and
back
finally
to
got a
you.
laugh?
That was the worst amount of money. I'd rather take it from Hitler than take it from you. If I could give you that money back, I'd give it back.
You
to
don't know what
you
country
you do?
Hitler was
you
from, you
cut checks
dickhead.
to win over the audience. Oh, you make the world aware of how generous you are because you're so insecure. Oh, I took JD to Vegas. I'm going to get him late. Oh, I cut salad checks.
It's a
I
bit
don't
for
want
the air.
I don't
You
want your,
brought up what I
don't
paid
want
you.
your- I don't want your monetary sympathy to win over people because you don't have the ability or the confidence to do it on your
The
own.
ability.
So fuck you.
The ability or the
You
confidence.
are out of
Sal,
line.
go fuck yourself, Sal. Sal, go fuck yourself. And if you want to meet me downstairs later, I will beat the shit out of you.
That's a great
I will
comeback.
beat the fucking
You
shit out of you,
legend.
and then I'll
That's a
go
great
fuck your
comeback,
gay
you
kids in the
legend.
ass.
Suck my dick, you asshole.
I hope your kids die of AIDS.
He fucked up.
Alice, you had a good week last week. Even though you lost, you maintained first place.
Yeah, but what makes it so bad? The Broncos, they won, but they had to measure with the punch, right?
Right.
Oh, damn, I keep winning those. I keep getting those games that kick asses.
Yeah, you're picking winners. You just got to be able to beat the spread. That's the problem.
Okay, so this week, like example, if I pick my favorite team again, they have to win more than 4.5.
All right. Well, who do you pick?
Broncos again. I love them because they're so tough.
Artie, what is the spread on the Broncos?
The Broncos are giving 4.5 points to the Browns.
I got it made.
And that's the dumbest fucking pick I've ever heard, you asshole.
How you get through that door every day? You get green through the door, you fat
Good pick again. Hey, I wanted to compliment you, though. I saw you in a movie. You were great as Idi Amin. You were great as Idi Amin in that movie. You should get an Oscar, you fat fuck.
You're a punk ass.
You're a fucking fat piece of shit.
Last week, I said, look at this fuck. And you know what?
The Broncos. Why don't you fucking...
You gave me exercise to get angry.
Yeah, if you win 25 grand, you could feed yourself for a day.
So to me, you are a puncher bag to me, fat fuck.
No, you're a fat loser.
No, you're fucking... You know what? You think I'm fat, you fat bitch.
You're enormous. You're obese.
You never was skinny.
I fucking saw a picture of you.
You fat faggot.
Where did you see a picture of Alice?
I saw a picture of her on MySpace.
He's so ugly and fat.
No, I saw your MySpace account. It broke the computer screen.
And what happened to Mrs. Blue yesterday? I almost threw up in my mouth with that fat son been putting his nasal tongue down her throat. I felt sorry for Miss Blue. you kissing that big stinking ass junkie.
Who wants to kiss you? When's the last time you were kissed by something breathing?
You so ugly. You just junkie. You know,
I'm jealous of you ugly motherfucker.
Some beautiful people on the street.
You're enormous, you're crazy and ugly. You're an enormous crazy woman. You fat, enormous Idi Amin Dada.
Ugly bitch mama's ugly like you, your funk ass skin.
Fucking Forrest Whitaker looking motherfucker. You look like fucking. You look like Fat Albert.
Fuck your mama.
You're Fat Alice.
You fucking junkie.
Hey, it's Fat Alice.
So much. That's why you laugh so much. You high on drugs right now, you fat, nasty. Look at it. You sound just like your twin.
Fat Alice.
That's what you sound like. Just like that.
You suck. Go pick another loser. You won your last game. You're guessing. You're fucking.
Suck on a dick.
Where's the Bronco? They didn't win about that point.
I feel like Mel Gibson.
Bronco got you by 4.5
points.
You enormous, obese blob. You look like the Grimace.
You look like everything that you say.
You look like the Grimace on fucking the McDonald's commercials.
Junkie.
All right, well, you two are never going to get along.
I hate that motherfucker.
Nah, fuck you, Fat Alice.
I felt sorry with Mr. Blue,
Yeah.
That tall lady.
You like a school building on Saturday. No class.
Cigarette smeller, heavy drinking, cocksucker.
Now, what do you do?
Hey, you know what? Go use
You
a
look
needle
like you
this
eat
time.
cigarettes.
Use a needle. Because you still on drugs anyway, you fat fuck.
Yeah.
You still on drugs while you giggle like a little girl. That's fucking funny, you fat bitch.
All right, Alice. Well,
Alice,
I'm sorry.
now, this is getting like you, ugly.
You know, you are ugly. You're right, you are
Dude, if I'm ugly, what are you?
You are ugly.
You're not even human.
You're about the ugliest motherfucker I ever seen on that show.
Oh, yeah?
Big, fat, and ugly. You can't get in and out of your car, you so goddamn fat.
And what do you look like? Who are you, Tyra Banks?
Nah, sure, bitch. I want to fuck her. How you like that? I want to fuck her, eat in her pussy if I look at you and put my tongue down your filthy ass nasty throat.
No, we have something in common. I'd rather eat out Tyra Banks than you as well.
I'd rather fuck a woman than touch your stinking short dick ugly ass, you big blip.
I'd rather fuck a human before you.
I'm glad, because I don't want you to know what them with that short dick. Good. I'll bet you'll fuck anything and come my way, because I don't want your disease.
You look like Ruben Studdard.
You like Rosie.
You look like Ruben Studdard before the diet.
Like her, Rosie. Rosa O'Donnell, you look like her without titties. Oh, you do have titties, you fucking fat bitch.
You know, you don't. This was a classy contest every year before you got involved. You're just bringing it in the gutter. Come here, start an argument every week. Fuck you. We're trying to have a nice football pool. You come in here and you yell shit every week. You fat, disgusting, obese, enormous blob. Fuck you. Fuck you and your Broncos. Shove your Broncos up your ass. You won your last game. You fat fuck.
All right, you two. Come on. This is silly.
You look like a hill of feces with eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
You look like someone unloaded a
Artie.
bucket of shit.
Artie, you just went over the line. I mean, Alice, he just went over the line when he said you look like a pile of feces with eyes. That was ridiculous. He just said you look like a pile of feces with eyes. He went over the line on that one.
No, he went over the line talking about his mama.
You look as if someone stacked pieces of shit bricks and carved out two fucking spaces for eyes.
You hate yourself. You look at me as yourself.
You look like a shit pyramid.
That's what you look like, bitch. I love Mel Gibson. What's going to do about his fat
fuck you and Mel Gibson.
No, I don't want to fuck you. Can I fuck your sister? Can I put my face in your sister?
Now you've crossed the line.
There you go.
My sister doesn't date piles of shit.
Tell your sister come down the studio. I will bare my face.
Maybe you can find another. Maybe you can find a male pile of shit with eyes to date.
I will come nowhere near you. I will cut your throat, fat boy.
Oh, yeah? Try it. I have that on tape. That's a direct threat. I have that on tape. That's a direct threat, honey. You'll be back in the fucking slammer.
Come on,
Like the rest of your family.
I hate men because of a cocksucker like you. I hate men.
Try it. Come on up. Why don't you fucking... Why don't you get a crowbar and somehow get out of the front door and get on a plane and get here? Why don't you grease up the front door and fucking sneak out? Turn sideways, see if you can get out the front fucking door. Grease up the elevator, get in, and then somehow get on a plane that allows stacks of shit with eyes in the cargo part. Fly to Newark and I'll beat the shit out of you. You are ruining the football pool, Alice. You have ruined everyone's day. Once again, we tried to have a nice week of football.
All right, thank you.
Oh, y'all have a good day. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye, Alice.
Bye, Alice. Bye, Alice.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, you two have a feud.
You think?
It's the great.
What is it, Brian?
You're engaging. It's all of you together.
Listen,
it's like a well-oiled machine. I love it.
Listen,
it's so much better than when he's sleeping.
I think like online things that we do here are stupid because probably 10 people vote. But I mean, how would he? And I would never bring this up, but I mean, 44% of the people call me their favorite, Pete. Yeah. You don't agree with that?
No, I understand.
4 out of 10 people said I was their favorite.
You, Pete, you loser.
Yeah, I mean, Pete is a loser, and he admitted it, and he admitted to a gay act. I mean, let's face it. Pete, I hope you have AIDS from that gay act, and go with high-pitched Mike and die.
Pay for everything.
All right, Candace, Pete, thank you, and there is an informal discussion.
Yeah, you know, your IQ. I'm glad your father died. Go get another fucking wacky weed fucking joint and roll it and shove it up your ass.
Perfect now. Fuck you, Pete.
Thank you, sweetie.
All right, Candace.
The girl's always on my side, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Pete.
I swear.
Pete, rent the Fiat if you have enough money and drive the... Although with that car, it'll take 10 hours. Come to New York and find me, and we'll have lunch and we'll talk about it. I would love to. I would love to talk to you about this issue.
I'd love to talk to you in person.
Oh, I would love to.
Oh, I'd love to.
Really? Well, drive to fucking New York.
Knock you out.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something. You'd be in a sewer, decapitated before you said anything.
You challenged Benji to a fight in the beginning.
No, I didn't. When did I challenge Benji to a fight? That's your weed talking. That's your imaginary world that says you're a winner. That's the voice in your head saying, "Call the show because there's nothing else to do."
You're raised by women.
I was what?
You're raised by women, Artie.
Who were you raised by? Wolves, you jerk off? Oh, your father, I'm sure he was a winner. Your father raised a pothead who's a bartender. I get a ton of pussy and an ecstasy.
Did your father have a job, Pete?
What did your father do?
Successful guy.
Oh, yeah.
What did he do?
Got to be proud of you.
He's been a manager of an insurance company for years.
Wow, what an exciting life. Let me tell you something. Send your father here, too. Maybe he could bore me to death with his life.
That's what you're
saying. Maybe your father could bore me to death with his life story of managing an insurance company.
You want to fucking meet me?
Yeah, sure I would. Hitchhike to New York. Get a crayon and write a letter to Hertz and see if they'll send you a car for weed. See if you can walk into Hertz, okay? Get a crayon, learn how to spell some words, and fill out a Hertz rent-a-car application, and to see if they'll, give you a rental car for a bag of weed. Then drive it here to New York and come meet me, and we'll fight. And I'll shove your head in a sewer in the South Bronx and let 4 Puerto Ricans fuck you in the ass after they sell you ecstasy at double the price. You're a fucking Pittsburgh asswipe. I'm gonna, you know what? Now I've overstated my quota for the morning. I'm done talking.
Yeah, quit talking.
Well, you caused it. You call up every day.
You exhausted him.
You call up every day with your loser voice, like, I think Artie's. Howard, Beth, what if you and Beth got in a threesome? I got such a high IQ.
You can't con me.
I can't con you. Dude, a shiny object could con you. I can't.
Well, listen,
I could
Pete,
distract you with a nickel and then punch you in the face.
Pete and Artie really...
I guess they're not going to be friends.
You know.
Oh, no, I'll be friends with them. This is how half of my friends talk to me.
All right, Pete. Well, you've...
Call me. I got to go.
I know.
Thank you.
What do you got to go do? Is there a bar accepting applications in Pittsburgh at 6:22 a.m.?
Well, you must have frightened Pete. He hung up. I didn't hang up.
Of course he hung up.
All right.
Got no juice. Who's he, Albert Brooks? He's not going to take on me.
Albert Brooks. Marianne from Brooklyn, you're
I'll
on it.
take you on, Artie. Hey,
Go ahead, Marianne. That's right. This is round 2.
I said how you made me laugh all day, and I wrote that on the computer. You made me pee. Now today you're saying, "Oh, Marion's got a beef with me."
I didn't say that. You started it.
Hang up with me, Artie. Big time hang up. Because you know what? You got to take it to
I
the
don't
next
have a hang up with you.
level.
You start with me. You
gotta
start with me every time you
Artie,
call in.
you mentioned my name this morning. I wasn't even calling in, Artie. Go to the replay, Howard. You mentioned my name. And you know what, Artie? The audience is right. It's Howard's show, and you're overstepping. And you know what?
Oh, come on.
Listen, tell
What is
Howard
it, pick
can
on
make that.
Marianne, what is it, pick on Artie Day?
Yeah, what Marianne and Peter picking on me. Let me go home and shoot myself.
Name today, Howard. I wasn't calling.
Coming up at 7 o'clock, Artie's heart attack.
Well, listen, wow, Marianne.
I wrote on a computer.
And guess what, Artie?
I wrote on a computer.
Why don't you go suck a
Why don't you go to Pittsburgh and suck Pete's cock? The two of you can move in a trailer and smoke weed all day. I hate you, cunt. I hate you, cunt. I hate you, cunt. The audience hated you and you're a dumb cunt. Go make some lasagna. That probably sucks. I guarantee your gravy sucks. Go
You think
fuck
she
yourself.
can't cook?
I guarantee your gravy sucks. And let me tell you something, Marianne from Brooklyn. You come over here and we'll talk too.
You're going to beat her up?
Beat up Marianne?
After Pete, I'll beat you. I would never touch your wife.
Why didn't you beat up Pete with Marianne's head?
I tell you what, Marianne could probably beat up Pete, first of all. And Marianne, listen, you're an Italian woman. I would never disrespect you, so I'm going to shut up. You could yell at me.
Well, you did call her the C word.
I know, but I take that back. Like every other Italian woman in my life, I'll let you yell at me, and then
Can I just
we
say,
can get to the first break, and I can have some peanut M&Ms.
Artie, you mentioned my name, and yes, I said how much you made me laugh. That's all. Let me defend myself.
All right. Thank you, Marianne.
I could care
All right.
less if I make you laugh or not.
Oh,
Shut
go
up.
fuck yourself, you big, fat, dirty pig, you.
Go call High Pitch Eric. You're best friends with High Pitch Eric and Jeffrey.
Your fucking dick in a blender, would you please?
Your dick in a blender.
Well, you bring up a good point. Mary,
fucking use it anyway, Artie.
Your dick in a blender.
you make a good point.
I'll
Artie.
use it to shut you up. I'll shove it in your mouth. Come down here. I'll force you
You would
down.
force your penis into her mouth to shut her up?
To shut her up, I would force anything in her mouth. I would do time to shut her up.
You would love every minute, Artie.
I guarantee you give a great blowjob. Anything that makes you not talk.
Artie brings up a good point, Marianne. You are best friends with High Pitch Eric. How do you feel?
I'm very unhappy, but I'm glad you said it, Howard. It's disturbing.
No, Artie said it. But anyway, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I said it, Marianne.
Artie, I'm not best friends with him, but I wonder. I became friendly with him from the radio, and I wonder why he goes to this next level. And I saw him the other day after I did the Sirius radio. I bought him 2 slices of pizza, Artie, and a soda.
Did he show any remorse for this?
Absolutely not, Howard, and that's why I think there's something really wrong with him. I said, Eric, you think it's a joke, and it's not. It's very, very serious. So, Howard, he's not all there, and his family should take him to therapy or maybe be evaluated. You can laugh all you want, Artie. Your family.
You know what?
I wonder why he goes to this level. Because he's a disgusting slob. Why does he go to this level? That's a mystery to you?
Artie, you got fucking hang-ups. Why do you go to your level? Why do you use heroin?
Well, because I'd rather forget about the fact that I know High Pitch Eric than remember I know him.
Yes.
Do I have another shot at the show? Because I'm planning a topic.
Now that you've had a show, you're going to plan a topic?
What's the topic? Your wedding to Pete in Pittsburgh?
And Fred, could you check the email? Did anybody like me at all? I mean,
no. We checked, no.
By the way, Artie, you've just been sentenced in England to 17 years in jail.
That's right.
For yelling at Pittsburgh Pete and Marianne.
With assault.
I'll gladly do the time.
Actually, he's on death row now.
let's see how. Let's have a good bet. Let's see how long Artie.
Thank you.
I can't gamble.
Cock and cunt for like maybe 24 hours. Artie.
All right, Dominic Barber, go ahead.
Fuck off, cunt cock.
Artie, what did you think? I mean, did your mind change as the segment went on, or were you just like, this is bullshit?
I think Bob Levy is basically Jeffrey Dahmer if you read a joke book.
Oh, my God.
And, I know that sounds a little harsh, but I love the guy. And, he gets out on the Internet and stalks these women and throws out this web of deceit and sleaziness and hair dye and bad coke, whiskey, beer breath,
cheap fucking Target shirts and coupons for Sizzler's 2-for-1 steak on a Wednesday. His $40,000 house just outside of Philly somehow has a built-in pool. I have no idea what the fuck that looks like.
Came with the house.
His poor child who's being raised by a father who's just not there and a mother who hates being with the father. The father's in a basement that's damp. Clearly doesn't have the proper heat or air conditioning. Somehow he gets over to this disgusting, jizz-drenched, stinky, whiskey-sobbing computer board and types out, who's out there? Who's out there in fucking virgin creep land that I can try to fuck with my web of grossness? And eventually he gets some takers, some poor women who have a background that's clearly troubling. This girl has father issues, so he's clearly a mad Irish drunk. We don't
know that.
She has dyed black hair. She's goth. She's like the fat gay guy's son on The Sopranos. She's probably shit in the gym shower several times. And she tells Levy this on the computer, and Levy goes, "Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. What do you like, honey? Do you like the Howard Stern show?" She's like, "Yeah, I like the Howard Stern show. I'm a stripper. I'd love to get on." Whoa, I could get you on the Howard Stern show. How do you want to get on? I don't know. I kind of like big guys. Perfect. Say you like fat guys. Artie's a fat fuck. You know, Artie, yeah. Say you like fat guys. I'll get you on the show. I'll drive you up there, and you give me a hand job, and you can say we'll get you in the studio, and I'll get there, and there'll be free food, and I'll take some free food home to feed my kid who hasn't eaten in a week because I cashed my check from Chuckles and Mineola to buy Coke from the guy on the LIE who sells the oranges. I'll pick you up. What's your address? Oh, okay. Here's my address. Okay. How old are you? I'm 17. Say you're 20. And then Levy picks her up and plies her with drugs and gets her up here, and she's stoned out of her mind. And she goes, I like fat guys. Howard and Gary fall for it like the suckers that they are, and they get her in here, and she's in a bikini, and I'm giving her my number, and Levy's outside getting free crumpets for the family. And strategically, he made this on Cupcake Wednesday because he knew we'd have a lot of food out there that's free for him to stuff in his $3 leather jacket pocket. And this is what happened, John. You asked me what happened. This is what happened. This is where Jen came from. It's Levy's web of deceit that he throws out to the intranet and comes back with these poor, pale, scared women and who belong to Whiskey Dick's car clubs and Bourbon Street flop houses. And they come in here and pretend they like me just to get airtime, just to get plugs. It's insulting. I don't like her. I don't like Bob. And I'm insulted by the entire show. And the implication that because I might be slightly overweight, need to get laid through some sort of fetish contest. This is horrible. I'm dating several women. They're all nice. They're classy. They have jobs. And they're all above 20 years old. And none of them know Bob Levy.
Artie, I just want to say, not since Hal Holbrook did FDR on Broadway alone, have I seen a one-man play as riveting as yours.
I want to applaud. That was beautiful. Thank you.
But Artie, people. Then the second set of people, of course, are Jason Kaplan and Scott DePace. And then the third set of people are J.D. and Jared.
That's a good one.
He's going to try to get them all together.
Oh, wow. That's a big... First of all, Jason and Scott DePace, there's such animosity there.
They're all full shows.
Yeah.
Wow. They don't look at each other. Howard, Jason and Scott DePace, it's gone from like wanting to kill each other to just pretending that neither one exists.
I'm not interested in this segment.
Let's pick one.
I told you, you're only allowed to promote TV shows on that speaker.
Yeah. And by the way, they never bring up, you know, we're not interested in that video caddy of yours, so don't bring that up anymore.
Okay.
Are you interested in the segment now?
Yeah.
Oh, how did Scott's thing go this weekend?
He was at the. I'll get to that agenda. Okay. Believe me. Let me pick the agendas. Thank you. Which couple do we want to hear from most? I can't decide. Artie and High Pitch Mike.
I got to say Artie and High Pitch Mike.
That's the latest.
Because even the fact that Mike.
I like JD in that.
That's good, but the fact that Mike isn't even sure that he wants to be here makes that the most interesting pair to me.
All right.
It'll be a better show if he's not here, quite frankly.
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
So, as a fan of the show, and as a friend of the show, and as the doctor for the show, I know that there have been contentious relationships. This is no surprise to anybody who's been listening. I'm here to try to intervene in more than one today, and to see if we can come to new understandings, deeper levels of understanding that respect the truth.
So some of these differences seem just irreconcilable. You're here to bridge these gaps today.
Absolutely. Listen, there are no differences that are irreconcilable. When you get down to the facts about what people are really arguing about, you find that you can make peace and come to understandings, because the reasons they've been arguing often don't reflect the core of what they've been in conflicts about. If you can boil it down and open people's hearts, then you can have real meetings of the heart and mind. So that's what we're up to today. And this is the stuff, by the way, of Living the Truth, which I'm also here because livingthetruth.com starts today. So the guys were nice enough to have me come on for that.
Well, thank you, Dr. Keith. I wish you luck today.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right.
Very glad to be here. We're going to get real progress today.
Dr. Keith Abelow is here. There's a million things to talk about, but this was something I thought we should try to settle some feuds. Every once in a while, we try to do this.
We do have some internecine battles going on.
There he is. That's the guy, Dr. Keith Abelow.
Yeah.
He's helped us out in the past. Everything he tried to help us with failed, but...
You and Beth are still together.
No, Beth and I are still together. In fact,
absolutely.
Dr. Abelow actually helped Artie for a while.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Abelow, how are you?
Artie. I'm good, Howard. How are you?
Have you seen Artie since for any follow-up sessions?
Well, you know, Artie's very sensitive to my disclosing whether he comes in for follow-up sessions.
Right, so you don't talk about that.
But if we had any, I'd let you know.
Right. What are you promoting? Paperback version of Living the Truth, huh?
Well, it's that and...